Go!
This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
AJ, you never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it!
What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston
Hello, beautiful people. It is Feel Good Friday, February 10th, 2023. We are live from the FanDuel stage for the last time here at Super Bowl 57. We start now. Football! It is a fantastic sport, isn't it?
Yeah.
Football is the topic of conversation on this particular program every single time we grab mics in our hands. We are lucky to be doing it live from Radio Row here for the third straight year. And this is the last day we're going to be here. The energy has been fantastic. The vibes immaculate, and the guests stellar.
Top tier.
Well said.
Unbelievable.
Today we got a hell of a lineup. The Talks at Tables here at Ty Schmidt at Boston Connor. Sitting next to one half of the Hammer, Dahn, Cowboys Tone Diggs. The host in the trenches, also co-host all week this week.
Wow.
Wow, AQ Shipley.
Hey, baby, AQ.
And obviously the man who's a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, a Ryder Cup champion, and a two-night winner, I believe, on the pickleball court of the Airbnb, Mr. AJ Hall.
Hey, baby, AJ.
We're supposed to have two on the show to lead off the show. He canceled on us.
Oh, man.
Not happy about allegedly.
Allegedly.
A lot of allegedly's coming up in conversation in my life these days. I'm getting sued by Brett Favre.
What?
Yeah,
Come
we made it,
on.
boys. Hey,
You arrived.
Take a bow.
let's raise our drinks.
Sure.
When we started this little show in the basement of a house that certainly was haunted,
Yep.
and the mics rarely worked, and we talked for an hour and a half on numerous occasions and found out that we weren't recording. This show has grown so much that we're lucky to be live from Radio Row. We're lucky to have a little bit of say in sports. We're thankful that we have the opportunity every day to be a part of the sports media world. And I guess whenever you get a little bit too big, you fly a little bit too close to the sun.
That's right.
I'm getting sued alongside Shannon Sharp and an auditor from Mississippi by Brett fucking Favre.
Wow.
Man.
Brett Favre suing me in a defamation lawsuit saying I defamed his name to try to earn a profit. With this, obviously, I believe comes discovery and depositions and all these other things. So I would like to let the New York lawyers that wrote me two letters before this thing got announced. First letter was, we would like you to go back and erase every single video that has Brett Favre's name mentioned in it from your YouTube library, your Twitter library, and everything else. This is a warning shot pretty much. So I looked at that. I said, that is hilarious. Of course we're not doing that. Put that down, move on with my life. Then a few days later, just a few days ago actually, you have until Wednesday, okay, this Super Bowl week, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time to issue a public apology to Brett Favre and also to erase all of the video in your catalog that involve Brett Favre's name. That is 8:30 Wednesday. So my wife read that to me because I was here. She was not here yet. And I immediately started laughing because my wife understands I'm one of the worst apologizers in history. It's tough to get me to do it. It is. It's very difficult. So now I had a deadline, 8:30. I was planning on doing it.
Yeah.
We played pickleball.
We did. It happens.
Flew right through it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What do you
I just
do?
learned about a drop shot. Oh, I'm sorry. I just learned how to serve with like a wicked topspin on it. And I got caught up. That timeline came and went. And all of a sudden, I'm getting sued. I would like to let everybody know the quotes that were in that lawsuit were certainly accurate. But there's one word I believe that was said often on this particular program, if you were to watch it all, and that would be allegedly.
That's right.
Our job is to report the news. Allegedly, what was going on down in Mississippi with Brett Favre, the man who is suing me for money and for defamation, was being reported on this particular program because we owe the sports media world our coverage of it. We take our job seriously as journalists. Just a couple days ago, we introduced to the world darkness retreats for 4 days.
That's
There
right.
you go.
We've made poop jokes before.
What?
We've also potentially been a part of building an indoor facility, which is just like a $100,000 bubble for the Cincinnati Bengals team. We take a lot of pride in our work. We had to cover that situation, and we certainly said allegedly. And a lot of people are wondering how my lawyers are going to handle this. You know it. I ain't got him. So let's ride this fucker. I'm excited to see how it goes. I'll see you in court, pal. Cheers to everybody, and cheers to Feel Good Friday not being ruined at all by that.
Cheers.
No.
Cheers to all you guys.
Cheers.
You think they're going to pull up clips of...
I hope so.
I want to be on the stand.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I'm getting deposed or whatever, right? I'll be in one of those videos where I'll be sitting in a room. Lawyer's supposed to be here, so I'll probably be AJ just sitting next to me.
I got you.
Just so I can have somebody with me so I'm not bored.
I'll wear
all
a
the time.
suit. Knows the other guy.
Did you guys say that he was a sticky finger bandit? Yeah, but then allegedly, because allegedly he was.
Yeah,
I mean,
allegedly.
Right.
That's right.
But nonetheless, the more we speak, the better it gets. And I don't think this is ending anytime soon.
I don't think so either.
So shout out to everybody that gave me the heads up I'm getting sued and for all the support and love, but I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. This was my decision to handle it. I'm just going to put a GIF up here. What a joke. I don't know. I've had lawyers reach out to me and tell me how big of a joke this whole thing is. Mm-hmm. Whatever. I assume this is going to come at some point with how big the show has gotten. We're lucky for it. We're thankful for it. We move on. Joining us now is a man who is a lightning bolt, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
A guy who has influenced every human on the internet, I'd say. Every person that has ever done the internet knows of this man's existence and has been inspired or influenced or entertained. Ladies and gentlemen, a man who has an NFT Super Bowl in a NFL stadium not only last year but this upcoming year. Obviously an author, 5-time New York Times bestseller. Ladies and gentlemen, GaryVee.
Let's go! Woo!
Hey, your titles are long. I don't think I would have been able to do a full intro, and we were a little bit late because one of our computers just decided to update out of nowhere.
I heard.
So we apologize, and we thank you for making time for us, brother. How are you doing? Garrett Wilson, Offensive Rookie of the Year.
You heard?
Let's go. The
You
future's
heard?
bright for your Jets team, Gary.
I feel very confident. I think Breece Hall would have been number 1 or 2 in Rookie of the Year as well, and so. Yeah, there's a lot of things. Obviously, the quarterback situation is something we have to figure out, but there's a lot of pieces in place.
So do you think because you were getting kind of a taste that the Jets were almost good at football this year, that's why whenever they would lose, you'd be so fucking mad? Do you think that is?
I've been so fucking mad.
No. This year, though, there was it
different.
felt
It
like
was
you guys had a
different.
chance,
Yeah.
right? It's almost like you were grasping at hope a little bit.
No,
and then the Jets come back in.
No, let's all calm
Classic.
down. That video, and first of all, I love all of you, and so I'm very aware of what's always going on, let alone a massive global show like this. Just so you know, I know what like some weird dude in the basement in Ohio is doing. I definitely know what you guys are doing.
All right, good. Had to cover it. Had to cover it.
That was. Did you watch that football game? The Browns had won. Like I wait to the last second of every football game if it's still within scoring distance to not let my emotions go happy or sad. But that game was over.
Yeah.
And so, of course, I lost my mind
It was
in
awesome.
winning that Browns game.
great internet.
And that was a decade of frustration being let out.
Yes.
Just to remind everybody.
So let's talk about this.
Hold on. I
shoot
gotta say this,
football fan
Pat,
though. Shoot football fan though.
I got to say something.
Go ahead.
There is no distant second to the Jets' playoff drought right now. We have not been there for 12 years. So we are pent up, and I'm saying it right now early so you can clip this a lot next year. We're going to fucking dominate next year.
All right.
The Jets?
What does
The
that mean?
Jets!
What does that mean, though?
Okay,
What's
all right.
domination?
Clip
What is
it.
That means 10-7. I'm just kidding. But that's still good. I'm pumped about 10-7.
So is that what the expectations are, though? We're going to make the playoffs, maybe get a playoff win for the first time in 12 years?
This is a very, very talented bunch. There's a lot left to be done. We've got a draft. We've got free agency.
Is Aaron Rodgers your quarterback or what?
Zach Wilson?
My intuition, first of all, I don't want to give up on Zach. I'm so tired.
You're a good person for that.
I'm a good
Which
person.
you are.
Yeah, you're the
yes.
only
Yes,
one.
comma.
Yeah, you're Gary Vee.
Man, it's also logical. Like, Geno Smith was productive this year. We gave up on him when you were like 7,
Yeah.
right? Like, people are giving up too
He
simple.
got punched, right,
Comeback
though?
player of the year.
Yeah, he got punched in the face.
A different
broke his
situation.
jaw.
Yes, he did get punched
I guess
by
the
a
Zach
linebacker.
Wilson situation kind of
Yeah.
Zach got
similar.
punched. By the way, Zach got punched. He got punched emotionally, not physically
there
like
we go.
Geno.
Got
it.
But Zach has hit.
True.
Thought we were
Zach
true.
is at rock bottom, which actually will allow us to get a very good read on him, because he's absolutely at a crossroads.
Agreed.
And we took the fucking kid number 2 24 months ago. I'm not ready to be like, it's over. Everyone's so fucking of the second.
So you don't want Aaron Rodgers? Jets don't want Aaron Rodgers?
I want it when it comes to Aaron or Jimmy G or Derek Carr. I think Tannenhill's probably in play as well. Of
good call, actually.
the crew that's out there, I want to know which one wants to come in and realize they're in a great situation and try to win some playoff games and go to this game next year. But I also want somebody who's got 5 to 10% of their energy capacity to try to help the kid along as well.
Oh, Zach.
That's right. So that's what I'm interested in.
AJ has a question for you.
What about Baker Mayfield? You left him out there. Is he a possibility?
Listen, I think he's a possibility. It hasn't hit my radar. I don't know why that hasn't happened.
That's awesome.
One more follow-up. What's like out of everything you do? Actually, AQ Shipley right here. We were wondering if someone asked you, "Hey Gary, what do you do for a living?" What do you tell them? I mean,
I'm an
'cause
entrepreneur.
You do everything.
I do so much shit. I'm an entrepreneur. Like, I think that's the definition. Like, you want to run different things, and it's a little bit of a Renaissance man, Hawk. Like it's just like I like doing a lot of shit.
Is that your next book?
Renaissance man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hawk or like
Yeah, with
which
the
one?
hawk.
Yeah,
Either
with the
works.
bird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the bird.
Yeah.
Because that makes the Renaissance
AJ
man a
can
little
write the
better.
forward.
Pet hawk.
That'd be sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the next book name?
No, the next book is Jab, 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 Left Hook.
Oh, which is your content
yes.
to charge people.
Correct. Jab, 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 Right Hook was a huge book for me. I wrote 10 years ago of like, this is how you actually make content on the internet. Right now, content is changing. The TikTokification of all social media. Everyone watching here now actually has a chance to make one clip about pizza or sports or gardening, and it can hit, and it can change the course of their lives.
Yeah, we did it. And we were a dumb group of that.
you-
that has
I mean,
happened.
look at you characters.
Yeah, look at us. Hey, look at us, Gary.
Who would have
Look at
thought?
us. Getting sued by Brett, your quarterback.
My quarterback.
Yeah, that's your
that's
quarterback. He's suing me.
By the way, that was an amazing season for the Jets. If he didn't get hurt in Tennessee, I think the Jets win that Super Bowl. They went in and beat a 10-0 Titans team in Nashville, 31-7, and I was like, wait a minute, it might happen, and we lost literally every game for the rest of
Oh,
the
that's
season.
tough. You got to get lucky too.
Brett
and
did
Jets
throw
just
20
have
picks
not.
that year as well.
Yeah, and
Allegedly.
there was some other stuff. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Thank
Smart.
you. Allegedly,
Smart.
allegedly, before and after every statement.
Right.
Pat, can I ask you a question?
These lawsuits, they don't put the allegedly.
They
in.
do.
No, I don't.
They edited that out of there.
Pat,
Anyway, sorry about
It's
it.
been a while since I've been actually on the show. In that time, you've become probably the most important person in sports.
Gary, that's an absurd statement.
It's not.
It is
not.
It is an absurd statement.
Even if you look at the reaction of your family here, they all know you are 80,000 times more important than you were 5 years ago in the genre of sports culture. Do you feel, I understand you punted in front of lots of people. There's pressure with
good,
that,
yeah.
right?
WrestleMania,
Yep.
too, yeah.
WrestleMania was massive. You were amazing.
Hell yeah,
Instagram
undefeated.
posted
Thank you.
into you.
You broke my ribs.
Yeah.
Yep. But do you feel extra pressure now that you're
No.
the establishment?
That's interesting because we're still independent, though. So are we in the establishment or are we still the pirate? Because we're making more money than most of the establishment. We're still independent, though. So I feel good about the fact that we don't have people controlling what we can talk about and what we don't talk about.
I love that.
I think that's a big deal.
That is the deal.
But yeah, we have to. I mean, with this whole lawsuit thing, I knew one was probably coming at some point, just because the way we operate. We're
Loose.
We're wide open.
You're loose.
We are wide.
Loose.
We are wide open. And
Always.
I don't think we mean any ill intent. We just mean like, how do we make the most entertaining shit? And we try not to be negative ever, because I think it's very easy. Like, I think you have been a great trailblazer for this movement. Negative sports is easy. Like, burying somebody's easy. You get a lot of clips from that, but I remember being in a locker room and some of my teammates are getting killed. I'm like, yo, this is a good fucking dude. He's just so happened to have a couple bad games. So we try to stay as positive as possible.
It's one of my biggest reasons that I really fuck with you guys on some real shit. Tearing down other human beings for your own self-interest is the dog shit move of humanity.
It's the internet, though, right now, Gary.
Yeah, yeah, big
No.
Some parts of the internet, I guess,
No,
right?
exactly. People love to blame the internet. People love to blame social media. People love to blame politicians. It's you, fuckface. Stop being a dick.
That's a great point.
That's a great point. But you know just as much as I do, when they put a scoreboard on every piece of content, which
Yep.
they have,
Yep.
and people are trying to make a living out of it, whenever I think people get addicted to those numbers.
People definitely get addicted to those numbers, but it doesn't mean it's right. It
No,
also,
agreed. But
right.
that's why I say whenever I say internet, it's like the internet almost rewards
No, the internet doesn't reward. Like, it's humans.
that are doing the rewarding.
The social media pipes are empty, Pat. They're fucking empty. There's
Oh, they-
people that make stuff, and there's people that consume stuff. And I think it's time we take a step back and realize, why are we hurting that we get micro joy out of someone else hurting? What part of you is happy when somebody's shitting on LeBron James? What part of you is happy
To
when
your
you
point, though, to that point, like somebody just got paid $8 million a year at the age of 75
Yeah.
to shit on LeBron James, though. Like, and that's not the internet though. That's TV.
Right.
So
Which
it's
is
almost
even-
like a societal problem. Almost.
Well, that's right. That's the point. Like everyone wants to blame everybody but themselves. And so you're in control of yourself.
Hell yeah.
Do you want to compromise? Like, do you want to make a bag by shitting on people 24/7? You got to live with that shit.
Yeah.
So great, you have a fucking Lambo, but you don't sleep great at night. Who's making that trade? A lot of people.
Yep.
But guess what? Okay, that's not an interesting fucking trade for me. And everybody who's watching, you don't have to follow that
Yeah,
shit.
agreed.
There's plenty of alternatives and a million people living happy not doing that.
Isn't it crazy? There's some people that just have no conscience. It's crazy. Like, they're laying down at night, they just fuck somebody over completely, and then they just sleep soundly, and then they wake up the next day and they're like, I'm going to file a defamation lawsuit.
I would actually,
Nuts.
Like, there's people that do that. There's people that could do that.
I would actually argue that it's the complete reverse of that. That it's not that they don't have conscience; it's that they're actually hurting.
So you're saying
What is that?
inside.
Hurt people? Isn't that a thing?
100%.
Oh,
Is that real?
It's
yeah.
actually the realest fucking statement on earth.
How do you change that?
Oh, yeah, AJ.
By having compassion and empathy for people that are hurting.
In concussion cream. Empathy.
There's also that.
That works too.
That's also a thing.
Ty has a question for you, Gary.
Go ahead, brother.
Gary, the last couple times we've talked to you, you've talked about buying the Jets.
Yes.
How realistic is that in
Very.
your mind?
Yes.
Very. Okay. But what happens, like, if, let's say the Jets...
Crowdsourcing?
Let's say the Johnsons sell in 3 years and I'm not financially ready and it goes somewhere else. Then
Yeah, or
then
if
it's
they,
over.
or
Then
if
it's
they
over.
start winning.
Then it's over.
If they start winning and
Don't
what,
you
what
know
you're
this.
what
Wait.
you're expecting to pay right now is much different, especially when you
Ty,
look at...
you're much smarter than this, thinking
on.
that winning has an
bet
impact on the sale of a team.
Diabetes Ty.
Come on, Ty.
Well,
on.
I don't know.
Definitely
You
on
know
the
what?
price.
What
Definitely
part-
on the price.
Yeah.
Definitely on the price. Definitely on the price of the team.
There's teams that sell, like if you look at how teams sell, they're just such rare assets. Like the Panthers weren't fucking crushing it when they're selling for a record price. The Broncos, like, it's just people want teams. And New York's going to be expensive regardless. It's not like I want the fucking Saints, or the fucking Colts,
Yeah,
like
that would
you know.
suck.
So,
Yeah, I want the Colts.
and so I want a certain team. It's going to be what it's going to be. I'm going to keep trying. Long before I ever made a video on the internet, when I was in 4th grade, I'm like, I'm going to do this. 7th grade, 12th grade, like 20.
Right.
And so this is my goal.
Right.
Hell yeah. That's a good goal. It's a good dream.
go.
Vision board. You do a lot of that and you accomplish them all.
I got to tell you, like, what's scary is I genuinely think it's going to happen. What's even more exciting is if it doesn't happen, I fucking tried.
Are you a hedge fund guy at all or no?
No.
Isn't that where you got to get the amount of money to potentially do that?
The
Do
hedge
you have a
fund-
plan on getting to the money?
Yeah, I'm building businesses. I'm building, VFriends is an intellectual property. It's a Pokemon meets Sesame Street.
Sick, by the way, and has had success.
you.
A lot of NFTs have failed completely. The V-Friends is still going very strong.
And then
Congratulations.
Thank you.
No
And
problem.
VaynerX is a $350 million revenue business, 2,000 employees that I started from scratch with my brother 13 years ago. I'll do that for another decade.
Hell yeah.
That's a multi-billion-dollar exit if I do it properly.
You think you can get to it?
I think I can get to it.
Let's go. Go get it. VCon next year. Lucas Oil
shark.
Stadium.
Yes, VCon.
And Gary B is up there.
Gary B
Gary
is.
B's up there. The humble hippo.
What about Patient Panda?
Oh.
Patience.
Intuitive iguana.
Patience. Who said that?
Yep.
Come on.
Come on.
We know
Ty
your
Smith,
shit,
Come on,
dude.
Ty. Come on.
Come on. We're on the
Hell
internet, G. We're on the internet, G. We know.
Gary, Intuitive Iguana was in the commercial for where VCon was going to be.
Boom.
With
The teaser.
And the patient panda.
we take it all in.
I appreciate you guys
And the
so
Gary
much.
B came in.
Yep.
I know. I love you
We
guys.
watch, we
I-
follow.
you guys
Some of the
watch, I
shit you
watch.
focus on, we're like, well, that's not for us. But then the other stuff, we're like, seems like if
99
Gary's paying attention to
99%
it.
of your takes on this show is not for me, but that's life.
Well, we just see the
Amen.
way you're operating. We go, if Gary thinks this is of importance, probably a good idea for us to think that. You've had a
that's what's good about
track record.
And,
Yes.
and by the way, that's what's going on with y'all. Like, we got to talk for a few seconds before backstage. One of the most enjoyable things for me is watching other people win. Back to the reverse of what we were just talking about. We've been on each other's radar for a long time. Watching all of you build what you guys have been building has been a great joy, and I genuinely wish you so much success and the happiness and escapism that you bring for so many people that watch this show is very meaningful, and I cheer for you guys heavy.
Man, that's very dope of you to
Hell
say.
yeah.
Very, very nice of you to say. Thank you, Gary.
Thank
Thank you, Gary.
Now, with that being said, our takes would probably be more for you if the Jets didn't suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, if the Jets were a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Might help.
You gotta appreciate something. I love being a Jets fan. You know who I feel bad for? 35-year-old Patriot fans.
Oh, that's that guy right down there at the
Pretty
end.
close.
I don't
He's
know if I
27.
feel bad,
27.
but
Well, let me explain the badness.
sure.
you actually believe you achieved something.
Yeah.
That's what's so
Oh
funny.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes.
Very
He's not the
true.
only one. They
I
all
have
do.
6 Super Bowl
Right.
championships.
That's
Gary.
right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
exactly right.
Don't
Not
hate
to
me.
mention an NBA championship.
That's right.
An NHL championship.
Well, they suck
2
in the
baseball
NHL.
championships.
What?
You are the greatest athlete of all time.
2 MLS Cups. Don't forget about the Revolution.
Revolution.
Come
Let's
on.
go.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
But it's terrible from here on for the rest of his life.
Yeah, when your self-esteem is wrapped up into a team that has nothing to do with your actual life, it can get confusing. That doesn't mean that you're bad.
Burial, bro.
But
True.
it's confusing. I think that Chief fans are starting to get confused. I definitely know that Golden State Warriors fans are confused because I was doing tech investing when the Warriors were not good. Nobody in fucking SF knew a clue. They didn't even know where Golden State was. They wouldn't know Chris Mullen
Hold
if
on,
he
what
took
are
a
you
shit
in?
on them.
Uber?
Right?
Mullen's a great
They
player.
didn't know them at all.
Great
And all of a
player.
sudden, the Warriors started getting good, and all these Google and Facebook and tech
Hell
people
yeah.
were like,
Front
Warriors,
row.
Warriors. Those fuckers are so confused.
Yeah. And they don't even know what basketball is because Steph doesn't play with basketball.
Bingo.
Steph plays a different style of
That's-
basketball that
that's-
nobody else can
that's
play.
damn true.
What are you
And-
in? You're in Uber?
Well, let me finish this
Facebook?
up. Yes, all of them. But listen,
All of them.
Hell yeah.
being a Jets fan is phenomenal.
All of them.
You deal with adversity at scale. The world's against you. I love it. I love when all the fuckers get on Twitter and they're like, you fucking said that. I'm like, okay, I want to eat all that shit. Give it all
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
And then when we fucking rise and win it, I'm going to fucking stick it to everyone.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
won a regular season game against the Browns. I lost my fucking mind. Could you imagine when the Jets win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I'm going to burn the earth to the
Yeah, hell yeah. I can't wait for
Sure.
it. And then Gary B will come in with a hose.
Yep.
Get that whole
And
thing under
save the
control.
whole thing. Save the
We appreciate you so much for joining
Thank you,
us.
brother.
Thank you for making time.
Thank you.
And good luck the rest of the way, dude.
Thanks
we love
for-
watching.
Who's going to win the game? I know he doesn't want to answer. See what I did there, guys?
Yeah, yeah, we
I've
got
been
time.
I'm always watching.
We still
Who's gonna
got
win?
2 hours.
Who do you
We
think?
still got 2 hours.
I think the Eagles are going to win, but here's the scenario that I see. I'm worried that Patrick's a little banged up, and that is a variable. I think I've loved Jalen from the beginning. I spoke to the Bama football team years ago, and he was in the audience, and he was picking up on stuff I was saying, and it clicked for me. I'm like, this kid gets it, but it's
That's
still
a tough
big-
room to talk
it's a-
to, college
it's-
football
Yeah,
room.
it was fun.
That's a tough room.
Bam.
No, I love the kids. It was easy, but
Okay. You're a great
that
speaker.
first quarter for Jalen, it's still the fucking Super Bowl,
Yeah.
And the special teams difference, I think, is really in the Chiefs' favor. So my brain goes to tricky first quarter. Does he throw a pick six, maybe something weird?
Ooh.
Chiefs special teams, does something happen? And the Eagles have not played from behind all season.
It's good analysis, Gary.
Really good analysis.
Yeah.
Great.
I don't make pretend of knowing football. I fucking know football.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The analyst anteater, dude.
That's I'm gonna draw that shit back. Really.
Oh, we got a bunch of them.
Hey, we appreciate you. Yeah, here's you lose your mind.
That was
Fuck you, Jacoby.
Fucking receipts, motherfucker.
Receipts.
Hold on, we start the receipts conversation
Oh,
became
yeah.
a large
Every
one.
single week.
Every time we picked the Jets game, it was like we don't want to end up on Gary's fucking
Yeah.
receipts
Yeah.
video,
Yeah.
but we do think the Jets are going to lose this week. I want a little bit of a run. We appreciate the hell out of
Thanks,
you.
guys.
You're the man.
Such a pleasure. Love you.
Keep crushing it, ladies
I
and
will.
gentlemen.
Thank you
Gary
so
V.
much.
Yeah, Gary. Woo.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
See you, Gary.
See.
We didn't get to
great.
ask him his opinion on a lawsuit.
Yeah, that's all right. We know what his opinion is.
Well, he's never allegedly said anything mean about anybody. So, or
He
true.
buried Connor there.
He did.
Yeah, he
True.
said mean stuff about the devil. So,
Did he?
yeah, he did not condone him.
Oh, here we go.
That's probably
Here we go.
like the devil.
Yeah.
How is that what you decided?
Because no one condones the devil.
He kind of
Well-
buried you, though. I mean, he did bury
Yeah,
you
it was
there.
interesting. He also said it's more fun being a Jets fan than being any other fan, so kind of buried himself because
Well,
that's
no,
not true.
I just appreciate the fact that he was just standard sports fan.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean? I was standard
absolutely.
sports fan. Super in your friend group, the super fan.
yeah.
Yep.
I believe Gary is that particular person in the group.
Absolutely.
I respect the amount of energy that he has put forth for this New York Jets football team that has not been good for a long time. And I think the funny thing about it is maybe they're good next year.
You think? I mean, honestly,
Maybe.
they might be.
Offensive
really?
rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year.
I got
and
lost
Brees
in the-
Hall. He mentioned who
Brees
did
Hall
get
is
it.
a
Awesome.
monster. You're right. If they
Monster.
figure out the quarterback situation, whether that's Zach Wilson or whoever, but I just pictured
Who's in
Gary
that
V
division?
at the owner's
Yeah,
office.
exactly.
That's all I pictured.
Like, are we going to next year all of a sudden say, oh, well, let's not blow the
Patriots
Bills all
playing.
year. We're going to talk about the Jets. That's not going to happen.
Buffalo
it's going to be the
Bills.
Bills. It's going to be the Bills year next year again. And then
the-
we're
and
not
the
going to talk
Dolphins.
about Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills, Von Miller is here, I believe, doing his video gaming setup.
Uh-huh.
We were going to do a a cross-stream
Yep.
thing.
Interview.
What happened?
Swords.
Oh, I just got update that they're cool with it. Yeah,
Really?
At the beginning, it was a terrible idea from their end. They thought,
Oh, okay.
but
Well, they know.
Probably
We're
talked to Von. He
we're gonna
probably.
probably Vaughn wanted to do
Oh,
it.
that's happened before.
But I
Yeah.
believe we're going to be doing a cross. Oh, there's Von Miller, the
Locked
Buffalo
in.
Bills.
He said yesterday he wants to play Hogwarts Legacy because everyone's
What's
talking
all these
about it.
nerds doing? What are you guys doing? Am I playing this
I didn't
game?
know there was
Yes.
Harry Potter video,
Yes.
video
I
games.
didn't either.
Do you have always
Just came out this week.
Yeah, but
Okay.
do you have to? I've never seen one of the movies. Do you have to watch the movies to be a fan of it?
Yeah, but you're a Hufflepuff, so you don't understand.
No,
You're
no,
a Slither man.
No, I'm Dumbledore.
Dumbledore isn't in the house, Tony. Okay.
He's the headmaster.
Yeah, he runs
Yeah.
the school.
That's who I am.
Dude, Barry Poppins is the house that
Bingo.
he's a part of. George Kittle's a part of.
Yes.
You're a part of.
I don't know. I haven't chosen my house yet. I got to get in there and see what I like.
Hey, I didn't like him just ask me who I thought was going to win and me not having an answer immediately. I did not have an answer.
How can you?
Do you?
You don't have to. I mean, yeah. I
No,
do.
but I'm saying like I don't. I know I don't have to give an answer. I'm not a puppet. Okay, when you were about to say you're not a puppet, you can give an answer. That's what you were just about to try me there a little
No,
bit.
I wasn't.
But like in my brain, when he asked me that question,
Yeah.
my brain didn't have an automatic answer.
Definitive.
If that makes
I
sense.
get it because it doesn't matter what anyone says. The game's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So whether
Okay,
you
happy
have
we've
it-
been here all week.
AJ.
Hey,
Yeah.
are you
I do have a take on who I think is going to win, but if so, I would not give it. I wouldn't give it to somebody that didn't ask. Like I wouldn't go up to some random. Hey, I think the Chiefs
No,
going to
you were
win,
doing that
pal.
last night,
But
weren't
if somebody asks me, I want to have a response. You're right.
Okay, so do you have in your
Yeah.
head? You know who's going to win.
In my head, I know who I think is going to win. Yes.
Okay, see, I don't. That's an issue for me.
Well, we
Chiefs
got a
still.
couple people coming on with very high football
Sure.
IQs
Yeah.
today, so you don't want to blow your load.
gotta take it all in.
Digest all the information.
I've been trying to send all those who's going to win questions everywhere else.
You're right.
Sure.
You know, yesterday I was like, "Where you guys leaning? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's the
Kind
show."
of split yesterday.
Because I'm trying to get information.
It's how it builds, though. It builds throughout the week, and then you make your biggest decision.
Tone Diggs has an update, I believe, on the money.
Yeah. So what? We started this week on Monday.
76%.
Yep, down to 70. And 67% of the bets are on Philly. So Chiefs money is coming in. Chiefs bets, Chiefs money.
Yeah, but
is-
still, it's 70%
Sure,
sitting
sure,
on a
sure,
Friday.
yeah.
That's big.
And
Yeah.
we know that's why it's like we can wait now and see what people like, but it feels like everyone's kind of drawing their line in the sand already. Eagles are the most dominant team they have been all year.
That's what happens when you get 2 weeks, I guess, leading up to a
Yeah.
game. You make a decision, you stick by it, and then you're trying to find things that make you believe it even more.
Yes.
What is it? What is it typically? So, like for instance, like the Bengals Chiefs, was it like a 50-50
that
split?
was all the money was on the Bengals, 70%.
Oh, wow.
Because that
Okay.
spread was much different.
But also all the money was on the Eagles against San Francisco. as well.
Right.
And they paid. So, like, there was a 70-30 on Thursday night, and I went with the 30 strictly because it was 70-30 and the 70 hit. Then the next week, it was another like 75-25.
Yep. Yeah.
And I'm like, well, 75 can hit. And I go, boom, 25 hits. So
Yeah.
it's tough to get a good grasp on why any of this works. But 70% is a lot of people on the Eagles.
So many.
When Patrick Mahomes is still on the fucking other side of the
I did
field.
see, I believe Get Up was split this morning, 50-50. I feel like there's a little bit more Chiefs love coming in.
Where'd Greeny go?
He did not make
he
a
didn't
pick.
make a
He
pick.
picked Jets, I think.
They did pick the Jets.
No, Jets aren't in the Super Bowl. We just
I
talked
know.
Gary Vee.
Yeah.
Gary Vee would have told us that.
Wait, Gary Vee and Greeny got to be tight then, right? They both are such diehards for the Jets.
I would assume
I
that
think
they
they're
know
boys.
each other's games.
Yeah.
I think they're going to go
Gary and Greeny, new show coming out.
buy
Bob.
together.
Oh,
my
G
God.
and G.
maybe it'll be Green Gary will be one of
Boom.
those things.
Oh.
And it'll be a Greenberg body with Gary V's face.
Yeah.
That would be
Saying
awesome.
receipts, motherfucker.
That'll be one of the NFTs.
yeah.
Something to think about, Gary.
So those are one of the things that we haven't really got into, the NFT. So when Gary was doing it, there was a lot of Gare.
Come on, Gare.
But it's still going. They're selling out. They got
Yeah.
Lucas Oil Stadium.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When Gary said he knows what people say in their basement, and he said, well, does that mean he thinks that we ever talked bad about him or anything?
He
like
knows
that?
we haven't.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about it.
We
Yeah,
just pump,
have,
we just
we
that's
have.
pump
I was
him up.
confused because he seemed like angry.
No, he didn't. He basically said, "I'm aware of all that is said."
Yeah, he's never angry. He's only locked in.
Yeah, he's the versatile Viking.
Bingo.
You know what I mean?
Adventurous.
The conviction cockroach. This guy has conviction like nobody else. He went into a dark room for 4 days, came out on the other side, convicted as a cockroach.
Can't kill a cockroach either.
And how about the kind coup?
It's good.
What was that?
Beautiful animal.
The kind
Beautiful.
coup. The kind coup. That thing shows up. You got very nice conversations coming.
The Forever Phoenix is a dog as well.
Fucking cock-looking thing, huh? A little bit of a
Yeah,
chicken. A
little
little bit
bit.
of a choke chicken out there.
What's with the no alliteration on the Forever Phoenix?
Yeah,
I get it.
I didn't love
Phonetically
that.
sounds similar, but come on.
Isn't that what alliteration
Gare.
is?
No, they have to start with the same letter.
Is it? Or
Yeah.
It's the same sound.
It's
That's
typically
definitely a
same
thing.
letter.
They should have just spelled forever with a P.
That would have been
Should've.
sweet.
Yeah, PH. Like it was fat.
Forever.
Like the kids.
All right, so we didn't have Tua early. We have Sean Payton joining us in a moment. I'm going to run to the bathroom because after Sean Payton, we got Shaq Leonard, CJ Stroud. I'm not sure if Jordan Poyer's coming on or not. Is that Jordan Poyer still coming on? Jordan Poyer's coming on.
That was locked.
Then I believe we have Michael Lombardi.
Boom.
Then we have Gabe Morency
Yes! Come on.
to wrap this whole thing up.
Come on, Gabe.
So let's go to the bathroom is what I'm saying, and then we're jam-packed all the way through the end of this thing, and we'll give our picks by the end.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
We have a same-game parlay that I think no matter how you're leaning
like
for
it.
the
Oh,
game
Tasty.
Great.
is looking delicious. Plus 7-something? Plus 7-something?
Yeah.
Plus 750, I think?
770 maybe?
770 is
yeah.
it?
Is that guy just going to walk on the stage there?
Thought so.
Awesome. Shout out to you, bud. Your world. We'll take a little 5-minute break. We'll be back to go to the bathroom, and then we got Sean fucking Payton.
Hell yeah.
Be a friend, tell a friend. Take 5.
Tonight is a night where everything's going to be remembered. Every play, every sweat, every fight.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I was soon, soon. Knew as a child back in the womb.
Let's have a national championship Monday, huh?
My name's Pat McAfee. I've started the show 2 different occasions already. This will be the 3rd. Wow. It's 2023. We eat adversity for lunch. There's just so many different forms of gummies coming in my mouth.
Boss man, can you do a kickflip?
100 for it? 100 for it?
Oh!
Come on, bro.
That was awesome. Hey, this little teddy bear is cool. This little round thing. Sweet. All right, I feel pretty good for this ESPN party. Let's go have a blast in there. Boom. Need you to do a red carpet. I've never done a red carpet before.
I got to poop, sorry.
I don't know if now's the time.
We're invited to the ESPN party, and now we are all sitting on a red carpet. We had no idea this was coming, obviously. We thought we were just getting some free drinks.
A lot of people on the internet say I look tired. What's that all about? I'm a massive fan of Posner. He was getting motivational speeches in between songs. He was playing other people's songs. He was telling people to stay down. We're going to make a moment. Only on the count of 3, we're going to go crazy. Oh, I know. Sad song. Sad song. Oh, yeah.
A couple of these. Bring it up. Bring it up. Who's up? What do you want?
What'd you do?
Gotta make this practice game, baby. It's gotta last until 9 o'clock.
Happy birthday, sack of shit.
So fired up to be here.
Yeah.
I got a necktie and everything.
Holy shit. Tim Tebow's here. Oh my God.
Look at that cut.
The most handsome shot in our show's history. Nick Saban has been spotted at SoFi. Great work in the back, Foxy. Boys crushed it. Now we got game day, then the mega cast. Let's go.
Hey, let's have a night.
Obviously, the enemy of great is good. The enemy of a dynasty is winning one championship and letting it go. Fran, you're obviously going to Colorado, a place that's been looking for some sort of championship for 20 years. You're also one of the greatest speakers I've ever heard. What are you saying to your team?
You can't get here and all of a sudden change. You don't want to see a different mannerism of somebody, especially the coaches. See, everybody's talking about the players. Yeah. But you got to coach the coaches, too.
Did you smile there, too? Were you smiling?
I saw a smile. I do that every now and then.
The rat poison, smiling. That's embedded fourth quarter perfection. Matthew Stafford, fourth quarter perfection. Big moments, Tebow perfection. We got some real magic here tonight, don't we? I love that toad that takes those mushrooms. With that being said, Stetson Bennett's 25 years old. He's so damn comfortable. Darnell Washington's the backup tight end. He's 6'7", 270. Brock Bowers, best player on the field. The defense full of dogs. Give me the Georgia Bulldogs go back-to-back. First time since his man and his Alabama squad. I love the Bulldogs tonight, barking all over the place, Coach.
All right, here we go, huh? A little bit of rush from old game day down the field. We went all the way to the roof to come back. We are so sorry. All right, let's roll. I gotta get to the sleep. Then I'm gonna hop over the sleep thing. Good, Brad.
are looking at SoFi Stadium, where we'll be crowning a national champion for our college football season tonight. And the Dogs are on the board early. Wide open.
That's the shot that they wanted, baby.
Oh, Stetson Bennett with his second touchdown in the first half.
Oh, no.
Georgia's first down. One-handed. Touchdown. Brock Byers. Touchdown. It is currently 45-7. It is 52-7. Touchdown.
This is just a good old back home ass whooping.
It's a blowout, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. Hey-o. That son of a bitch, Uga, is having the night of his life.
Wow.
It's raining indoors in Los Angeles. This is God taking a tinkle on something magical, isn't it? Let's get mustache.
Get him on camera.
That mustache.
Holy smoke.
Holy smokes.
Are you a firefighter?
Good for you, bro. Thanks for your service. First down, Horned Frogs on a 2nd and 3. Why don't we call a game? Holy hell, Tim Tebow is coming. Tebow, we're live.
We're on.
We're live right now. Welcome back to SoFi Stadium. Right before the break, an extra point almost killed Tim Tebow. Natural instincts had to take in place. I could not lose the greatest human on earth, and I'm happy they gave you that ball, Tim. Tone, act like you're Sonny Dykes, please.
All right, boss. First half didn't go our way. We're doing this for the great state of Texas. You know who else was down 31 points?
Who's that?
The Italians.
All right, let's take the tractor another round. What are you watching out there, Coach?
Honestly, you know, they're better off grabbing.
Welcome back to the Pat McAfee Show here on Super Bowl Feel Good Friday. Today's show is presented by Bud Light. Wide. Easy to drink.
Wide.
Easy to enjoy.
Wide.
Bud Light.
Wide.
Bud Light is making it easier for you to root for big plays in the big game, giving lucky fans a chance to win $10,000 every time there's a touchdown this Sunday.
Love that.
All you have to do is tweet at Bud Light with hashtag easy to enjoy, EASYTOENJOY, and hashtag sweepstakes, and every time a touchdown is scored, you have a chance to win $10,000.
Hell yeah.
It's hard to win the Lombardi, but it's easy to enjoy the celebration in Bud Light.
Hey, thanks to Bud Light. They are delightful. And also, this chain that they sent is one of the most iced out, ridiculous things I've ever seen. This will be hanging in the studio in the Thunderdome immediately upon return. Thank you, Bud Light.
Thank you, Bud Light.
Appreciate Bud Light. And big thank you to Zebra Technologies, okay? Zebra Technologies are the chips and things like that that are in the shoulder pads of every player and inside the football that we just learned about a few weeks ago.
Yep.
Here to talk about Zebra Technologies, brand new head coach of the Denver Broncos, absolute legend, Super Bowl champion, Sean Payton. Woo! Hell yeah, Coach.
Coach.
Oh, down the line.
Coach.
Coach. Good to see you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The team. We don't let anybody's side teams in the building.
Never.
Much like you. Solid crew. We can't hear a fucking word you're saying. You're a TV guy.
Listen, I know better. Fired up. I'm on the Pat McAfee Show. My wife's from West Virginia.
Oh, let's go! Hey, we're pumped you're on the show.
She went to Marshall.
Okay, go
Then
Herd.
she went to WVU.
Okay, go yours.
And so, like, when he comes on, it's like everything in the house stops. And I'm like, will you stop?
Are you serious right now?
Talking about an overweight punter who got a gig doing this thing.
Every once in a while, the weight comes and goes. The weight comes
I
and
have
goes.
the same issues.
Yeah, I like to eat, enjoy
No,
life.
she loves your show, seriously. And,
so you know our show exists?
Yeah. Listen, we have a lot of similar beliefs and feelings too.
Okay.
And so
hell yes,
it's a good thing.
Come on.
Yeah,
we're pumped that you're here. We're thankful you're here. We're big fans of yours. Let's dive right into it. Normally, when somebody comes on here pitching something, it does not affect our lives.
Yeah, look, this is easy.
This affects our lives.
Big time.
Zebra Technology. These are in the balls. How come they're not using it yet,
These
Sean?
are easy. Hold on. It's in my pocket here. I got a pocket mint, and then I got
Super Bowl ring. It's hard to get in his pocket with that Super Bowl
Oh,
ring.
yeah, it's tough with the tight.
So,
okay,
this is a chip, but let's start with Zebra first.
Okay.
You know how we buy something in the store, like your water? Hand me that.
Oh, I like
You
this.
see the little barcode here?
go.
This is Zebra. This is what they do for a living.
Okay.
When they scan it at the store, that's Zebra, and so that's the barcode stripes is how they came up with the term Zebra. Anyway, so the NFL 9 years ago said, hey, we want some of that. And the chips went in the pads, and look, the player union went crazy because they're able to say this guy went 22 miles an hour, or he traveled the longest today, or the field goal went through the right portion of the upright, and then it's just grown. For me, my first experience in New Orleans was I was getting practice data after 2-a-day practices. So a normal 2.5-hour practice, wide receivers traveled 6 miles. And so you'd look at and you'd look for an outlier. Like there's Brandon Cooks. Why is he 8 miles today and everyone else is 6? Yeah. And I just don't want the soft tissue injuries.
Hammies, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that. And so rather than just saying, hey, we're going to back off reps, like let's be exact with what we're talking about. The offensive linemen traveled 2 miles on average. Whoa. Now, once the O-linemen realized that this was in their shoulder pads, the minute they got on the field, they just started walking in circles, to meet their quota.
Absolutely.
But
I'm working.
Yeah, so for me, it was really just being a little bit more exact with data relative to workload. How fast, how far, let's back off, because we're not training the same anymore. Before we knew any better, we just went hard the whole time, and then we had a day before backed off, and we're learning now that there's really this type of, you build up, you peak, then you come off of it again, you build up, and gradually you're hitting higher points. So I've been with them 6 years, they've been with the League 9. These things are in the footballs now.
Yeah, they just signed an extension through 2025. I just read this, actually, and I was talking to a representative, I think, from Zebra. Why aren't they using – is it not as exact?
It's coming.
Okay, that's good news for the football.
Yeah. Because here's the first thing. You ready? This is the goal line. Yep. All right, and there's a big scrum, and half the time we can tell when the knee's down usually, but we don't know where the ball is. And so the minute that happens, wouldn't you like to see the uprights light up?
Oh, yes. Like tennis.
Well, when I shoot a jump shot right now in the NBA at the closing seconds, the backboard lights up when it's 0-0-0.
Easy to tell.
All I have to do is look at the hand and the ball.
Yep.
And if the ball's in the hand, it's no good. And if the ball's out of the hand when it lights up, it's good. So wouldn't we want, because we're trying to help the officials, wouldn't we want that light, and then I just got to see if the knee's down or not?
Yes.
And so, but here's the better one, and you know this. The punt that goes out of bounds in the air.
Bro, they fuck us so bad.
But think about the
you know it, Sean.
No, but here's the deal.
10 yards less.
Yeah.
It's like,
Ready?
my family's going to care about this.
The back referee looks, and this other guy, and he just waves his hand and said, yeah, it looks about right.
Yeah, he literally stands there like he's not behind you when you punt. Sean, you're right. This needs to be talked about.
It's the most random thing in the world.
This ref is all the way over here, 15 yards back this way. I punt the ball out of bounds this way. He has to run and try to get from behind me, and he points like this. And then another ref is running down the sideline, and then they get to the spot, and it's like right here, and it's like, there's no way that is where that ball went out of bounds.
What's worse,
Thank you for this, Zebra.
What's worse about it,
Thank
though,
you, Sean.
think about this. We go into break and don't even yawn at it. Like, we don't even question it. When's the last time you've seen someone say, he's way off? That thing.
27-yard punt out of McAfee. He didn't get a hold of it. It's like, whoa, it was a perfect one.
Wherever he decides to stop, we're like it's anyway. So that's coming, I think. And
with Zebra.
Well, yeah, and the reason it's coming with Zebra is because they got the chip, they're in the ball, they're with the league. They initially came to the league, though, and I'll be honest with you, it was for the studio entertainment value that
stats and analytics.
Yeah, my kids enjoy next-gen stats is Zebra, and so look, we get PFT all the time, and I'm like the skeptic, right? And so when someone says, the analytics say, and I'm always like, well, who's analytics?
Pro Football Focus?
Well, who's analytics? Yeah, Pro Football Focus.
Yeah.
Not Pro Football Talk. I question Florio, too.
Sure. That's kind of Florio's world, though. I mean,
but it's still like, according to who? But this just, like, we got to look for ways to constantly, how do we make their jobs easier? Like last week, we had a chain gang.
Oh.
All right, it broke.
Chain.
Yeah. All right, now that wasn't the best part. The best part was they brought the new one out, and all of us saw what a tangle issue is, right? We've had that with our hoses, right?
Yeah. Cords, wires.
Yeah, but they make hoses now you can't tangle, right?
Yeah. Because of.
And so what I thought of when I saw it is, are they going to go to commercial? Because they still have 20 bucking seconds to get this untangled.
Buck 'em.
20 more seconds. And I don't know that anyone else is watching. I'm like, that's a 20-second tangle.
We all had similar thoughts. And, Coach, we're pumped you're with Zebra because you're obviously a big voice and influence in the NFL. So if you're behind it, hopefully the powers that be will be. It'll be good for all of us. Let's move on to Buckham here.
Yeah.
Because you said that yesterday. I don't know if you were just kind of, if you thought about that. If you're
you want to move on with the new slogan, though?
Yeah. Was Denver, though, always where
I don't know.
We thought you were going to Denver from
Jump.
Right away. Jump.
Yeah, you had good insight.
Is that what you thought, too? Did you assume you were going there from the
beginning? The 17th was the first day that I could visit with another club. It was unique because here's the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge is the contract, the compensation of the Saints. So that's an element I'll talk about in a second. But on the 17th, that morning of, Greg Penner, George Payton, Condoleezza Rice arrived. We did an interview, and I felt great about it. It was fantastic. I think, having been in this league for 16 years with the Saints, I had a great triangle. I had great ownership from the late Mr. Benson, his wife, Mrs. Benson. Mickey Loomis is my closest friend, who's the GM. And so when that triangle's clean, you have a chance. It doesn't guarantee you're going to win, but it gives you a chance to win because it's not clean at a lot of clubs. It's dysfunctional in a lot of places. And so that was most important to me. When they left, I felt like, man, that was fantastic. And then visiting with the other clubs, it's all great. But the only thing left was, I don't know what this compensation is going to look like, And
for you or for the Saints?
Yeah.
Both.
For me, is the easy part, and I say that meaning, hey, this is where
precedent.
This is where it's going to fall. The complicated one was the Saints, and so here's a close friend of mine, Mickey Loomis, and I'm talking to him a little bit, trying to set the table, and
hey, this is what they're thinking.
This is what, and Mickey's looking at the Gruden Raiders deal, and I'm like, Mickey, we never looked at the anything the Raiders ever did. we threw out
selling a little bit. Yeah,
we just didn't count. So any transaction that took place with the Raiders, we just didn't count at the time.
Yeah, of course. Why are we counting it now?
Yeah, so that's exactly right. Yeah. And then eventually it became George Payton and Mickey Loomis discussing this. And I remember talking to Greg Penner, and our owner, and saying, hey, Greg, if this thing, if he's going to want this and that's the final, I don't want you to do it because it's us and it's too much. And I wouldn't do it if I were you. And I don't want to come there having given, because it's really
disadvantage
our stuff.
Yeah.
And so I'm back with Mickey. I'm like, what are you doing, man? We're supposed to be close friends here, and then Mickey's got to do what's right for the organization. I'll say this. There was 3.5, 4 days where Mickey and George were on the phone 24/7.
Really?
And trying to find, and these guys are both patient. GMs are like, I want to go now, right? Yeah. And Greg Penner's used to doing a deal like right now. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, look, in this world, a trade in the NFL a lot of times will take a week.
Yeah.
There's conversations, and then we see the trades on draft day. Well, those early
have been cooking.
Yeah, they've been cooking.
Yeah,
That's right.
So let's talk about the trade. It ends up happening. You're worth a lot more than what they traded, so I think George Payton should be happy with whatever happened with the Mickey Loomis deal, but obviously good friend of yours. The Saints are going to do what the Saints are going to do.
Good.
They got Derek in the building right now. Who knows if he'll be their quarterback in the future with Dennis Allen, friend of yours, everything like that. Last night, you go to dinner with Sierra.
Wow.
You were at dinner with Sierra last
Unreal.
night. Russell Wilson. Yeah, you were.
You were something here.
You were there.
Yep.
So if I went to dinner with Sierra, I went to dinner and met Russell and Sierra and met Joe Montana and his wife.
Oh,
Joe.
So it's a power play. This is a power dinner.
So let me give you the
How's
dinner.
Montana get in there?
Listen, he was there before I got there. But it impacted. So when I got into the league in 97, it was under the Gruden, Ray Rhodes. It was the West Coast, Holmgren, Bill Walsh, Joe Montana, and all the cut-ups were Montana. Like it was the Bible. Like I still have these tapes that are like, and so when I sit down, I think, and I've met Russell, coached him in the Pro Bowl, and so but I think Russell's wanting to dive into the Broncos, and I'm like, so Joe, when you ran through Jet Blanket 5, tell me how you read that.
Oh, that's hilarious. You were a little distracted.
Listen, it was. That's the good thing about this week, because you see these people that were. Man, Joe Montana was like.
Joe Montana.
He was something.
He's Joe Montana.
Right?
Yeah, somebody was trying to kidnap his granddaughter,
Yep.
and he took one of the Super Bowl winning footballs, threw the football, hit the kidnapping suspect in the beak, then slid down a railing, caught the baby.
Yep.
He's Joe Montana.
That's right.
We don't know if those are the exact details,
Something like that.
but something along those lines.
In that neighborhood.
He's Joe Montana. He's Western
His-
Pennsylvania stud.
Yeah, his son
Paisano.
was a quarterback that played at Tulane while I was at the Saints. And one night at a restaurant, in walks Joe and his wife, and they're there in town to watch his son play football. And I'm now that annoying person that's just going over and saying, "Look, I know you guys are eating, but can we?" And then continue to talk. Like, I know you guys are having a meal and you're chewing right now, but when you're finished, can we?
And my wife hates when people do this
Oh
to
my
me,
God.
but you're fucking Joe Montana. I don't know what to tell you. How about Russ, though? How was the conversation?
It was fantastic.
You said you've coached him in a Pro Bowl.
I had him at the Pro Bowl.
Was that a big part of your decision on going to Denver?
Well, I
because there
kinda
was
knew-
conversation about quarterback and where you're going.
Yeah, I think this. You don't know someone if you haven't coached them. We played against them a lot. Like, we had a stretch with the Saints and the Seahawks, NFC, and then playoffs, Beastquake game.
Yep.
That was a 7-9 Seahawks
Yeah.
hosting the 11 whatever.
Wild card.
And so
You guys had a lot of wins that year, you're saying? Had to go to Seattle.
no,
what the
but
fuck?
it happens every fourth year, and then everyone complains about the seeding. But the interesting thing about that is that team that had that 500 record or less wins that first game a lot. And Tampa didn't do it this year, but I was making that point on Fox, like, hey, 4-2 is what the record is. The
I didn't know that. That's a stat we did not know.
Right.
You just so happen to be on the receiving end of the most popular one.
Yeah. And
So you looked into it. Am I the only person?
bullshit.
No, I was so. It's a dangerous game for the team that's traveling with the wins, and the team that's got no wins, or the team that underachieved and hosts a playoff game. They're playing with house money.
Got you.
So we played against Seattle quite a bit. Look, Drew and I speak a lot. Russell lives 3 miles from Drew in Del Mar, and Drew for the last month is like, hey, are you close to making a decision? This guy is wearing me out.
Okay, so Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, tight.
Yeah, well, they know, they live near each other. They know each other. And so I call up Drew and I said, hey, I'm going to make you a member of the staff. You're going to be the assistant head coach of Del Mar Coaching. So there had been some ties. Latavius Murray just walking past here.
Stud.
Right? Great guy. Come here, Latavius, real quick.
Hey,
I'm going to
come
tell
on.
this story.
Yeah. Come on.
We're not going to give you a microphone, but you're going to get to listen.
You look awesome.
Right?
Hey, great to see you, man.
Hell yeah.
This is Latavius Murray, my guy.
How you doing, dude? You're a beast, bro. Hell yeah, man.
He's played.
Look at that
See you,
neck.
buddy.
How you doing, bro?
Jeez, look at that neck.
And we didn't stage this.
Hey, how you doing?
So he'll remember this story. So he played for us at the Saints, and he's a real good runner, a good wide zone runner, and still got speed, all of
Dog,
that.
yeah.
But makeup, character, toughness, like, man, 5-star, right? And he ends up in Denver with some injuries, and I'm kind of following him now. And man, he has a 100-yard game, and he texts me. This is right at Christmas time, the 23rd of December. He sent this text. Hey, my backfield teammate and I hope you come to Denver. And I'm thinking, well, backfield teammate, I'm trying to look up who the other running back is, because I'm like, who are you talking about? And then he sent number 3. And then I realized that, so I'm like, all right, we're in the middle of the season here. And then I just, I text him back. I said, hey, just be careful what you're asking Santa Claus for.
Yeah.
That was the response. And look, all these things later just become funny. But I feel like, look, I can see from afar the things that all of us have read. When you go 5-12, there's a lot of dirty hands.
Sure.
It's not, we focus on the quarterback and the head coach. Someone brought this up the other, you watch Jacksonville this year, and all of a sudden we like the quarterback.
Oh, he's good at football. He's good at football.
Right, but the year before was a hot mess.
This guy sucks, yeah. That's what they were saying. That's
So-
the NFL, basically. Allegedly.
It still gets back to that triangle of, hey, where's the ownership group fit, and how do they see the role for the head coach? How does the GM fit, and how does he see the role? And I think that you can accomplish a lot when you have similar visions. And so when people talk about culture, it's used a lot, but really it starts with people. All right, it starts with details.
Hell yeah.
It starts with people, because you could try to have great culture with the wrong people, and it can never happen.
Yeah. Yeah, you can if you want. I don't know your coach. Hey, Coach, you got to run.
I don't
gotta
have to
go?
run. I'm good.
You're
you
good?
heard me off the scent?
Go, man.
No, I'm not.
No.
They're telling me.
No, I'm good. So let's keep going here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Culture though comes with people. Everybody
Yeah.
assumes
Yeah,
Sean
no,
Payton
so
culture coming in winning.
Culture comes with people, and so that's important. It comes with details, and it comes with the correct ingredients. And so it's used a lot, but it's really pretty simple, and it's identifying certain things that you feel that you value are important. And I think that's our plan here in Denver. And look, it's not going to be for everyone.
Yeah, you're a hard ass, I heard.
Well, no, it's old school, though, the new way a little bit.
Yeah, but that
Hell
doesn't
yeah.
get talked about because you have an incredible shoe game. Incredible shoe game.
right.
When you're on TV, you're fantastic. You're seemingly like this really cool guy, and which you are. Not saying you're not.
No.
But I don't think anybody expected until we started hearing rumors like, hey, Sean Payton is detail oriented. His accountability is something that's very real. You're an old school football coach. Do you think it still plays in this modern era?
I know it. Look, I'll give you an example. So I was lucky enough to work with Parcells for 3 years. And he wasn't afraid of confrontation. He felt like, he kind of grew up in an Italian household in New Jersey where it was like you just wore it on your sleeve, right?
These paisans.
And so he got used to that. And so it was important for me to see him that way and then learn to address things right away rather than, it's something that I think by nature a lot of people shy away from. Here's one example. When you play in Green Bay, it's one of those fields where you have to wear the screw-ins. You just have to.
Yeah, because they're cooking the field and everything.
But it's longer.
Yeah.
And not only that, you wear the screw-ins and you put the longer screw-ins on the instep, John Kuhn,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so, but the teams with the younger players that go there to play have the molded shoes, and they feel okay during pregame. They seduces you a little bit. But you can tell who's paying attention to details in that game. And so we're playing Green Bay, and I remember watching the running back for the Bengals. It's 3rd and 1, Mixon. He takes a jab step on a lead play, slips. The quarterback never gets it to him. That goes into overtime. Green Bay wins this game. And really, they're going to be in field goal range. It should never get to overtime. And so you're showing your team clips of this. And here's the thing, though. It's not like I'm asking you to wear these shoes. These are the shoes you have to wear. Like, you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And so, they hurt our feet. They mess. So, but on Monday,
Celebrations.
I've got 15 pedicurists
Yeah.
in the training room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all you have to do is tip them.
Yeah.
Some of them are looking at your nasty feet for the first time. And so I
That's
use,
a great example
that's
of
old
like,
school the new way.
Yeah, it is. That's like
Yeah.
finer details. Let me tell you why I'm doing this. Yes, this is not an option. We are doing this.
And then when your feet feel sore,
We're going to take care of it.
yeah, we're going to dip them in some salt bath and rub them and everything else.
And then wait until you hear next week. Next week we're playing in a stadium that has a lot of pressure in the air. These helmets you guys are going to be fucking wearing.
Yeah.
You know, I think
It's all that stuff.
You're an incredibly successful coach. AJ has a question for you. I know that.
Yeah, that approach, has that changed, like, over your 16 years in New Orleans? How did that, like, from day one, where you come in as, like, hey, you were Parcells in your brain, and then you slowly, like, morphed into this kind of hybrid?
Bill, the mistake would be me trying to be Bill. I'm nothing like we're different.
Did you ever try to do that?
No, I would do this once in a while. Bill would create a crisis. Like if you won 4 games in a row or 5 games in a row, like, he would have a crisis.
Yeah. Just manufactured.
And it would be, and then it was like, so we would do this occasionally. We'd be heading out to the practice field, and he would say to me,
something's got to be wrong.
He'd say to me, he'd say, hey, I'm gonna jump your ass today at practice, because he wanted to come down hard on me and let the quarterback, Quincy or Vinny Testaverde or Bledsoe. So he was going to jump my ass, all right, and the quarterback was going to see it, and then I was going to turn to him and say, hey, let's go, man, let's go, and so so sure enough, he's at 9 on 7, I'm at 7 on 7, and I hear this, Sean, are we completing any bucket passes? And I'm like, Bill, we got it, and he's like, I'm watching from back here, I don't like what I'm seeing, and so, hey, let's get Quincy, let's go, man. All right.
Yes.
And then,
executing the plan.
And Bill would say that was for effect. Later in the season, there'd be that moment where he was jumping my ass, and then he would turn, and this isn't for effect.
Oh, this is real. This is real. I don't know which one's real. It's amazing. AQ Shipley has a question for you.
Yeah, so is there anything to be said, first of all, with 5'11" quarterback, right, Drew Brees, like coaching that quarterback versus the 6'4", 6'5" guy? And then the second part of this question is, did you being on TV, did you learn anything else from watching all the other offenses?
Yeah. Let me just start with being on TV. I get asked that a lot. I think, look, forget the analytics discussion and all that. You're watching still clock management, game management. I think the challenge, I saw Tom Brady talk a little bit about the execution of the game has slipped a little, and we can look at
bad football.
Yeah, and so what have we done lately in the last 10 years that was designed to make better football? Like, in other words, there are a lot of other initiatives. So,
do you think there's been bad football?
Yeah, I think it shows up in the offensive line. Is
that why you're coming back to coach?
It shows up in the offensive line play.
With the big guys.
It shows up because that's the group early on that needs
Lack
the
of
most
practice?
Chemistry. And so, look, like, I don't believe in sitting all our players during 3 preseason games. We're going to play them. We're going to play
There's some Broncos players learning that right now.
Yeah, and this whole idea that they're going to be healthier, we haven't seen the data. There's nothing that tells us, so we're going to play in preseason games. Now, we'll have a method to how we do it. But I think this, what was your first question?
About 5'11" versus 6'4".
Here's what I think.
Right?
So there's this sweet spot that you would say exists for all positions. And let's say for quarterback, it's north of 6'2", and it's south of 6'5". What's interesting when you go past that and you start trying to find 6'7", like those are like unicorns. Like, you're better off being 5'10" than 6'7" because there's more 5'10"
humans.
No, there's more 5'10" examples of successful quarterbacks than there are 6'7".
Yeah. Huh.
And so these discussions come up all the time. And so, yeah, we have – and this is analytics, right? We're discussing – everyone bags on the hand size, but it matters. And so, this to here is 9 inches. If it's south of 9, it's not good. And history will tell you it's not good because it's windy, it's rainy, and
move in the pocket.
Yeah, but the ball coming out of your hand. So this league, we've seen 5'11". Drew Brees was 6'002", so he was north of 6 foot, but he wasn't 6'1". Now, he would argue, I know that I'm exactly 6 foot. But our league has seen Russell. Our league has seen Kyler. These different players, and the only thing Bill would always say to us when a player dropped below prototype is he would say, look, does this guy walk on water? Like, because he was never not wanting to be sold on a player. He just believed a cornerback needed to be 5'11" or higher, and there were he wanted them to be low cut, not leggy, so they could transition better.
Flip.
But if I brought him 5'9.5" at corner, he'd say, does he walk on water? And then you'd say with Aaron Glenn, yes. And he drafted Aaron Glenn in the first round out of A&M. So we were not in the business of just flat out.
Yeah.
But when you tell a scout, does he walk on water, that like changes things.
So Russell is, you feel like you can have a lot of success with Russell?
Absolutely.
That was a huge part of this whole thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we were all judging it. Which quarterback does Sean Payton want to go to? Because I believe you made some remarks about a team that you'd like to go to. Is like, I'd like to be on the same page with the owner, general manager, and I'd like a quarterback, I believe. Now, there was a couple teams that didn't have a quarterback.
I'd say this. And this is a hypothetical, so I'm not, but if this perfect equation at quarterback existed but the other two didn't, that's a bad job.
Okay, so that was a big deal.
That's a bad job.
Okay.
The number one thing was ownership and front office, because that gives you the ability to fix, change, move, all of the above. If the other exists with the great quarterback, then you're just going to be a bad team with a good quarterback, and you're probably going to get fired.
Got it. So the quarterback alongside good ownership made Denver dream scenario. You see Russell Wilson still as Russell Wilson.
When do you find like the perfect quarterback with the perfect ownership and
that job's not open.
Very rare.
I don't know if
Andy Reid's coaching the Chiefs.
Coach, we appreciate you spending time with us. Good luck with Denver. You love Russ?
Yeah, I do. You're
going to make Russ better than Russ ever been, you think? Is that kind of all coaches' mentalities, I assume?
In Texas, they would say we're fixing to do it.
Hell yeah.
Buck yeah, dude.
Yeah, buck yeah.
Buck yeah. Buck everybody else who says you can't do it. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, Super Bowl champion, coach of the Denver Broncos, Sean Payton.
Yeah, coach!
Let's take like a 4-minute break real quick, and then we're back on the other side. We got Shaq Leonard, C.J. Stroud, Jordan Poyer, Michael Lombardi, Gabe Morency, and this is a treat.
That's good. I know.
Unreal.
You fucking coming in here and just sitting down and talking to us is massive for us.
No,
I hope you know that.
I enjoy. Listen, I love watching you guys. I honestly, when the outside person watches your show, they get pissed because they're jealous. Right, and and so all these pop-up shows that you just see with tank tops, and like they got like 48 people are listening.
Sean,
and then you get a media request.
Coach, they're good people. Coach. They're good people.
They're just trying.
You're the man. We hope to talk to you very soon. You got a lot of work to do. Good luck with it all, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Sean Payton. We'll see you in 5. Take 5. Ladies and gentlemen, a man with the dog mentality, Paisano, Coach Sirianni. Yes. You're fucking awesome, dude. Did you ever feel any pressure that you were going to have to change and adapt to being a head coach and speaking in the same bullshit ways that every other head coach talks in?
Some of the best advice I got was be yourself, because if you're not yourself, everyone's going to see through it.
The messaging is the same. You're just doing it in your own way, and I think that's the most important part. And being authentic, you're 100% right. As you were saying, if I wasn't me, everybody who will tell the fucking locker room immediately gonna be like, well, this guy, he's a stooge. There's another coach that wants to talk to you. Coach Sirianni, your question for Coach Sirianni.
I feel like I know you just as good as I know myself.
What is it about Jalen, you think, from your point of view, last year to this year, that is like cementing him as a guy that people are talking about? This motherfucker might win the MVP.
Well, I know which one thing you want me to say. He's a dog.
Yeah! Yeah!
He's a dog!
Yeah! Fucking dog!
Do you maybe want to play best 2 out of 3, rock, paper, scissors, coach first coach?
You're there forever, huh? Like, you have to have that mindset as the head coach? Like, do you feel like you're the perfect head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles? Because it feels like the team is the perfect representative of the city of Philadelphia. And I might be wrong. I'm from Pittsburgh, so the Johns are going to judge me for that.
I love the passion of the city and how much they care about football, because I care about football. I love football. I don't have a lot of hobbies. My biggest hobby is football.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
What you got?
Scissors. Yeah, the same person.
Okay.
We both threw scissors.
Dog mentality really is to be in the moment that you're in now and not worry about what happened in the past, not worry about what's going to happen in the future. It's all about our process and about being here today to make sure we're about to go 1-0 this week. That's it.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh,
I definitely got Jason Kelsey the kegs of beer. I was just trying to sweeten the deal of him coming back. As long as I'm the football coach here, I want him here, so I'm ready to give as many kegs of beer to him next year and the year after that and the year after that, because that guy is a dog.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Same man.
We are getting our ass kicked in this preseason game. Belichick is taking it to us. It's halftime, and we are getting booed like you've never been. I was like,
paper,
rock, paper,
scissors,
shoot.
Oh, I think you might have rock there, but hey.
You got no idea what I'm going to do, because you're like, there's no way he's throwing scissors again. Come on, baby. I got a damn flower thrown at me, right? A flower chucked down. We lost to the Chargers. Boom, flower chucked down.
Hey, how's your little manure settling in? That's literally what that John said as they were throwing that John at you. They were like, how's the manure and how's the flowers coming, coach?
Hey, this is game 7 here. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Scissors again. He threw scissors again, so did I. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, you guys are the same. Come on, hey, this is for 15 or 10.
Paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh! Dog mentality.
I got dog mentality, Coach.
Obviously, this is a conversation starter for everybody when they're talking about the dynasty, and there's still Raiders fans that are pissed off about this. Here's the game plan. Go out there in the middle of a snowstorm and make a kick that you're not supposed to make at all from 45 yards.
This is the Patriots season on the line.
Do you remember this moment right here in your head? Were you scared to death? Were you fucking pumped?
I would say I was probably more scared to death as I'm watching the Tuck Rule review and realizing, holy shit, we get the ball back. Oh, yeah, by the way, it's coming all down to you, man.
This will be a 45-yard attempt. That's Vinatieri's luck from this distance of late.
Once I got out on the field, I really had three thoughts. First and foremost, try to attack the ball, but stay light on your feet. Just like anybody, you're running on ice. If your cleats don't stick, you're falling on the ground, and then the ball's going to end up hitting your center right in the back of the head. I wasn't thinking about missing 4 of the last 5, if that's truly what was going on. For me, it was all about, hey, these guys aren't going to be able to get a good rush, get it straight and get it above the line of scrimmage. And thank goodness, as it left and I saw that they didn't block it, then it was all about, I don't know if it's going to have enough distance in this snow, let's hope for the best. And I really didn't know until the referees at the back of the end zone raised their hands. I couldn't really see it. Couldn't tell if it was good or not.
Hell yeah, because it's a snow globe. What a kick. What a moment. Obviously, that would go on to launch a dynasty that the NFL will never see again or before. What a kick. What a moment. Here's an overtime. You got to make another one.
Substantially easier kick. Not just because of the distance, but we called a timeout. We cleaned a bunch of ground. This is the one time that a coach actually icing me probably benefited us, right? Because it gave my offensive lineman with the big size 16 cleats to get out there and move a little bit more ground. And, not to say a game winner's ever easy, but this one compared to the one quarter before that was substantially different.
So you're coming out here sighing a little bit of relief. Oh, thank God. I can see the ground. I'm not going to fall.
Right.
We've already done this.
Exactly.
This is no problem.
Tied.
And then you murder that ball dead center. And then obviously in the Super Bowl, you have like a 49-yarder that you hit at the top of the upright. Couldn't have been a better ball, I don't think. You hit it cleaner. You have something inside of you, okay, that not a lot of people have. And Joe Burrow seemingly is a guy that has. What is that?
I would love to tell you that I was born with, or I developed the ability to, be a clutch under pressure. I do think that there's certain people that are born with the want or the ability to say, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Mariano Rivera. These guys and ladies are the type of people that go, I want the game coming down to me. I want to be the reason, LeBron, I want to be the reason why we win or lose. I was kind of that same person, playing soccer as center midfield, and in baseball, I either wanted to pitch or catch. I'd leave it there. I know what you're thinking. Knock it off. I know you. Anyway, but I always wanted to, be in the middle of the game and be the reason why. So once I get to football, obviously 59 minutes of the game, I'm standing on the sideline, but I guess this is the one opportunity that I can put exclamation on the game or the icing on the cake or whatever you want to do.
Hey,
What?
let's go!
This show fucking stinks. And the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it. AJ, never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it! What the fuck are you doing?
Boston
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode for the week, the FanDuel stage here live at Super Bowl 57. Hour and a half in starts now. Football has its big game this weekend as the Chiefs and Eagles will battle for the Super Bowl here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. The weather has been fantastic. The vibes have been immaculate. The energy through the roof. And this weekend we find out who's this season's king. Will it be Jason Kelce or will it be Travis Kelce? Will it be Nick Sirianni or the guy that fired him and Andy Reid? Ooh. So many storylines to unfold. 1.5 point spread. The best teams in football are still playing football. It's a glorious thing. We're having a great feel-good Friday. One day removed from finding out that Brett Favre is suing me.
Yep, that's right.
Got a chance to address that earlier. If you didn't check it out, go ahead and do it. Basically, hey, we'll see you in court. All right. Don't go to lawyer. I'll be representing myself.
Is what it is. Naturally.
Should be a good time. As I read through it, I found it pretty comical that they seemingly edited out all the allegedly.
Yes.
Allegedly. Remember, we already covered daily events. A couple of days of events revolved around where Brett Favre was getting some money from to fund some certain things. We had to talk about it.
Had to do it.
We didn't want to talk about it.
No.
Had to.
One thing led to another. Things were said. Allegedly was also said immediately afterwards. We'll see how this pans out. Excited to be a part of it, honestly. First time getting sued. It means we're in the big leagues now.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to show business, kid. Woo. You know, Carrot Top sat down here the other day. He said, I've been doing all these other shows. I said, here, this is show business.
Yeah.
The lights, the cameras, FanDuel's obviously taking care of it well. This is what this is show business. This is the way this goes. And good luck to all parties, including the New York lawyers that sent me a couple letters that kind of tipped off that this whole thing was happening. Would have been much better to just get completely blindsided, surprised by it.
For sure.
Would have been a cool moment.
Yeah.
But the letters were very properly put together. You will apologize by 8:30 p.m. Wednesday, Super Bowl week, or face legal action.
Oh. Okay.
I've been with me a long time. Even if if Brett calls me and Brett says like, hey, I didn't do everything that all the like evidence and everything that's,
all the media outlets are saying
and other people that report it, like I didn't do that. I would, appreciate like, if you would maybe make that right, because I actually didn't do it. I said, Brett, come on the show. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's do the whole thing. Let's do it. And then it would be a good conversation. Instead, I get some New York lawyers penning me a letter telling me I need to go back into our log, delete everything, apologize publicly. We command this.
What?
Okay. All right. Good luck out there. I'm pulling for you. I don't think I can end up in jail.
No.
And also, I think we're in a really good spot.
The auditor had a good response.
From the small amount of legality books that I've read, I think we're in a good spot. I think we're okay. Our case is solid, especially because allegedly was always said in there.
Yeah, I mean, like Dick said, the county auditor, I think it was like Shad White, who also got sued. He fucking yammed on Brett from the 3-point line. Well, instead of paying these lawyer fees, you could just pay back all the money that you stole from all the poor people. But that's
allegedly. No, that was his quote.
That was his quote.
That was not ours.
And he did not say allegedly.
We hope this will be strike that from the record.
I did not say that. That is what the county auditor said.
This is show business, baby. We're excited to be a part of it. AJ Hawk is here. AQ Shipley is here. Obviously, Boston Connor, Ty Schmidt, and Tone Diggs. AJ, your name wasn't named in that.
Nope.
Yeah, that's weird.
Nobody else. It was just your name, right?
Wasn't even our company. Just my name.
The second follow up with the threat for the apology is what's weird to me. I feel like, is that a normal situation when it comes to lawsuits?
He's your best friend. You tell him.
I actually have not looked into any of it, like what's normal, how this normally goes. I just know when I got the letters, I thought it was a rib.
Yep.
I thought it was a rib.
Yeah, like punked.
I thought this was somebody from WWE, like Michael Cole, who got access to a solid header and knows what these letters look like. Read through. I laughed at both letters whenever they were sent. Like, actually, audibly, this is awesome. And then the commanding of an apology, I'm like, oh, this is definitely somebody fucking with me.
Yeah.
And then Daily Mail is whenever I found out it was that was the real deal Holyfield, I guess.
And it makes sense that AJ wasn't, named in there because Brett allegedly used to do the satin gum trick to AJ in the locker room all the time. He couldn't do that to his buddy.
What is that trick? Can you explain to the people that don't know what that is?
I don't think we need to dive into that. Joining us now.
Expand your scrotum.
Is a
I don't know. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
So you didn't do that, allegedly?
Not to me, at least. I didn't see him do it to anyone else. I'm not
you look very jocked today.
I don't even know what Ty's talking about.
You look very jocked today.
Jocked up.
Very jocked up.
You guys are such idiots.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
I just looked over and I saw Sean Payton
holy
sitting
shit.
here and then other people sitting
Sean
here.
Payton
Sean Payton's kind of jocked.
He is jacked.
He is.
Super jocked.
He's awesome.
He's going to go win over there, huh?
Yeah. Broncos, Super Bowl.
Hey, just real quick. Owner and GM much more important than quarterback.
Sounds like it, huh?
That's what he said. I said, so we heard that you need an owner, GM, quarterback. Let me stop you right there. Okay, we could figure out the quarterback if the owner and GM are good. That was the only thing that was important to him. That's a huge deal to kind of find out
Remember
about.
that happened when Lombo came on, like right after Lombo heard the press conference from the new owner.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, Sean Payton's perfect for that fucking place.
Yeah, and Sean said we had good insight. Joining us now is a man who might be able to give us insight on where he's going to go in this year's draft.
Ooh.
We got a chance to see him boots on the ground perform at the Peach Bowl down there in Georgia. He is the face of Ohio State. Ladies and gentlemen, quarterback, C.J. Stroud.
Sir.
Woo! Good to see you, dude. How are you? Hell yeah. Everything's good. Not as good as you. I see you with the A1 pants on. You're rep by Athletes First.
You know David. That's the guy right there.
Oh, yeah, you got good representation. That's
Yes,
Aaron
sir.
Rodgers' representation
not
among
bad.
other people.
Yes, sir.
You're here with Auto Trader. What are we doing? Moving cars? I remember you had a G-Wagon, I believe.
Oh, yeah. So I told him in the back. That's what I was going to bring up. So I wasn't going to play good, bro, because I had the G-Wagon?
Well,
that was the worst that came out your mouth.
I just, listen, I was projecting my own. If I had a G-Wagon and millions of dollars as a 20-year-old, I'm not showing up at anything.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Practice, meetings.
I don't have that luxury. I'm trying to build generational wealth and for my kids' kids. You know what I'm saying?
See,
So
you're
I'm
much more mature
There we
than
go.
I ever was. So that was just
Okay.
simply me projecting
There
what
we go.
I would do in your situation.
All right, I try to make you bite your words. I hope I did that.
Dude, we saw you at the Peach Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, now listen.
Bald.
The way Ohio State's schedule is set up, like, the only game that mattered was Michigan. No matter how great you did all season, nobody wanted to talk about it. I got a chance to be on game day. It's like, hey, Ohio State is doing what Ohio State's doing to people. Oh, they haven't played anybody. So when Michigan game happens, I feel like your entire school gets judged. I think your fans lost their minds in Ohio.
Right.
Then you get a chance to play against Georgia in the playoff. And I think the way you handled that, not only as the leader of the team, but those 30 days or whatever it was, getting better, continuing to work, not knowing you're going to get there, was like maybe the biggest thing I've seen out of any quarterback of the last college football season.
I appreciate
How
that.
did you handle that all mentally? Because obviously after Michigan,
Right.
I mean, you got a lot of Ohio fucks. He was not one of them. But
I
you
was
know
on your side
Ohio
from day
fucks.
one.
Yeah, he was on
Yep.
your side
Okay, I
since day
appreciate
one.
that.
But a lot of Ohio State fans
Right.
were losing their mind. Obviously, you were getting talked about it in a negative light.
Right.
And then you show up against Georgia and you played your best football game you've ever played. The way you handled that, is that just who you are? Did you grow into that? Did that
Right.
teach anything to you? What was that whole experience like?
Yeah, for me, man, I definitely think that adversity isn't new to me. I definitely think that that's how kind of I grew up a little bit, just my childhood. And I mean, those were, I wouldn't say life or death situations. Those are more drastic situations. And I mean, at the end of this, it's football, man. It's a game. And I do take it very serious. I mean, I work my tail off every day to get wins and make sure our fan base is happy and things like that. But sometimes it doesn't go down like that. So, but my job is, man, as a leader of the football team and as a quarterback, is to keep everybody grounded and just let people know, man, at the end of the day, it don't matter what they say. It's about what we know we in this building. And that was just a message. And I just try to really make sure that that was clear for me and my teammates. And people were just talking too crazy. We was like, man, we finna
Very loud.
Yeah, and it's like they forgot that we thought we didn't know how to play football anymore. So I definitely think that everything happens for a reason, and I don't really base my thought process or my happiness off of people, because people are known to switch, and I base my happiness off of Jesus Christ and my faith and my family and the people around me. So that's where my foundation comes from, and that's what keeps me happy, keeps me grounded.
Yeah, because everybody came right back around immediately after that Georgia
Right.
game. And by the way, Georgia beats TCU only by 58 in this game.
Right.
So, AJ Hawk has a question for you.
Hey, in that Georgia game, I know leading up to it, people were saying, oh, maybe C.J. Stroud uses his legs a little bit, runs a little bit more. Was that ever on your mind? You did when we needed to, obviously, and you played unbelievable. But was that
Right.
something going in through your bowl practice that you thought about? Like, hey, I may pull a few of these
Right.
reads that may not look as clean as normal.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I definitely. I had some great coaches contact me. Of course, Coach Day, Coach Dennis, Coach Fish, some dudes I have in my circle at Ohio State, and we just went over some film and was like, man, we could use our legs a little more. I was dealing with, I don't make any excuses, but I was dealing with a little injury throughout the season, just trying to get it right. But at the end of the day, man, I would try to do anything I could to get my team to win. And in that last game, using my legs was the way to do that.
Hey.
So I definitely think that I got to do that and showcase that. And that's something that I can do and I will do in the NFL.
Hey, just real quick, as you were talking there, I was thinking to myself, so you only heard when I made fun of you having a fucking G-Wagon? Did you not hear what we said after?
No.
Did you hear what we said after the Peach Bowl?
I'm going to clear the air.
Because I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, I was
no.
pitching for this
I
dude to
was
be the
gonna
Colts
give you
quarterback.
love.
Like, I want you to be in Indy for 10 years.
Right. I'm going to give you the love where you deserve. You have been vouching. I appreciate you, Pat.
Come
You've
on,
been
dude.
vouching for me.
Watching you
Right.
play against Georgia was like, hey, that's a Sunday dude.
Dog. Guy.
That is
Yeah.
a Sunday guy. And your running, I think, was a big part of the storyline
Yes,
because you have that in you. You just said you were going through a little bit of an injury this season. Us not knowing about that makes me like you even more.
Hey, I don't believe in that, because at the end of the day, man, you got to fight through it, and I did. But of course, definitely should have maybe tried to do it anyways. But at the end of the day, man, you live and you learn, and that's something that
You're a weapon, dude. Not a lot of people
appreciate
could do
that.
what you could do. I
Thank
can't
you.
wait for you to fully
But I feel like
explore.
I've been doing a lot of great things my whole career. I think
Yes.
I think people took it.
Absolutely.
I think people took me for advantage for throwing 400 yards a game, 5
Easy,
touchdowns.
easy,
And
right?
they just thought it was regular, and honestly, it's really not. But at the end of the day, when you have the weapons that I have and that I was blessed with at Ohio State, and then of course put in the hard work and the great O-line, great tight end play, great special teams. I like special. I love
Guys got some
specialists,
dogs over there.
regardless of the situations. It's definitely been a great situation at Ohio State. And
That would have been, if he
blessing.
makes that kick, he's the
Man.
most stone cold killer of all time.
He is a stone cold killer. I don't take it away from my guy Russ. I love
dude,
my
I'm
nickname. He's Buckets. He's Buckets to this day. I don't care.
Okay, respect buckets, because I'm sitting underneath that field goal.
Yeah, I seen you.
As he's kicking it, and in my head, I'm like, I am so scared for this guy.
Yeah.
I have no idea how this guy makes this kick.
Because I'm still trying to understand. Put me through that mindset, because you've been in those type of kicks.
I think just the ball gets like real small.
Really?
You know, I just think, I don't know, dude.
50-yarder, right?
Yeah, it was a 50-yarder to go to the Natty with how you guys performed.
Georgia.
Just like Adam Vinatieri, for instance, he's the greatest of all time in those moments. Justin Tucker, those dudes are just like actual serial killers.
Right.
Like they could just turn off their brains, and it's like, what am I doing? Oh, I just have to kick this ball.
That's dope.
There's not 30 million people watching with everything in there. That game with Georgia, I think you won over every human that was maybe ever questioned anything.
Appreciate it.
Going into the draft process here, what do we got? We working out? We got interviews? Are you talking to teams already? Are they talking to you? Are you
haven't been talking to too many. Haven't been talking to too many teams yet. But I've been working at Huntington Beach with 3D QB, Adam Dudo, Taylor Kelly, John Beck. Have been my trainers, man. I've had a really good process with them. Just working on some things I need to polish up. Trying to show my athleticism more in my pro day and in the combine and things like that. And just trying to kill the interview process. Trying to do good in board work, which I feel like I'm naturally good at, but can always be better. So just a lot of hard work right now.
Yeah, that's all the whole thing, right? The recall, board work shit they're going to put you through, especially because they're talking about you being number 1 overall pick potentially. You got a long couple months coming up.
Yeah. They're going to say some bad things for a little.
People are going to say terrible things about you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
This happened. No, we're sorry.
Don't
be sorry.
all
There's going to be
good.
teams that like you that are going to lie about you because they're going to want you to fall to them. It's a disgusting. What you're about to go through right now. You're much more mentally tough. We already found that out, obviously, than I am. But just keep your head down, man. You're an absolute star. AQ has a question for you.
As you're getting ready to go through this process, do you plan on throwing at the combine? Or are you just going to kind of put everything to the pro day, and then do you guys have like a game plan moving forward to where that's going?
Yeah, I'm still in the process of deciding. I'm the type dude, man, where if I'm healthy and I'm willing to do it, then I'm going to go out there and do it. I'm nothing to hide. I'm nothing to shy from. I would not be running the 40.
Smart.
But
And let's not bench either.
I'm leaning on the side of throwing. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't made my decision yet, but I mean, I dreamed of it as a kid, so why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, people can talk bad about you, talk good about you, whatever the case may be. You got to go out there and have fun and really enjoy the process, because at the end of the day, what I'm doing right now is what I've been dreaming of doing for so long, man. I've been working for this moment for forever. Even though it's hard, even though I'm doing a lot, still a blessing in the struggle.
Hell yeah.
So
it's awesome.
Thank you.
Is this ball too big?
Heck no.
Big mitts!
Yep.
Massive mitts!
Big hands, baby.
Sean Payton just said that literally, if a guy's hands are under 9 inches, you can't draft him.
Can't do it. Nope.
Can't do it. Sean Payton's won a lot of football games.
How big were Drew Brees' hands?
Yeah.
They're more than 9
Do you
inches.
know
I
how
will
big
tell
your
you
hands
right
are?
now.
9 and something.
Do you know how big your hands are?
Like 10 and something. It's a little past 10. I have basketball hands. I grew up in a basketball family, so.
You still got it or not?
You know it.
You can
I got
shoot or not?
highlights. Shoot. I'm a shooter. No defense.
Yeah, that's good. Smart.
If it's
Much
a
more
small
fun.
guy, he going to the rack, I might try to glass him. But if he big, I'm not getting dunked on.
Yep, can't have it.
I don't guard until I hit a shot.
Can't have it. Did you play in college at all at like rec or pickup?
Yeah, so we would go up to the rec. I'm actually gotten a lot of trouble. Not trouble, but I've gotten a lot of backlash from our basketball coach because I called out our basketball team. And I was like, we'll beat them 5-on-5, and I'm still believing in it.
Hey, I love it. I appreciate you. I also love Auto Trader. I was just reading up on this a little bit. Just the process of buying a car, incredibly easy through Auto Trader, I believe. You've been experiencing this?
Yes, sir. It's been a great process with them, man. Just going into the transition of being a college kid, going into being a pro, being a rookie. Dream I've always had is just to buy my parents a car, my mom, my sister, wherever is in need of it. And Auto Trader makes that easy for me. Just having a busy schedule I do have, the way that they do it online is just really easy, really transitional. It's quick and easy. Whatever car you need. You want a truck, you want a mini. I know you're a minivan guy.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, so you want a minivan, we got you an Auto Trader.
I got a sunroof. I need a sunroof though on the.
All the way back. It's gonna have the speakers.
Oh, boom booms.
Everything.
We got some boom booms in the
We're gonna
minivan.
put some Forgiatos on there.
Oh!
I seen Chris Johnson in here. You got a Chris Johnson's.
Okay, I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need, bro.
CJ, good luck with everything, bro.
Appreciate you.
Congrats
Thank
on all the success. You've been rich like for years though. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Generational wealth is on the way, though. You've earned it all. Enjoy the process. Ladies and gentlemen, CJ Stroud.
Yeah, CJ.
Let's
go.
Can I keep this?
No.
Sure?
Sticks with the table.
Not the dude.
We got other quarterbacks. We got to test their hands.
Yep.
That's right.
Let's see how it looks.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
you,
it.
CJ. Great career.
Good luck with
Good
everything.
luck,
Thank you, man.
Hey, great career.
Go get him.
Yeah, we'll be out there for Combine. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, you can go
Wherever
wherever
you
you want.
want.
You're
Wherever you
CJ
need to
Stroud,
go.
dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you're CJ Stroud. You can do whatever you want. Good luck out there, dude. Is that Mulligeta? Is that Mulligeta?
Where?
Is that Mulligeta? Hey, is that?
I think
Excuse me.
so.
Is that Mulligeta? Is that Dave?
Is that David?
Sir, holy shit. Can you come up to this microphone for a second? Can I talk to you for a second? First of all,
I'm a big fan.
no.
I'm a big fan.
Stop. Don't say anything. Massive respect. dude.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Massive
Let's go, David.
respect. Has anybody at the White House or anything said we need international relations to be handled by our best negotiator, David fucking Mulligeta? Has that happened?
I need you to be my PR guy.
No!
I don't know what you charge hourly, but I need you to be my best PR guy.
I just got sued by Brett Favre, so I might call you. But honestly, you are incredible at what you do, sir.
I appreciate it,
That's
man.
a talent,
Definitely,
a real
man.
weapon. You should
And
be proud of
obviously
yourself.
You're killing it, man. Appreciate you.
Dude, appreciate you, man.
Definitely.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Love you, David.
Holy hell.
That's the guy.
That's the guy.
He is the guy.
That's the guy.
And he's got Stroud.
Oh, my God.
Come on. Stroud made the right choice, too.
I just got butterflies.
Yeah, now you know how we felt when GaryVee came out here.
Yeah.
That's greatest negotiator of all time.
Yeah.
Actually greatest negotiator of all time. Joining us now, a man who I hope gets repped by this guy soon. I don't know who this guy's agent is, but I assume it's a good one. Man who got paid. Last year we didn't get to see enough of. Actually, his absence is probably a reason why the Colts are in the situation that they're in right now. Was dealing with a lingering issue with nerve, I believe. Going to be back next year.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Going to win defensive MVP.
Hell yeah. What?
Ladies and gentlemen, the star of the Indianapolis Colts, Shaq Leonard.
Yeah, Shaq! Go.
Man. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you, man.
Gucci shoes.
Looks good.
Like those things are sweet.
Chain sick, dude.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man.
Try to get like yours.
Yeah, well, I seen the Maniac there. Figured I got to do my thing. We're iced out. No big deal. Having a convo here at Radio Row. How are you feeling?
I'm good, man.
Hold on. Let's dive into this.
Oh, bless.
Shaq, I don't know how everybody else is talking to you. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to talk to you.
Yes.
We missed you
Yeah, I missed
mightily
you.
this
Big
season.
time. Yeah.
The NFL missed you. The Colts missed you. Football missed you.
What?
Sports media missed you.
What?
I know you have a nerve thing that you were dealing with. How is that feeling? How are we going? Are you going to be back?
I'm feeling better. That's number one. The strength is coming back in my leg, so that's amazing. You say that y'all missed it, man. It was very hard for me to stand on that sideline, and I tried to push it. I tried to push it too early.
Yeah, we saw you a couple different plays.
Yeah, and
I literally watched everything you did.
Yeah, man. I felt like I was out there on a dead leg. Like I had no feeling in my left side, and I was just trying to fight through it. And I just wish I had someone to tell me, bro, this is not good for you. And let's take a seat and let's get healed before you can get back on the field. So that's why I was happy that Jeff Saturday came along, man. If Jeff Saturday was like, this is not you, and we got to figure this thing out, and he was like, I'm shutting you down, and that was by far the best thing he
I
could've
heard
did
Jeff
for me.
was bad coach.
Man, Jeff is a great coach, man. You can cut that out, man. I can't stand that. It makes
You
me so
enjoyed
mad.
Jeff. You
Yes.
enjoyed Jeff.
Yes, man.
Felt his influence as soon as he came in the
Yes,
building. Not only
yes.
looking out for you here, but everything else.
Man, listen. Jeff came in with the right mindset that he wasn't going to sit back and allow just bad play. And it was more so he demanded excellence from everybody. That offensive line, of course, everybody would criticize the offensive line. You see they got better, didn't they?
Well, they're highest paid,
You know
but
what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, he came in and made sure that everybody knew exactly what was at stake and what he wanted from out of each and every player. And he was not, like, when we go play the game and, when we blow a lead or something, that next meeting is what we've been needed. Like, nah, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to put you on the big screen, and I'm going to let you know that this is unacceptable. And I hate that he gets a lot of hate because just coming in week 8, week 9, and not knowing a coach on your coaching staff.
Parks Frazier's calling plays on offense. Guys never called plays even on Madden. I said he never picked up sticks.
So how do you expect him to come in and go 8-0, 9-0, whatever? Give him a full off season. Give him his coaching staff or whatever the case may be, and I think that'd be a great spot.
It sounds like a ringing endorsement right there.
Bingo. I like
the Colts have told Wink Martindale that he is no longer in the running for the head coach. He would have been a great coach, I think, everybody would have loved. I've gotten a chance to know him. I assume you would have as well. But that's not what we've heard about Jeff Saturday much. And I'm happy you spoke on that because you were in there observing, and you, like one of the greatest football players in football.
Yeah.
So that definitely means some stuff. AJ has a question for you, Shaq.
What was it like when not only obviously your head coach is gone, but then when Jeff is named interim head coach? How surprised was everybody in the locker room? How aware of what Jeff was doing was even like in that locker room? Did you guys know about him and what he was doing?
We didn't know nothing, man. It was so we played the Patriots. That was the last game. So we come back and they were like, all right, we're gonna have Monday and Tuesday off. And I forgot which guy in the leadership council meeting was pushing to meet on Tuesday. You know, we just lost, so we didn't want Monday and Tuesday. I was wanting to come in, and they was pushing like, "Nah, we don't come in." So then when we go in on Wednesday, that's when we all found out, and we were like, "Oh snap!" You know what I mean? And then, you know, when Jeff came in, and he was basically like, "I'm not trying to be a Frank Wright. I'm gonna be, you know, Jeff Saturday. I'm passionate about the game. I'm a screamer. I'm gonna call you out." So from the first day, he let us know exactly who he was as a person and what he was gonna demand as a coach, and I enjoyed it, man.
Was he consistent throughout then?
There's no question.
From that first day?
There's no question.
That's all that matters, right? You respect a guy that's consistent with it.
Even like when it was week 17, he was still calling out the guys.
Really?
You know, and he made sure that we practiced hard. He did everything you would
Guys,
want
next
from a
Lombardi.
coach, man.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
Hire Jeff.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're back on the
Hire Jeff, Jim.
train.
Come on, Jim. We know you want to.
I thought he didn't want to do it anymore. It's like, so whenever I found out he still wanted to do the job, I'm like, man, this is a lot of time away from it. He was doing ESPN, and then he gets called on a Sunday. Oh, now I'm a head coach of an NFL team.
Think about it, man. You a competitor, right? So when you're a competitor, there's no way that you want to go in something and leave it bad. You know, you want to at least walk away from it knowing that you gave it your all and that, you know, you left it happy. You know
Colts have a chance to be great again?
Say it again?
Colts have a chance to be great again?
I mean, there's no question. We got all the pieces.
You do.
We got all the
not,
pieces.
not all the pieces.
I mean, we got majority of the pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like
Great pieces.
If you look, all right, let's talk defensively. You know, you got DeForest Buckner.
Great.
Then you got Grover Stewart playing phenomenal.
Dog.
And then you got Yannick was giving you sacks. Then Quiddy and Dio came along well. And then we had Bobby. You know, Bobby and Zaire stepped up at the linebacker position to play well. E.J. Speed, I thought, you know, he should have, you know, I thought he was a great linebacker. He
blocked punt for a touchdown.
Yes, man. He's a great player. And then on the back end, you know, you got Stephon and, you know, Isaiah Rodgers is a young corner. You know, I think that, you know, got a lot of talent. Then in the back end with Rod, you know, the rookie, man, he had 4 or 5 interceptions. So you got all the pieces, man, and you just got to put on the
Super Bowl.
Here we go.
We're winning the Super Bowl.
We just got to we got to have somebody to demand it. Demand it, man. Like,
is that on you? You don't think?
I mean, listen. I'll put it like this: you as a coworker or as a player in a locker room, I can come to you as a coworker and tell you, hey man, you need to step your play up. Hey man, like stay in your gap, or hey man, I need you to hustle a little more. All right, that's me. That's player to player. You know, then if your coach is saying that it's good effort when you think it's a little different, so
letting people off the hook a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I can say whatever.
Jesus!
You know what I mean? I can say whatever, man. I can.
Because I thought it was you guys, to be honest.
Man, listen.
I kind of lost faith in the locker room.
No. I think the locker room was still there. Everybody come on, man. We all want to compete. We always want to win. I mean, we as players, we seeing the stuff on Insta. We seeing the stuff in the media. We don't like that. So, of course, we want to go out and step up and play. I'm telling you, man, if we had guys or everybody that's have the same goal and no individual mindset, and it's all about winning the championship and being the best defense area ever, being the best offense ever, and being the best special team ever, man, instead of having a lot of individual accolades or individual stuff like that, man, I think that we have an opportunity to be good, but we're going to have to demand it, and we got to work hard, and we got to make sure that we have the coaches to demand that and actually put us through them tough positions. So then when they get late in the fourth quarter, you know, we're not running out of gas. We're
not rolling over.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Got it. Connor has a question for you, Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq, I am a Patriots fan, so I actually don't really love the Colts. But as someone who lives in Indianapolis, it is a much better place when you guys are winning. When you were just talking to AJ there, you said leadership council. Is that like you and some of the other guys on the team? And are those the guys who are telling everybody, hey, we need better effort and all this stuff?
Well, the leadership council is like the voice for the team that goes to, you know, coaching staff or whatever the case may be. And yes, them leaders are supposed to be, you know, guys who step on other guys' toes. And you know me, I don't mind it because I'm gonna be the prime example of how to run to the ball. I'm gonna be the prime example of how the game is played. And if I'm out here doing it and playing it at 110%, if I'm asking you to do the same thing, you can't get upset with me because I'm actually already doing it. I'm not asking you to do something that I'm not doing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, you know, a lot of people fall for, man. A lot of people just forget that this game is a privilege to play, and that, man, it's hard to get here and it's hard to stay here. And you got to play it with absolutely everything that you got on every single play, and you got to demand it. You know, you got to have, for one, you got to have somebody who's
hell yeah
is telling you this
Shaq.
and actually pushing you to be your best. You know what I'm saying? Because I can go out there and I can say, you know, the first quarter I get 2 turnovers. Oh man, I had a great game. You know what I mean? And that's just a mindset, you know, some people can have. But you still got 3 quarters left.
Hell yeah.
I want to go out there and say, you know what, I'm gonna take the ball away each drive, each possession, and that's the mentality that you're supposed to have. That's why if you see me mic'd up, I'm always, before we walk out, it's 3 and out takeaway. It's all about mentality. It's all about, you know, having that mindset that these guys ain't crossing the 50, or we about to put up 50 on these guys. You know what I'm saying? And we got to have that mentality in the locker room, or have that swagger about ourselves. And
why'd we lose it?
Why'd we lose that?
Why'd we lose that? Everybody got money?
What? No.
You guys are a young crew. Everybody got money?
Nah, man. Nah.
Kind of lost your way. What happened?
I think, man, injuries, man. If you truly take a look at it, I say for me, for one, you know, not having a leader, well, the defensive leader in the middle.
Yeah, you were the voice.
I could take that, and then, you know, JT was battling his you know, his foot, ankle, and then Matt got hurt early. You know, it's been a lot of injuries, and I see like we're still young too, though, man. Like,
come on, we got time. We're winning Super Bowl.
Michael Pittman
very
is
young.
Like, believe it or not, Michael Pittman is a veteran. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he's only year 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're going to have them slip-ups, you're going to have them mistakes because there's no veteran in that room or veteran all the way around.
So we kind of got to learn all these bumps.
Of course.
As opposed to somebody teaching the game.
Of course.
Tone has a question for you.
You spoke passionately about Jeff and how you felt about him. Have you felt responsible to go say that to Mr. Ursay or Chris?
Great question. Have you been asked?
Nah. I mean, I haven't been asked, and it's not my job to go in there.
Sure. Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean? My job is to, for one, to get healthy, and for 2, you know, play the game with everything I can for my 111. And I am, like, if it ever came down to it, of course, you know, I would go in there and say, you know, I like Jeff because of this. Because, man, I've been a part of good teams, you know what I mean? And in high school, it was a championship lifestyle. In college, it was championship lifestyle. Then when I got here, so I've been around a lot of coaching. I know, like, what it takes to be that. And Jeff got it, man.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, Jeff got it, man.
Hey, as do you, sir.
I don't know if I'm just a little biased, but I could just tell that he has this demeanor and his attitude about the game. Like, he's willing to learn. He's willing to ask questions. Like, going to players, hey, what can we get better at? Coaching staff, what can we do here? Is it the training room? Is it the food or whatever? Like, he's trying to figure out the core problem and trying to fix it inside out. And, man, I like it, man.
Hey,
I like it, man.
I love that you're a part of the process of fixing it, man. I can't wait to see you back out there. We're playing next year, yeah, you think?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the plan.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Congrats
Yeah,
on finding
of
out what was making you have a dead leg. That is not
man,
fun
thank
at all,
you.
and
No,
also
no.
probably scary.
Man, very
I said it was a
scary.
very scary situation. Happy you're on the other side of it. You're the man. We're lucky to have you in Indianapolis,
Yes, sir.
Can't wait to watch you play football again. Ladies and
Thank
gentlemen,
you.
Shaq Leonard.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Go.
you,
No
Shaq.
problem, man.
Hey, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
He's great.
Yeah, I mean, he beat the Chiefs. So
Saturday, man.
Jeff.
It completely changed my whole perspective on it.
I mean, I didn't want to bury anybody because that's not what we need to do on this particular defamation lawsuit Friday.
Sure.
But, like, how do we get to that point? You know, that's the next question.
Yeah, true.
You know,
where
and if
no
you're-
one's being held
Well, I mean, he
accountable
said,
or anything
Well,
like that.
If you're Carolina and you're looking at
You read
that.
between the lines.
Nah, we ain't saying that. But also, what happened? Team was great, and then it just fell apart. He's saying behind the scenes, we need a little bit more accountability. I'll be telling guys, hey, we need to do this differently. And the coach is like, this is fine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of weird, isn't it?
That's not good.
That's to me. So the standard, they don't have a standard, I guess. Right?
Yeah, the coaches
standard
can't
is
be
the
the ones
standard.
undercutting the players.
Yes, they're saying good effort, and then the players are watching the same film and saying that's not good
What's
effort.
his coach's problem, AQ?
Come on, AQ.
I don't know, but you've seen it. I mean, we watched Hard Knocks this year, and it's like, hey, look at Buda Baker. What, like, we need everybody's effort like that. So obviously people are accepting.
Yeah.
Like, why would everybody's effort not be what Budda Baker
Yeah.
or Darius Leonard?
Yeah,
right?
makes us Shaq Leonard. Thank you. Have some respect.
Sorry.
Joining us now is a man whose effort is always high. He has become the senior insider for the association. Has some breaking news, I do believe, out of the NBA world that has been riddled with breaking news all week. Friend of the program, Sean Payton.
God.
Come on.
Jobs isn't here.
His name is Sean.
Oh, in the flesh.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
He looks cooler in person.
What's up, buddy?
Holy shit. What's up, Shams?
Man.
Wow. Oh my God, you're right here.
there, buddy.
With that. Holy hell, dude.
throne.
Sit on your lap.
Look how handsome you are in real life.
Unreal.
Come on down, buddy.
Hold on, let's see if it works.
I can hear you.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you hear me?
Oh, hell
Oh
yeah.
my God, let's slide that thing back a little
Nice
bit.
jacket.
Here, let me
I
get
like
you.
that jacket.
Yeah, we don't want
Oh,
to
I
mess
think
up
I
your
can
hair,
fit
Sean.
The Jack. How about that shirt, AJ? Are you kidding
Is that
me?
an XL?
Right here.
XL? Yeah, right.
AJ.
Is this good? Is this
Sean's a
good?
male model.
Sounds
This is good?
great.
Yeah,
Sounds-
yeah.
All right,
great.
cool,
You're not
cool,
kidding.
cool. I appreciate you having me. You know, I know this is a big time for you, a big moment for PMS. Look at this studio. This is crazy. This
Come on,
setup is
Shams.
amazing.
We're lucky
This
to be
setup
here.
is amazing.
Shout out to FanDuel Stage.
Shout out.
Shout out FanDuel.
Shout out to you being a part of the FanDuel family this season, and shout out to you obviously being incredibly busy and making time for us. Already checking some information probably. So we had Kyrie to Dallas.
Yep.
Turns out it works. He scored like 27 points. They win.
Yep.
Good for them. Kevin Durant out here to Arizona. Welcome to
Phoenix.
Arizona.
Wow. Phoenix, where's the fans right now?
Welcome,
Where are the fans?
welcome to Kevin.
one's
No
going
fans are
crazy
allowed.
right now?
No fans allowed.
Where's
We
the
had a
media?
Wiz Khalifa concert last year.
Yeah.
We were potentially the problem.
They banned him.
But there's more breaking news out of the NBA. Zito told me you have breaking news.
Yeah, so there's a NBA 3-point shootout at All-Star Weekend this year. I have a few of the names.
Okay.
okay.
Oh, this is a big deal.
Here we
This is a
go.
big deal. Zito tells me in my ear that there's a whole situation around this right now.
I have a few names.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna give two of them
Okay.
Perfect.
because of Indiana. You know, this Indiana time.
Oh.
Larry Bird.
Tyrese.
That'd be
He would win it probably.
Yeah, he would.
Could you imagine the hick from French Lake comes
Two
out?
teammates.
Sorry, flip that thing upside down.
Two teammates. Tyrese Halliburton
Dog.
and Buddy Hield will be in the
Also
three-point
dog.
shootout
Okay, let's
at
go,
All-Star
buddy.
Weekend.
Huge news.
Shout
Shout out.
Tyrese.
Shout out Indiana. And
TJ
it's
McConnell.
expected Damian Lillard and
Oh.
Anthony Simons, another set of
Sweet.
teammates.
Wow.
There we go.
That's star power.
Yep.
Star
So,
year.
4 of the 8 participants broken here on Pat McAfee Show.
Thank you,
Let's
Sean.
go,
Baby
Sean.
Sean.
Let's go. Is
The
LeBron
other
doing
four?
the dunk contest?
Yeah, is LeBron Duncan?
The dunk contest, LeBron James is not going to be
How about
okay.
Zion
Thought maybe.
Williamson? He doing a
No
dunk
Zion
contest?
Williamson in the dunk contest.
He's
No
still
John
hurt.
Morant in the dunk contest either.
I heard G League guys are doing dunk contests.
Mac McClung, first G League player
Oh,
of all
dog.
time.
He's been the internet for a long
I
time.
remember McClung.
Internet sensation.
Yeah.
He's a
Mac
flying
McClung.
white, right? He's an
Oh,
explosive
yeah.
white.
Yeah. He can get up there.
Sure.
6'2" guard. You know, every dunk he has goes viral.
Because he
online.
attacks the rim.
Yeah, he throws it down with power. Like he's trying to break the rim. We need more dunkers like that at like 6'6", 6'7".
Amen.
Is he going to be in the NBA? or-
Yeah.
Amen.
Well, he's gotten a couple call-ups. He's played with the Lakers. He's played with the Bulls in the last year or so. He's not getting called up before the All-Star break as of right now.
We
As of
need
right
to
now,
see
but we'll
him
see.
get called
Yeah,
up
why
so we
do they
have
hate him?
NBA dunk
Yeah.
contest.
Yeah,
We'll
can we
see.
maybe get some guys who are actually in the fucking NBA that want to be in the dunk contest shots, or is that off limits?
You know what?
Hell.
I actually like the creativity by the NBA. I
No
personally think.
Dude, I just came back from the Pro Bowl games. Creativity's great.
Creativity.
It's great, dude.
I actually think
heck?
the creativity is great. You know, having a G League player in there.
It's good for the league.
He has a pretty good social media following. I
Okay.
understand what you say.
What about
So,
Bobo?
Let's
his
go
dunks
grab
viral.
some guy from fucking Rucker Park who rips the rim down.
Yeah.
Skywalker.
Yeah,
Lethal
exactly.
shooter should
All right,
be in the
let's
fucking
do some more
three-point
basketball
Professor.
questions. It's not Shams' fault.
No, it's
not.
not.
I guess.
It's not Shams' fault.
but
You're
he
getting,
I'm trying to
Shield.
make this a basketball show.
you're getting
that's what we're
attacked
trying
right
to
now.
do.
I'm sorry, Sean.
Massive trade week here, right? I
Yeah.
mean, this is a big deal. The NBA should do this every week. Every Super Bowl week, they should just take it over with their biggest stars being
Well,
traded.
usually the Super Bowl is before the trade deadline. And,
Okay.
And so there's like a lull that whole weekend where there's no activity, nothing's going on, and then that week is a flurry of moves, but it kind of gets overshadowed because of the Super Bowl and the outcome of the Super Bowl game. But this year, it was before, and I feel like the NBA took over the week. in
Deadline's
some
today?
ways. The deadline was yesterday.
So we're done moves.
Yeah, the moves are done for now. Pat, I would definitely not be here if the trade deadline was today. I love you, but I would not be here.
You'd be on your phones having to do your thing.
I would be in my dungeon.
This is a big trade deadline year for
There were like
the NBA.
23 trades. I think definitely
Massive.
the most that I've been a part of.
Russell
most
Westbrook
flurry.
out of L.A.
He's going to Utah.
And that's because he was undercutting LeBron James's message when he said, hey, we need to be dogs out here, be greedy. And he says, yeah, let's have fun though, too. Like immediately afterwards.
I think mentally Russell Westbrook was just at a place where he knew he couldn't really control the outcome, right? Like Darvin Ham had brought him off the bench. So I think he really looked at this season like, I'm just going to play hard, play just to have fun. And that's all. He control what he can control. I control having fun and bringing a good attitude. And I think that's what he did for the most part. But that team wants to win, and they felt like going out and doing what they did.
Bringing in Russell.
Bringing D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
A different.
Who's that?
Oh.
It's a person.
Barack Obama.
It's a person of interest.
Mostly person of interest.
Person of my interest.
Oh, that was like Whitey Bulger.
But I think
R.I.P.
I think when you look at the moves that they make, that they made this deadline period, the guys, the buys that they brought in, Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt, D'Angelo Russell. They brought in a lot of talent. Mo Bamba.
Oh yeah.
Mo Bamba.
Hold on, Sean.
He had a song named.
Oh, it's a great song.
Shaq West.
Yeah.
A motherfucking dog, I believe is what he
There's
said.
a player who was not happy with him last week.
Hold on, though. Let's move. You said that Kyrie was going to the Lakers. You lied to us.
What happened?
What was that about,
Right
Sean?
on this show. Not on his desk, but you lied to us.
They pursued him heavily. They just didn't get the deal done. That's all.
Dallas wanted Kyrie bad, obviously. Is this for him
They
and
wanted
Luka to
him
be
bad,
on the
for
court
sure.
at the same time, or for them to alternate and maybe get some rest?
Well, I think so. Luka Doncic was supposed to possibly play tonight. He's now not going to play. He had a workout. He felt some pain in that heel. So him and Kyrie's debut will wait a little bit more.
Damn it.
Take a little bit more time. Unfortunately, he felt pain in his heel. He's coming back from a heel injury. But they're going to play here in the next week or so.
Was there a report that the owner of the Nets did not want Kyrie to go to the Lakers because how openly Kyrie wanted to go to the Lakers, and your reporting of the Lakers being the only team that Kyrie was going to?
I said there were other teams. I did say that. Listen, I think the Lakers and Nets were negotiating. I think the Nets did negotiate with the Lakers in good faith. I don't think there was a mandate, don't trade Kyrie Irving to the Lakers, because the Nets had laid out, if you put in a young player like an Austin Reeves, you put in some draft assets, we'll engage with you, and we could trade you Kyrie Irving. The Lakers made an offer. Russell Westbrook, 2 first-round picks. They didn't put any of the young players in there. But listen, now when you look at it, hindsight 2020, you look at the moves that the Lakers made this trade deadline week, they got a lot of bodies in there. And so you really have to weigh. Do you want to go all in, give all your chips into Kyrie Irving, or do you want to go get D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt, Mo Bamba? They brought in a host of role players that I think they feel will beef up this team.
Last question here quickly from Connor.
Yeah, speaking of Mo Bamba, Pat Beverly tweeted that Waj was kind of taking it to you. And then after that tweet, literally seconds, you announced that Pat Bev got traded to Orlando for Mo Bamba. Was that strictly to spite Pat Beverly because he was trying to dunk on you?
What's that all about?
I'm always going to take the high road in these situations. We're both Chicago guys.
Oh,
where's Zito at? Where's
Hell
Zito?
yeah.
Chicago guys. So listen,
Dahn,
Pat Bev,
Dahn.
he's going to be in a great situation. Hopefully, he'll get bought out by Orlando and find himself a new home.
But you were laughing to yourself when you typed out, "Oh, you think that's funny,
like
Pat
Orlando?
Bev?" But you're going to Orlando.
What
now.
I will say is, I had a feeling this trade deadline week that he was going to be traded. They had been discussing potential deals. And then that tweet came out, and then another tweet came out, and more tweets came out. So
That seems to be your life.
Shout out Chicago, though. Pat Beverly. Chicago.
Hey, shout out to you, Shams, crushing it. We can't
appreciate
thank you
you
enough
guys
for
having
making
me.
time
Thank
for
you,
us,
thank you,
unannounced.
Unbelievable.
Go,
Out of nowhere.
You look so good, dude.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I'm trying to be like you. You
guys look great.
Look at these heavy hitters we got on this set.
God, it's
I'm
fat.
honored.
Yeah, what the you call me heavyweight?
All right, thank you, Sean.
I get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Ryan.
You gotta lose some pounds.
We appreciate you, Sean.
Got to be so happy he came on.
He is.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm here for you guys.
How many texts a day, Shams? 2,000?
I would say around 200.
200?
200.
So 200 in, 200 out?
That's 400.
That's 400, yeah.
Maybe 200 in, 400 out.
250 in.
Okay.
And out, I guess. And then trade deadline week, probably like 600 to 800, somewhere in that range.
How many tweets are you putting out there? You're changing Twitter,
Lunch.
I think yesterday I put out like 30.
Had a baby.
That's not bad. That's light.
That's kind of
A little light work trade deadline.
Yeah.
No big deal.
You're the man, Shams. Keep climbing. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you,
Shams
Sean.
Ryan. All right, let's get to a break here, and on the other side, we'll have All-Pro Poe.
Oh,
let's go.
Pro Bowl Poe. Friend of the program, Jordan Poyer, will join us on the other side. Be a friend, tell a friend. Take 3. something big. Hey, we're announcing something big, AJ. We are up to something. This is the coolest moment of the history of my existence. I think people are going to be startled. It's a joke, and I can't thank everybody enough, honestly. I'm up to something. Today's a big time day. Let's go. Not only are we going back to Plum to do something cool, but today is the day that our heater horse has arrived for the Super Bowl. It's a pretty big deal. You know, whenever you get a chance to give back to where you're from, especially a place that helped create me and mold me, I'm very, very lucky to do it. I'm lucky to be from here, and it seems like the only smart thing to do would be give back. Stinks here, huh? What's up, Kennywood, dude? Kennywood's named after Kenny's Woods. A man named Kenny owned the hill in the woody area. They turned it into an amusement park, which is a Yinzer staple. So Jeezy actually shouts out this area we are in currently. I think life can be much simpler whenever you just take care of your people, enjoy your life, and do your thing, and that's all we're trying to do. You know, growing old, slowly dying. How about you? How's everybody? I'm gonna give a full lead up to how I got to where I'm at. I think I'm very lucky to be from here. If you're a kid that has walked through these halls, you understand something that not a lot of people do. I think Plum is a much different place than everywhere else. And there's Nick up there. Go look at Nick, how pissed off he is. This past summer, I was driving through here because I was here for an event, and Angelo Bolino, little blonde-haired kid, was kicking on the same field that I used to kick on as a child. And he had like 2 balls and a holder. And I was watching him kick, and then he would go shag for himself, and then he would come back and kick. And the easy question is, if he had 10 balls, how much better could Angelo Bolino be? If I would have been able to have 10 balls, 15 balls, new cleats, new everything, chances to go to camps with my teammates and everything, what could have happened? So I said to myself, literally after meeting with Angelo, great season, by the way, dude. I said, if I ever get a chance, I'm going to try to take care of the potential humans and kids that were in my exact position in Plum. I'm going to give $200,000 to the Plum area soccer. I'm going to give $150,000 to the PMFA youth football. I'm going to give $100,000 to the baseball youth. I'm going to give $100,000 to the lacrosse. And then we're going to have $2 million in this fund that'll just start. And hopefully it'll only go on from there. Sweet stuff for sports. Just anything to make everybody's, the teams and the players' lives easier, better. Trying to streamline the entire process of taking care of the athletes at Plum High School is kind of what it's all about. Hey, you too. Wow, dude, that was cool. All right, Narati, like the Indy. You're going to have a lot of people that have never accomplished anything in their life tell you that what you're thinking about doing isn't possible. Just because they don't think they could accomplish it doesn't mean anything to you. Cheers, everybody. Hey, we're all Mustangs here. Let's go. The guy that didn't even stop after just Deboing your head coach, let's get him the fuck out of the building. I mean, unless he just hates McVay, which we need to maybe look into a little bit more. I'm sure he wouldn't not know that that happened. Maybe he was trying to get as far away from it as possible. But whenever he didn't stop, I thought to myself, whoa, are the Rams?
What the hell's going on?
What's going on with the Rams?
Oh, they're dead.
That's a head coach who just got blown up and nobody even stopped to see if he was okay, aside from a couple coaches. The guy that hit him just keeps on fucking jogging on the field, not even a, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Not even one of those guys.
He couldn't have known. He couldn't have known it was a head coach.
If that happens on the field, they're pulling Sean into the blue tent. Hey, are you sure you're okay? I mean, you didn't fall, you didn't drop the ball. You just got hit right on the button that we're talking about. Sean McVay eats it, spits it out, puts the headset back on. Thought his commentating career was in jeopardy.
Sure.
He's allegedly been offered $15 to $20 million to go into the booth, which I think we're going to see a lot sooner than later with how this whole Rams thing is going. Bounces back, calls the rest of the game. Now they lose. They are not good, but he's a tough son of a bitch. I think we all need to start recognizing that a little bit more about McVay.
Can you imagine how fucking sore he is today? He's eating out of a straw for the next week.
Hey, welcome back to our humble abode for the week, the FanDuel stage, on this glorious defamation lawsuit, Feel Good Friday, February 10th.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
A couple days before the Super Bowl 57 kicks off, and we'll be giving our official projections and predictions here in about an hour and a half or so. We have a same-game parlay that we're about to boost, and we feel very, very good about.
Unreal.
And joining us now on this stage is a man who, finally made a Pro Bowl.
Yeah. That's right.
Can finally tell people he's good at football.
Yep.
Also an unrestricted free agent, a man who has called Buffalo home for a long time, has been a perfect example of a Buffalo Beal. Now where will his new home be? We shall see. Front of the program, ladies and gentlemen, All-Pro Poe, Jordan Poyer.
Yeah!
I was talking to him in the back there as we were getting set up. I told him not to get too nervous. Bright lights and the cameras out.
Don't get nervous. The bright lights come on. Don't get nervous.
How are you, man?
I'm
How do
doing
you feel?
well.
How's the body?
Everything's good, man. Everything's good. Taking some time to get my body right, and I feel good.
So you're unrestricted free agent. It's the first time in your career? No, second time?
Yeah, it is the first time in my career. Unrestricted free agent. Going to enjoy the process, and we'll see what happens.
You had a pretty good year.
Made
Pro Bowl.
Good time to be a free agent.
About time, right? Oh, I did. It's about time,
You're
right?
a good football player now.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
When you look back on the season, how do you take it away? Obviously, you guys didn't end up where you wanted to be, which would be right here and not being able to talk, but being able to play. But how do you look back on the year? Seems like a lot, right? A lot of people are talking now that you guys might have got worn out by everything that took place.
Yeah.
A lot of emotional stuff. If you go all the way back to training camp with the shooting at the grocery store and everything that happened in Buffalo, did you feel that from within? And is that your takeaway after looking back on the year?
Yeah, you could agree to that to an extent. When you think about all the stuff that we had to deal with throughout the season, whether it was the shooting in Buffalo, some stuff going on in the Pagula family, whether it was the injuries that we had to deal with, Micah Hyde, Von Miller, myself, Tre'Davious White, obviously, the snowstorm. I
didn't even remember that.
I had 3.5 hours. I had to go outside and shovel snow just to get to my truck. And then obviously the DeMar Hamlin situation. Just the stuff adversity that we dealt with throughout the season. If you were to tell me that we'd have won 13 games having to deal with the adversity that we were going to go through at the beginning of the season, I'd have probably told you crazy as shit. Like, there's no way in hell. But
it's a lot.
It's a lot. We stuck together as a team. The group of guys that we have on that football team really bonded together. We were a really close group of guys and really love each other. And so when bad stuff started happening, really put our arms around each other and just, loved each other and just continue to work, continue to put our head down. And like you said, I think that last game we just ran out of gas. Getting down 14-0.
Can happen. You can see how it happened emotionally.
Yeah. Get down 14-0 early and then just didn't find a way to come back into the game. Couldn't find a way to fight back into the game. And so, but yeah, like I said, really proud of the guys of how we handled what we had to handle throughout the season. But yeah, we just came up a little short. Only one team gets to win at the end of the season.
Did you see DeMar last night?
Yes.
That was him?
That was
that was standard him. Same old DeMar. You feel?
Positive. Yeah. So
Not
proud
Michael
of
B.
him.
Jordan. Right. We can squash that rumor.
Yeah, we can squash that rumor. That is DeMar Hamlin.
Okay.
And I'm super proud of him.
Hell yeah, that's tough. Could you imagine what he's going through? I couldn't imagine.
I could not imagine at all. But just knowing the type of person that he is, on and off the field, I could see how he's been able to overcome all the obstacles and going to continue to have to overcome some obstacles throughout his life and over these last 4 months. And so, like I said, before everything happened, I had been proud of him just as the person that he is. Not just on the field, he's a hell of a ball player, but off the field too. He's learning, he's growing, he's in the community, and this is just going to continue to propel him to be just that much greater of a person. So I'm so proud of him.
Bro, he was dead.
He was dead, and I saw it.
I have no idea how you guys.
I was from me to you. I was from me to you.
Bro, there was some real PTSD almost. I think from a lot of people that are watching watching that game. It's like, damn, this is something we've never experienced. Obviously, you guys could have never prepared for that or experienced that. That'd be a rough couple days, just emotionally, of everything going on. Not just obviously DeMar's situation, but that is a shock to happen on a football field out of nowhere.
Right. You play the game that you love, and to see something like that, it really puts a lot of things in perspective, and it really, I left that night, even the next couple of days, even the next maybe couple of weeks, really kind of asking the question, like, what the hell are you doing?
It's football,
this is a game that we play. I come home, to my wife and my daughter, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, what if that was me? What if that was me? But at the same time, you kind of balance both of them, and as the days went along, we started getting better and better news that obviously started making guys.
Did you know anything before us?
I think we probably got the same information maybe 30 minutes before anybody else. We would have the team meeting, and they would continue to update us, and then it would get out into the media. And so, but yeah, those days, those weeks, even a couple months after that, you're asking yourself so many questions. Like, is this what I'm doing? Is this what what am I doing? I just saw my best, one of my best friends die on the field, and have to be brought back to life over a game.
Standard hit, too.
It's just and I've seen D-Ham. D-Ham is a banger. He hits, and to see, just a routine hit like that, and to see it play, it was like a movie. It was really like a movie. It was almost surreal. And I continue every time I talk about it. I always got to give our head coach Sean McDermott a lot of credit, because in that moment right there, really when we got into the locker room, nobody knew what to say. Nobody knew how to feel. Everybody was just wondering, is D-Ham okay? And then, we're kind of wondering, are we going to have to get back on the field and play the game again? And we were in no state of mind to be able to have to do that. And Sean, stood in front of the team and he told us, look, I'm not going to make you guys go back on the field after what you just saw and have to play in this game. We're going to cancel the game. I don't care if they forfeit the game. I don't care if they give us a loss or whatever. I'm not making you guys go back on that field. And, I mean, like I said, nobody knew what to say, but for him to say something, and let alone, say that, I give him so much credit, and, he's such a great leader, and, I'll never forget any of that, man. I mean,
it's going to be a movie too, man.
It's definitely,
it's gonna be a movie. And they're saying he's going to play football game.
Yeah,
they're saying he's going to play football game.
I mean, that's
he's a
who he
Pittsburgh
is.
guy. Obviously, we should have expected that.
Makes
But
sense.
what a scene, what a moment, what a time, and I think it would make sense if you guys got emotionally exhausted from it all. AJ has a question for
What
you.
about you physically? Now you're going to be an unrestricted free agent here. This first time, I guess, in your career, you will be unrestricted, especially coming off another big year. You played through 15 different injuries, collapsed lung, you drove to games, elbow, everything. How do you feel? What's the plan now, and how is it maybe different from what it would have been in the past when you weren't unrestricted?
Yeah, for one, I'm just going to enjoy this process.
Good.
I don't know what's going to happen. If it's in Buffalo, great. If it's not, that's the business. And
You feel like it is going to be a Buffalo or no?
I don't know.
Really? No.
Everybody gets to
leans.
make a open for bidding, so they can be in play.
Yeah, it's definitely can be in play. I don't know, but like I said, I'm going to enjoy this process of whatever it is. My first time in the being a free agent, but at the same time, I'm going to get myself healthy. I think in the middle of the season, I just needed some time, like 2 or 3 weeks, to get really healthy and get everything back. And so that's my main goal this offseason, is to get healthy, so that next year I go into the season.
Yeah, you were looking a little fat this year. Isn't that what you were saying?
Not as shredded this year.
Yeah.
I kind of like. I rather
step
I
slow.
like that. That's
Because
fine.
remember at the beginning he was getting all those picks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was like, whoa, we're gonna donate $1 million.
Poyer's got a gut.
Crazy. Jinx the shit out. Next year, if I get 4 or 5 picks, I'm not coming on the Pat show to talk.
No. Make it $2 million. Yeah, make it $2 million next year.
Golly, nah. I had 4 early on, just didn't find any later.
No, they didn't find you. Obviously, they're
they stopped throwing at you.
That's how it is. That's how it is.
You know why? They didn't want your charity to get
They
$1 million.
didn't want my
Quarterbacks actually bad people.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
They should have been throwing you the ball.
Terrible people.
Do they care about the kids?
What are we doing?
I don't know. It's
What are we
certainly
doing?
charity.
Connor has a question for you.
So for you now going into free agency, what's important to you? Obviously winning a championship is location, anywhere near your family. Do you want to stay maybe in an area where there's, up and coming city like Boston perhaps?
Up and coming.
There's
That's
water,
the city in the world.
Pittsburgh's
Great in trouble. You don't get me in trouble on
Hey,
this show,
just
right?
just spitballing here.
Indianapolis is awesome.
Yeah,
They got it indoor too.
Yes, we do. With Supergrass.
You ever have a Renegade to play before you come out for a
Good
defensive
song.
series? It's sweet.
Sounds as good as Thunderstruck by AC/DC.
Yeah, the Colts don't have any of that, but we do have that roof.
I'm going to enjoy the process, Connor.
Okay, fair
I don't
enough.
know what the frick is going to happen. It'd be crazy to go to Boston.
Sure.
It'd be crazy.
Crazy fun.
It'd be
Sure.
crazy to stay in the East. That'd be
Yeah.
crazy. What
Yeah.
a crazy story.
Yeah.
Midwest, maybe Green Bay.
No,
No, come on.
Real cold out there.
Cross that name off.
I was just playing. Like
All right, so now there's 30 teams.
Okay.
All right, now we got 30 teams. Sounds like the Bills aren't going to be there.
I want, like I said, just enjoy the process, and what makes sense is going to make sense, and that's
No ill will towards anybody.
No,
Buffalo.
not at all.
Lucky to be a Beal.
I was blessed. I was super blessed to be a Bill. Super lucky to spend my last 6 years out there, and those fans are amazing. But this is a business. They tell you that the first thing you do, the first thing you get into the league, that's what they tell you. This is a business. You can never get too attached somewhere. Don't think that somebody loves you this much, because before you know it, it's thank you for your service and
future endeavors.
Yeah.
Ty has a question for you, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan, throughout the season when we were talking to you, you said how, you're not great, but you picked up golf, and then we saw you at the Pro Bowl games just absolutely fucking tattooed.
What was it,
that
320?
drive.
Yeah.
320,
Won the whole
wins
thing.
it, walk
Yeah.
off. I mean, I'm not so sure if you keep hitting those, drop on 350, 360.
Yeah.
How much golf are you going to play in the offseason?
I'm playing a lot. I'll be playing a lot. I play a lot of golf. I play a lot of golf in the off season. I probably play 4, maybe 5 times a week if I'm lucky. I think.
Why don't you focus on football, maybe?
So what I do, since you asked, Pat, I go train in the morning. Pete Bomarito, shout out Pete. Train at Pete's in Aventura. Get done about 12 o'clock. My guy Kyle over here, we go hit the links, whether it's in Aventura or my country club, Coral Ridge Country Club. We play till about 4 o'clock, and that's my day. That's South Florida right there.
That sounds like the greatest of all time.
Yeah, go work out in the morning, go golf in the afternoon. That's just.
I just said, why don't you focus on football? Because I heard somebody on the internet say.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy's playing golf.
That's the internet. That's the internet. We just let that. We don't worry about that.
Never?
Never. Why I need to worry about that?
You're awesome on there. Everybody likes you on there.
Yeah.
Everybody loves you.
I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking about the negative stuff. I don't pay attention.
No, mute. You mute.
Yeah,
mute block.
I'm a big block guy.
Oh, yeah.
Big block guy.
Hell yeah, you're doing the world a favor.
Oh, great favor. Oh, God.
Could you do it in real life? It'd be awesome.
It'd be amazing. What do you mean? Hit him? You just hit a block button. And
mute him?
Just mute him.
That'd be awesome.
Pretty sweet.
Dude, that would be cool. We just bust out a fucking remote from the bed.
Yeah, like click. Adam Sandler.
Yeah, there's a movie on that.
Oh, yeah, you want that Bed Bath & Way Beyond.
Yeah, bingo.
You watch movies?
I do.
You watching any of those series that are out right now? Last of Us, Poker Face, anything like that?
I just watched Wakanda and Avatar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Avatar. Was you finished it? I didn't watch the last hour. What were your thoughts?
Yeah,
I had to leave.
good?
I had to
It
leave.
was long as hell. But I really loved it.
Great movie.
I liked Wakanda better, but I just absolutely loved both of those movies. I'm a huge, New World theory guy. I just love the New World idea.
What's that?
New World Order?
No.
Oh, you're in the Illuminati?
Whoa. No, not just like a new world. Both in Wakanda and in the Avatar movie, a new powerhouse of a world showed up to
Got
it.
you.
You know what I mean? And
Pandora.
Exactly.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're in space a little bit.
I'm a big space guy.
Hey, they're here, bro. I guess just a couple
They're
days ago
here.
there was something
They are here.
in Scottsdale.
They're here.
they're everywhere.
Let you know, they're here.
Who are they? They're you?
I don't know. Whoever you perceive him to be.
It was growing on your elbow this year.
Remember
one of
you had
them
that
landed.
It was the bionic elbow.
Bingo. Yeah.
You like that?
I forgot about that.
Right?
That thing was wild.
Big ass damn thing. I caught 4 picks with it, but I mean, damn.
Hey, you were playing a lot this year, too. Feels like there was a couple games where you probably could have opted out if you wanted to. Played great football in an unrestricted free agent year. I'm fucking pumped for you, dude.
Hell yeah.
AQ has a question for you, Mr. Poyer.
Yeah, you've been in the league for 10 years now, right? So do you have a number? Like, when you first came in the league, was 10 the number? Now you've hit 10, and now we're going to another number? Or is there?
No, honestly, it was 10. 10 was my number
Hey,
coming
congrats,
in.
dude.
I appreciate
Let's
it. No, 10, honestly, was my number coming in. And, now that I'm here and I'm in this position, I honestly feel like I could play another 3-4 more years. That's just how I feel. We'll see how it takes me, but I honestly think I can play another solid 3 years. Maybe steal the 4th year on the end, on the back end.
There you go.
Teach some young guys.
You getting smarter at football? Yeah, even in year 10? Like, you feel like you got smarter at football this last year, or did you already peak?
I think every year that I play, I get smarter. The experience. I don't know if that was a joke. I don't know if he was joking.
Do you ever peak mentally? I don't know. Can you peak mentally?
I think you're always growing as a person.
I would hope so.
I would hope that you're always growing
golf,
as a person.
of course. I'm talking about football. Did you feel smarter this year than you've ever felt on the football field?
Yeah. I mean, I think every year, like I said, every year that I play, it's that experience. It's not necessarily like smarter. It's just, I've been in this situation. I've been in this, I've seen this formation. I've been in this, this defense, and it's just that experience that you continue to build over the years that you've been playing.
10 years is a long time.
Yeah.
Tone has a question for you.
With all your experience, how come nobody ever covers Kelsey?
He's a great freaking tight end. To me, I think he's probably the best tight end to ever play the game of football. I mean, he's so fast, he's elusive, and he's hard to bring down. And I mean, obviously having Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback helps a lot, but at the same time, even without him, he's a really good tight end, and he's, like I said, he's able to make catches and find soft spots in the defense and then make people miss.
Why don't you guys cover him? Like, that's what everybody says,
Right,
but I feel like him and Patrick are literally trying to.
They're playing backyard football. I mean, if he's dropping back and he feels you on his outside leverage, he's not just going to break into your outside leverage. He's going to sit down and break away from your leverage or maneuver a way to try to get you to fight over the top. Like he has so many vet moves that when you watch him play, you're like, well, damn, that's how he did that. He's not necessarily in the game. You're like, what the we were playing a quarters coverage one time, and he ran this over route, and really it was the first time I ever seen him do it. He ran an over route. It was like, we call it like Dino TRC, and the safety's going to cut the over and the corner's going to fly to the top for the post from the other side, and he ran this over route, and 10 times out of 10 times this over route continues to go to the other side of the field.
Clear out almost.
This time he ran the over route. He saw me cutting it. He pivoted in the middle of the field and ran back, and Pat was just waiting for him to read him to whether he was going to go across the field or whether he was going to sit down, and Pat threw it right in the soft spot of the defense. And he just understands the game of football, and it's awesome to watch him play. It's fun to go against him.
They're saying the Eagles are going to kill him.
That's why you play the game.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Jalen Hurts also a weapon, right? We saw what happened with Fred Warner. Fred Warner had to just wait on whether or not Jalen was going to run it. That style of offense, obviously, somebody's going to be stuck in cement, especially when it's the best player on the team. And Fred Warner on the defensive side of the ball, it's going to be a big story. But like that Eagles offense, allegedly unstoppable too, right?
This is going to be one hell of a game, ain't it? To me, I think it's going to be like a 33-30 type game.
Ooh. Oh, you like
a
the
high
Here
score.
we go.
Whoever has the ball last, whoever's going to get in field goal range to kick that last game, win a field goal.
Well, and they had the new overtime rules because you guys.
Yeah.
That is true. I don't like to be reminded of it.
No, I know. I know. I hate it. You're a Pro Bowler though now. Finally.
Yeah, appreciate it. Finally.
Bro, what a joke, don't you think?
Joke.
Like when you got voted in, I'm happy you showed up at the Pro Bowl because I could see how you could potentially be jaded towards it for so many years, supposed to make it. Then you finally make it. It's like, I don't want it anymore, but you came.
Yeah, I wanted
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I had a hell of a time. It was a great time. Brought my family out there, and I'm glad that I did go. I was like, I felt like I've had better years than I had this year. But like I said, to get voted into a Pro Bowl, by your peers, by the coaches, by whoever votes in, thought it was really special. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go and enjoy this. Who knows if it ever happens again? And it was in Vegas.
It's gonna happen again.
That's what I'm saying. But like, it's just like you just.
We got 3-4 more years of it.
Yeah, you took the top off.
Huh? Go ahead, Connor. Yeah, you just open it up.
Yeah, you probably won't be at the Pro Bowl next year because you'll be playing in the Super Bowl with the New England Patriots. So Pat just mentioned kind of what everyone's saying about these Eagles versus Chiefs. Eagles so good, they're dominant, everything like that. How much does the team actually hear? Like, do the Chiefs hear everything that these people are saying, or are the coaches almost just feeding them tidbits to keep them motivated?
I think with the social media that we have nowadays, I think everybody hears everything.
So you guys hear everything?
Yeah, I think especially the way the algorithm is on Twitter and Instagram, and it's like you're on the Chiefs team. Like it's like somewhere the AI knows that you're on the Chiefs team playing the Philadelphia Eagles, and so it's going to show you. Twitter's going to show you everything. How
about the For You one? It's just a bunch of people talking shit about you. Right? Is this for me or is this against me?
Is this against me? That's what am I looking at? Like you got to hit the following button just to see the people that you're following to see their tweets. It's like, what are we doing? So yeah, you definitely see all of that. I think you guys saw the Chiefs talk about Burrowhead. Everybody talking about Burrowhead, and so I know that was a big headline, but at the same time. Players hear that stuff, and whether you feed off of it or not, or you ignore it or not, that's we're professional athletes. You got to learn how to deal with the good, the bad, the negative. So, but it is definitely hurt.
That's just funny thing. This is not for me at all. This is all very against me.
Tearing me down.
Elon, what is the deal? You just brought up Joe Burrow. Obviously, you played against him a few times, and that's going to become a thing. I think the Buffalo, Cincinnati, everybody's assuming Josh and Joe are going to run into each other a lot in that AFC. What makes Joey Burrow different than everybody else? He's a dog, huh?
He's just a dog, man. He the command that he has, for one, the confidence that he has in himself and in his teammates, and just the command that he has of that offense. Obviously, he has great weapons around him, but they don't do nothing that's like trick 'em, dick 'em type offense. They go out there 3-by-1, 2-by-2. They're gonna run line dragon. They're gonna run high lows. But Joe is very smart. He understands defenses. He understands coverages. He knows when to get the ball to his check down, and he lets his playmakers make plays. And so whether that's a 50-50 ball that he's throwing down the sideline, knowing that it's either going to be his guy or it's going to be incomplete, he trusts his guy to make those throws, and he's very accurate. And so he's to me, I think he was the next. I played Tom Brady 11 times. I don't want to put my stat out there but I'll put it out there. I'm 0-11 against Tom Brady, so I'm super happy that
he's gone for good.
That I don't got to play Tom Brady anymore.
He's gone for good.
But Joe, I've got 2 picks off and 1 to the crib, so I had to throw that out there.
Let's go. Yeah. That's fair and
but
balanced.
Joe Burrow is, I would say, he has that Tom Brady aura to him when he is taking command of his offense. He's coming up to the line of scrimmage.
AFC North sounds happy.
Yeah,
that's big time
awesome.
Steelers fan. Remember that whenever you're picking where you're going to play in this unrestricted free agent.
Yes, sir.
Joe Burrow's not in the AFC South over here in Indianapolis. We can't thank you enough for joining us. Congrats on all the success. You're the best, man. You take care of your community. You play great. Your story's immaculate, and it's only going to get better.
Thank you guys for having me on. I really appreciate it all.
Hey, we got sued by Brett Favre. Will you donate to the GoFundMe for me to have to pay that?
I saw that. What? Oh,
pretty
crazy.
This is
What
show
are we
business.
doing?
This is show business.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
Oh, my goodness.
Jordan Poyer.
Yeah, Jordan. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Hell yeah. All right, Jordan stopped by. Obviously,
Man.
chit chat about life. Can't thank him enough for that.
Yeah, you can send him.
Hey, see you,
Appreciate
Jordan.
it, man. Over here, Jordan. Thanks, man.
Hey, good work in front of the lights. Yeah, no problem.
Love you, Jordan.
I do love Jordan Poyer.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's yoked too.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of fat this year, but he has.
I like
strength.
saying it. We said that about DeMarcus Ware too during the Pro Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
I said DeMarcus Ware looks sloppy fat. He does not at all. Like those guys that take it so.
He has a whole workout program.
Yeah, he's an app.
He's an
Yeah,
app.
came
He's
on the
made
show.
the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Marcus got
congrats.
to the Hall of Fame last
Obviously,
night.
should have.
As did Joe Thomas.
Zach Thomas.
Zach Thomas.
About time.
Hell yeah.
Revis.
Revis Island. Definitely needs to go in.
Don Coryell.
Hell yeah.
Don.
Air
Fun
Coryell.
fact about Revis going in.
Aliquippa High School out of Pittsburgh now has the most Hall of Famers for a high school ever.
Who
That's
else?
Pittsburgh.
Hell yeah.
Ty Law.
Welcome to football hockey
Mike
town.
Ditka.
We did it.
Dang, that's awesome.
Yeah, Ty Law was one of the intro to him last night. Said my fellow Aliquip,
love it.
Quip or whatever. A lot of dogs coming out of there.
Dogs.
And the guys that don't end up in the Hall of Fame still beat you at every sport.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Still beat you at every single sport. Shout out to Darrell Revis. Here's the Hall of Fame class. Rondé Barber. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I got a chance to play golf with
Play
Rondé.
golf, yeah.
He's a good dude. I completely forgot about that. Dahn Coryell, obviously coach and contributor. Chuck Halley, Joe Klecko, Ken Riley is the rest of the crew. Congrats to all of them there getting into the Hall of Fame. I know it's a big treat. Holy shit!
Oh my God.
What's up, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you, man.
God.
Good to see you, bro. How you doing?
Holy
Hey, you can right there for sitting down.
Oh
I don't know
my
what your-
God.
I don't know what your plan is.
Here we go.
Dude.
Oh man.
Wow. Holy shit.
How you doing?
Oh.
AQ, nice to meet you, man.
Here we go.
Go Steelers. Here we go.
Here we go.
Go Steelers. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Hell yeah,
Good to
Brett.
see you, man.
Jeez Louise.
Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
You gotta
There we
be-
go.
Hell yeah.
Nice to see you, Bruce.
Yeah, right. It is now.
Yeah.
It is now with Bret Michaels showing up. Brett, there's a headset if you want to put that on so we can hear you. Yeah, it might be backwards there.
Exactly.
Nah, it's all muscle memory, Brett. How long you been doing shows now?
We just a few hundred years.
No, because I see clips of your shows. You're still going all in.
Yeah,
You're
hard.
still selling out on the stage, bro.
We were just here at the stadium here in Glendale this summer. It was one of the best shows ever. The fans rocking. Knew we were coming back for this because they knew the Super Bowl was coming. And we thought the Steelers were in it.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out.
Didn't make the playoffs.
Didn't.
Close though.
Didn't make the playoffs.
That's it. My heart. That's it. The big one.
Yeah, that's the one right there. That's a seismic quake there. Kenny
was-
Pickett seems to be the guy of the future. You got a chance to meet him yet?
He's great, absolutely. And went down. I go to all the training camps. Go down there. We know.
Oh, yeah.
We got a chance to hang.
Yeah,
This
these
guy can
guys
sing.
do.
I saw him on your bus.
Well,
He
Yeah.
can sing.
This guy tried to pirate your bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Wasn't
did.
he?
Wow.
He's trying to take your booty.
We were almost gone. We were almost shooting down. We won't go into the rest of the party.
Let's do that. AJ, what you doing, Bret Michaels?
You sick
Don't
son of
let
a
him-
bitch.
One day when you want it off the air, we'll tell you
Yes.
the rest of that part.
Wow.
It was a good time.
Hawker.
Yeah, it was a great time. A lot of Packers were there for multiple times.
Hey,
Yeah,
you're a
multiple
massive football
shows.
fan, though, like actual football fan, because you
Real.
come from Western Pennsylvania. So obviously
Yep.
the Steelers are your team and everything like that.
Absolutely.
The NFL is taking advantage of that. I think we see you on NFL Network a lot. Great that you have a relationship with them, and we appreciate appreciate that as a Western Pennsylvania folk.
Thank you, absolutely. And I want to tell you, thank you all for what you do. As a guy who grew up a type 1 diabetic, right?
Here we go.
For real, music and sports is therapeutic to me. It saved my life. And it's just inspiring. It keeps you rocking. And this Super Bowl is going to be badass. And you had asked about the tour. We do the Bret Michaels Mardi Gras tour.
Ooh.
All the amphitheaters and arenas from here till long into the fall.
Yeah,
So
you
that's
crush,
what we're-
dude. Brett,
Thank you.
honestly, you're still going, still doing it. It's amazing.
you.
Any end in sight, or are you going to go to the wheels?
I'm going till the wheels come off. And then we'll put them back on.
Hey!
I'll stretch these hammies out. Hold on, I'll do that later. We'll just keep it rocking.
That's amazing. You look amazing. You sound amazing.
Yep. Thank
Tone has a question for you, obviously, diehard Steelers.
Who's your favorite Steeler of all time?
My favorite Steeler, life inspirational, right? And there's a reason for this, Jack Lambert.
Oh, yeah.
Lambert, here's why. I was getting made fun of. I was up there. My father was a veteran, right? So we traveled around. We ended up in Harrisburg, Mechanicsburg, PA, came from Pittsburgh. And I was up getting harassed hard during the first Cowboys-Steeler matchup, right? And I'm a kid, so this is, I'm fighting for myself. And that's when Harris threw Jarella to the ground, the kicker. And Jack set the record straight. And he came in, threw him to the ground. Back then, you didn't get thrown out of the game.
I know.
Yeah, different football now.
You were allowed to.
Same Bret Michaels.
Yeah,
different football.
Right. Yes.
But back then, he stood up for his team, and that will and determination, and you know this, we've talked about this, that makes all the difference in the world.
Oh yeah, AJ has a question for you, Brad.
Go
We're
ahead.
getting a chance to see you for the first time in a while.
So I don't know if does your tour bus still have Steelers stuff everywhere, all over the walls,
It
like
does.
memorabilia, everything?
It does. Has your picture? I got your
Oh,
picture
no.
framed
Yes.
up there.
Oh, that one
I
from
had
that
some
we've
sweet,
seen?
I was wearing like an Affliction long
Yes.
sleeve. Yes. It was a different era, wasn't it?
No, it's good. We made it. It's
Oh,
there it is.
It's
Boom.
relevant and rocking.
Bro,
right
look
there.
how cool
We
you
both
look,
did,
Brett.
man. We
First
all
of all,
look
look how
so-
cool you look in this
Look
thing.
at this.
Golly.
Look at this.
Oh
Wow.
man, I was just amazed at the bus.
That
I
was-
was just walking around looking at the bus like, you got a shower in here, man. This is amazing. Like, you have a great
Wasn't
setup
used
over
often.
There. Yeah, it
Hey,
was a
straight
great
up,
spot.
honestly, and I don't know your story well enough, I should. How do you survive?
Yeah.
So true. You're talking about with the party and the road, the traveling.
Yeah,
or
you have
just,
a party gras that you're doing right now.
Yeah.
This is what, your first year in music? No, you've been doing it for like 30 years now.
36.
How do you?
Yeah.
My
okay,
God.
I was in the guesstimation. 36. Incredible work.
Unbelievable.
How do you
Brett.
survive?
Thank
You got a
you.
better liver than everybody, you think? Like, what?
I've reestablished. I reinvent the liver.
Okay,
Right?
yeah. But
It's-
honestly, how do you keep the energy? How do you survive?
Here's what it is for me. The true story. Being a type 1 diabetic, man, first thing I get up, first thing I do, check blood, take my, I got this crazy thing on my arm for,
Tattoo?
staying
Oh.
alive, a tattoo and a blood glucose monitor. But, that, I check that, and I get up and work out, try to stay healthy, and then I balance that with being on stage, the party, and my most important thing is I just like to treat people great.
Yeah,
I like
'cause
to
you don't
treat
have as-
people, that night, many times, but that night we hung out, treating people great and making great friends. That's what keeps me young.
Takes a lot of pressure off you if you're living life right.
Yep,
I think that's something.
absolutely.
It sounds like you're doing that. And you've been doing that for a long time. I know you do a lot of work with the military as well. So we appreciate the hell out of you, man. Good luck
you.
with your tour. And maybe the Steelers make the playoffs again.
Just saying, real soon.
Super Bowl.
Maybe, maybe win a playoff game. First time, decade and a half?
There we go.
And I'm still good for one going across the middle.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, one good pass.
Suit up.
I could do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Kenny
shoot
will
it.
find you.
Only in the Super Bowl, though. We ain't playing these
No.
mid-card shit.
We're going top notch.
Absolutely.
Top shelf.
You deserve it, too, with your passion. Ladies and gentlemen, icon.
Yeah.
Brett Michaels.
Thank you very much.
Hell yeah.
Go, Brett.
That's
Love you, Brett.
You're an icon. We love you guys.
Love you, Brett.
I'm coming in for the good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Bring it in.
Much love.
Hell yeah, Brett. Thank you, man. Hell yeah,
There
dude.
it is.
Here
we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we
It
go.
was awesome. Thank you. Yeah.
It's an honor and a pleasure.
Yeah.
Brett, what is this? You just go hang out with all your
Sweet
gold
room.
records?
Hey, great to meet you, Brett. Pleasure. You're a weapon.
Dude, what?
Look at that wall. Look at your
Wow.
wall.
There we go.
Am I wearing the same clothes?
You're a smart
Thank
man.
you, Brett.
See you,
Appreciate
buddy.
you, ladies and gentlemen. Brett Michaels.
Yeah,
Awesome,
Brett.
buddy.
No, thank you.
See you, man.
Legend.
Fucking Brett Michaels.
Holy shit.
Literally,
Bruce?
Zito was in my ear. He was like, Brett Michaels is back here. I said, talk back. Bret Michaels. That Bret Michaels?
Yeah.
He said, yeah. Do you want him on the show? I'm like, yeah, Bret
Bring him
Michaels.
up. Get him out of here now.
We would like Bret Michaels on the show. Obviously, Western Pennsylvania legend.
He came.
I didn't know you two were that close.
Yeah, Jesus.
What the fuck? How
Like
many years?
Best fucking
12,
I'm
15,
suing you.
Probably 12, 15 years ago. We came to a concert in Green Bay. Aaron got up and sang. Multiple guys did. We went on the bus, and then we saw him for like the next 10 years. We'd see him at times and talk to him. Hang. He was on Celebrity Apprentice. Trying to raise money. I was trying to raise money for his team back in the day too.
He said you also were a good singer. Was he confusing you with Aaron?
Now classic. Like 4 or 5 of us had to get on stage, and I went up and I just hung in the back by the drummer while they went to the mic. I didn't do much singing.
Oh, you were in the back because you were all high?
I was not.
You were all drunk.
I'm not a great singer. I definitely could have had a few drinks in me, no question. Yeah.
Booze bag.
Last night, George
Thank
Kittle
you.
sang, and Kirk Cousins
Yeah,
sang.
correct.
Kelly Clarkson sang.
Right.
The NFL Honors was fantastic. Joining us now is NFL royalty.
Yep,
that's right.
Oh,
he's been doing his show
Yep.
from a set right over there. We love him. We appreciate him. Super Paisan, super genius, TED Talk giver, author, and daily coach author, which is an email that shows up every morning in my email and lets me know I can be a better person.
That's right.
Host of the Lombardi Line, Michael Lombardi.
Yeah,
Lambo! Coach Reed.
Let's go.
Look how jacket is
I
sweet.
know.
Jeez, Lombo.
Oh, he's Paisan. So.
Look at you. You look good, man.
Holy hell, look how
Lombardi.
awesome
What's
you
happening,
look.
man?
Look at that ring.
Look at that ring.
Shove it in his face. Lombo, shove that ring right in his face.
Not me.
Yes.
Jeez, that's awesome. Look how big it
Holy
is.
shit.
Get you one of them.
That
H.
thing is gigantic.
That's
Mine's
28.3
not
right
that
there.
big.
Connor, that was 28.3 right there.
Yeah, you gosh darn right it was.
No.
No, I bet him live at halftime, Lombardi. I'm not a fool. Yeah, this is
you doing, Pat?
interesting. I'm kind of mentally in a pretzel right now.
How you doing, man? Coach,
How's it going, guys?
is this like a puppet thing? Is that coming out of that mouth?
He's pretty good.
Coach, how do you feel? Everybody thinks the Eagles are going to kill you.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about the game. You know, if all three phases come through and they execute the game plan, we're going to do all right.
What are those 3 phases, Coach?
We've got the offense,
What?
the defense,
What?
and my favorite cheeseburger spot.
Oh!
There it is.
Her
This guy
cheeseburger
gets
spot's
it.
always going to show up,
That's
Coach.
right.
Got a cold beer cheeseburgers.
They always show up for me.
Coach, it's Friday. Don't you have something to do with the team, or are we fuck it? The boys got it taken care of.
Yeah, we got this taken care of. You know, we got Bieniemy out there watching the team for me while I'm in here talking with everybody. Of course, you know the way he gets me the first play of the game. I don't know if you know this or not, but he puts a little cheeseburger in. These are big pockets here on the sideline.
Yeah.
And then I unwrap it, and that's the first play of the game. That's our tradition right there.
Well, good luck with that, Coach.
Man, that's awesome.
Thank you for stopping by, Coach.
You bet. Take care, baby.
Hell yeah.
Go Chiefs, or he doesn't say. Andy Reid doesn't say go Chiefs.
Michael Lombardi, you've obviously been around a long time.
He had me fooled. I was like, I'd double take that one.
Yeah.
I mean, he was standing there staring at us, chewing his gum. Had talked to him almost.
That was
but
wild.
He looks very similar. Like there's some bitch ass Santa Clauses around
Yeah,
Christmas
bad
time,
ones, yeah.
and then there's like really good ones.
Yeah, when you have the baby, you're going to find that you're going to start ranking Santa Clauses, and they're bad.
I've already started doing it, so I'm excited to dive into that. That's a good Santa.
Yeah,
That's a good Andy Reid.
that
right
was
there.
unbelievable.
That was really good.
You get a good Santa, you'll go back for doubles.
Yeah, you get another photo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of Santa Claus,
Yeah.
What a gift you are to be joining us
Oh,
right here.
thank you. I appreciate having me. I mean, just walking by, they threw my, see
Bro,
the
do you
guys.
see how cool you look?
Yeah, look at this jacket. Everything about it.
My wife Millie dressed me today, so it's
Great
all good.
job.
Bro, you got a
job,
side
Millie.
zipper on the.
Yeah, I know. My son gave me
Up
this
here?
for Christmas. Yeah, so
I need one of
This
those.
was good.
You come from obviously football family.
Yes.
All your kids are in football. I assume the wife knows more about football than anybody else that's in
She's
this entire
very
place.
disappointed she's not asked to be a guest on the show very often.
We would like to have her on. Obviously, we'd love to have the power of the house on there, but let's talk about it a little bit. What is your read on this Super Bowl? 76% on Monday was on the Eagles, 73% I think on Tuesday. Now it's down to 67% or 70%.
70 of the money, 6% of the bets.
What are your thoughts on it?
I don't think the money will come in until tomorrow, Saturday. I think you'll see this lines. I don't know if you can see it's going to move. There's a certain sports guys are waiting for it to get to 2 and then maybe take the Chiefs. You know, this is going to be a close game. So let's go through the 4 Cincinnati games, right? Cincinnati played them as well as anybody. They're Cincinnati's 3-1 against them. What does Cincinnati do to give the Chiefs problems? They rush and they beat their tackles. So the Chiefs' tackles are a liability at times in pass protection.
They were in Tampa, too, during the Super Bowl.
They killed him down there. But Remmers was the left tackle. He's not playing. Wiley was the right tackle. And they redid the line. Wisniewski was the guard. So they've changed the line, but there's still a liability there. And then when you look at the Tennessee game, and I was talking about this with Darius, when you go through the Tennessee game, I think that's one of the key games. Tennessee is coming into Kansas City. Kansas City had a bye. They got Willis at quarterback. They got their first down with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. They get one more first down for the remainder of the game. Mahomes has to throw it 68 times. He's sacked 4 times in the game. He's had 19 third downs in the game. That front four of Tennessee gave Mahomes trouble. Longest pass play of the day was 33 yards to McCall Hardeman, right? So to me, I think it's a little bit about the Eagles have to be able to control it with their front. And they got to have a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter.
And they've been able to control with their front, right?
That's right.
That's what I feel like you're saying here.
Yeah.
I'm hearing you say the Eagles seem to have the recipe.
I think they have that, and I think if you get into the fourth quarter, you got to have a 2-score lead because that guy's great. I mean, he's tremendous. You're not going to slow him down. We played here in 14, and Seattle was great in the defensive front. We couldn't block him in the first quarter. We couldn't block him. Brady struggled, throws the interception in the end zone. Yep. By the fourth quarter, we could block him. They were tired. And I think that's where Philly has to take advantage. I mean, the Kansas City can take advantage of that. And if Philly's got to have a lead in the fourth quarter, they got to have a lead going in.
AJ, go ahead, pal.
Why do you think, obviously the O&D line for Philly seems great, but everyone's saying, all right, well, if Philly doesn't get out to an early lead, how are they going to do? Is Jalen going to be able to sit there in the pocket and try to bring him back? Is that how you see the Chiefs' path to victory?
Doesn't he have the number 2 QBR in the league?
Yeah, he throws a beautiful
is that
deep
a fake
ball.
stat or what
Beautiful
is it?
deep ball.
But I think you got to understand, and I don't mean this any disrespect to Hurts.
He's young.
He is a system player. He's a play action pass quarterback. So when they play from in front, so one of the most important stats in all of football is who leads at halftime. Okay, that's every year you go through first half point differential, you will find the Super Bowl contenders. And this year the number 1 team is Philadelphia. They average 18 points in the first half. They give up 9. The Chiefs are number 2. They average 15 points. They give up 10. So this is the game. But why does Philly have to play from in front? Because they don't want Hurts to be in a drop back pass game. They don't want Hurts to have to read across the coverage. I got to throw it here. They want to run play action here. You're throwing it here or you're throwing it there. That's not a knock on Hurts. That's just really good coaching. That's coaching inside out, not outside in. And I think if they get behind and he has to play from behind, all of a sudden now you can do some things with your coverages. You get him off guard. He has to hold the ball a split second longer because the coverage is there, and it becomes a harder game.
Then Chris and Clark do their thing. Tone has a question for you.
We've been talking about this and going through the whole thing, and the Eagles' strength of schedule, and have they played a really good quarterback? Is Dak the best quarterback that they've played this entire season? Is that a worry for you if you're an Eagles better this weekend?
I think Andy spent a lot of time watching that Cowboy cape, because he saw what they were trying to do. Now remember, Vic Fangio has an influence in this game. So Vic was helping Philadelphia out as kind of a consultant, right? And so a lot of things that the Philadelphia does defensively has changed from the first time they played Kansas City. The last time they played Kansas City was in 2021, week 4. The Chiefs had the ball. Get this. The Chiefs had the ball for 8 possessions. The 8th possession was a kneel down. That was one play. They went 7 possessions. They scored 6 touchdowns and they had an interception. They dominated. But that defense from Gannon at that point to where it is today is completely different. A lot of that is because the Eagles allowed Vic Fangio. He came in and helped Gannon, developed him as a coach. And I think that's going to be the key as they do it. But that Dallas game was really, to me, is going to be the trigger point. I think that's going to be where Andy Reid says, I think we can throw the football.
I remember you being super mad because they single covered Tyreek Hill that entire game.
Exactly. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. You remember that? Yeah, I lost my mind. I lost my shit. It didn't make any sense to me.
Had 182 yards in the game. But in that game, too, they ran it 32 times for 200 yards. So Andy called runs. I don't think Andy's going to call very many runs because I think what's going to happen, Gannon's going to get into that three-man line.
You don't think Pacheco's going to pick up any yards?
I think they're going to have a hard time running. I think he's going to do the same thing that Lou Anarumo did.
Let's take him off.
He's going to He's going to get into that 5-man down lineman.
How many?
Take him off.
Have to take.
How many does he need? In the
40.
Yeah.
40 rush yards for Pacheco?
Or go under.
I don't know. I kind of like that.
Well,
I don't have to.
I think
we're putting together.
He threw
live on the air right now.
He threw it 58 times. He threw it 68 times against Tennessee. And you say, well, you can run the ball against Philly. When Philly's in that 5-down lineman front, so I was just telling Darius backstage that you have to really put pressure on. You either rush 3 or rush 5. You don't rush 4. Why? Because you want those guys to block one-on-one all the time. So when you want Orlando Brown, you want him to block somebody, you want to have a chip on him. So you rush 5. They'll be in that 5-man line. It's hard to run the ball in that 5-man line, especially, and that's what Cincinnati did. Cincinnati, Lou Maromo said, hey, if you're going to beat me today, you're going to have to beat me throwing it.
Get that Pacheco off of the.
Exit out.
Get that Pacheco.
Exit out, Bruce.
Ty has a question for you, Coach.
Yeah, Mike, a lot of people that we've talked to this week have been thinking that it's probably going to be like a shootout, really going back and forth. With Hurts, he's obviously been excellent this year, but playing in the Super Bowl is obviously a completely different thing. Do you think this is going to be, is the over in play? Do you think we're going to get a one possession, whoever has the ball last wins the game type deal?
If you like Philly, you want to play the under. I think if you like Kansas City, it's got to be a track meet. You want it to be a track meet. You want it to be. Now, the problem is with the track meet is if they don't give you big plays. I mean, Hardeman's 33-yarder against Tennessee. The Chiefs had the ball in that game for over 40 minutes. I mean, they ran 91 plays against Tennessee, and they just got 20 points. So if you don't give them a big play, I think this game is about if you force them into 16
Can a Super Bowl be a track meet, though, because how tight everybody is?
I don't know. It's hard.
Those Patriots teams, they were notoriously first quarter didn't score.
Yeah. Never a track meet.
Super Bowl is always everybody's so assholes are so tight. It's hard to be just wide open.
Yeah,
it feels like unless the
Except
Chiefs
for
are
that
different.
Philly
But
one.
these two
Yeah, I was
teams,
gonna say Eagles.
I think in this game, if I'm Philly, I take the ball. If I win the toss, I take the ball. Because I don't think Andy really cares about the middle 8. He's just going to try to score. And so I want to play from in front in this game. I think whoever plays from in front wins.
AJ has a question for you, Paisan.
You think anything? We always hear these coaches hold something back, or they have something they haven't shown. We've seen the Chiefs with the whole ring around the rosy deal, whatever they call. You think we'll see anything like that that we haven't seen yet from either team?
Oh, I think you have to have some deception in the game. I think you have to have a trick play in your bag. Like we played Baltimore in 2014. We went to that unbalanced look. We practiced it, and you have to have that to get you back in the game. You're going to have something to make an explosive play, right?
Yeah.
You got to have some way to do that. So I think you have to expect the unexpected, and Andy's so good at it. I mean, and then look, the guy's incredible. Once the play breaks down, he gets better.
Yeah.
Once the play breaks down, he gets better. That's the other thing. I thought San Francisco did a good job of rushing Hurts and keeping him in the pocket.
Oh yeah, never going past it.
Never
they
going
were
past
sat
the
down. That's a
quarterback.
big Patriots thing, obviously. It's huge
thing.
Right?
I mean, that's a huge thing. That's why guys that play defensive end hate playing for the Patriots because they can't run past the quarterback.
What?
Yeah, you got to keep them in the well. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Lombardi, what do you think is the key to this game? Like, do you see the matchups at wide receiver and defensive back for both sides is kind of the key? And do you also see Philadelphia saying, fuck it, let's just put 2 guys on Kelsey and make them beat us elsewhere?
It's hard to put 2 guys on Kelsey because they line them up outside at X.
Yeah.
I don't want to destroy anything, but I'll tell you a secret. Kelsey's not a tight end.
What is he?
He is a great receiver.
No.
He is a great receiver.
Lombardi.
He's
He
a
blocks,
great
too.
receiver.
He'll block.
Yeah, he blocks
block.
the ends.
Put his body in the line.
Michael.
He's
You don't
a
get it.
great. Nobody counts him as a tight end. When he's on the field, everybody you can't count him as a. He's so great.
Who
He's
do you like?
incredible. I like the Eagles 30-24, but I think I'm scared to death of Mahomes. I'm scared to death of Mahomes coming back on you. He's so good. God, it's going to be so much fun to watch.
That's been the whole conversation.
Yeah.
Offensive line, Eagles. Defensive line,
Yeah.
Eagles.
I live in Philly, and if I didn't pick the Eagles, they might kill me.
They'll throw poop on
Oh,
your
so this is
house.
biased. I thought we were doing
I had my beloved dog, Bella. I mean, when we traded Trent Richardson to you.
Great trade, by the way.
I thought
You
they
made
were,
the trade.
I thought they were going to kill my dog in Cleveland. I actually have my wife made me a mouse thing that says "Protect the Lagoto" on it because I was scared to death they were going to kill the dog.
Poison.
In Cleveland, I thought they were going to kill the dog because we traded Trent Richardson. I thought I'm dead.
Cleveland sucks, though. Who
A
cares?
couple months later, they were okay with it.
You got fired, right? Didn't you?
I got fired, so that's how good it was.
Well, he was
I
telling
love
me,
that line. Didn't he say, I got fired, the other guy got a promotion?
Yeah.
I
he was
don't know.
telling me earlier. He go, I brought in Jordan Poyer. We both left Cleveland. Things went good for both. of us.
Yeah, I claimed Jordan Poyer off the waiver wire in Cleveland. He was there, and the next thing I know, it works out well. I got 2 Super Bowl rings. I'm not bitter about it.
There's one of them right there.
Yeah,
I'm not
holy
bitter about
shit.
Cleveland.
What is next for you? How's the week been? You've been
It's been
crushing it?
great. Yeah, it's been awesome. I love it here. This is my first time I've ever been to Radio Row in my
awesome.
career. I've never done this before, so it's been fun, and I love it. And when I worked on my uncle's trash truck, that was work, right? This is easy. We talk about football. all
Hell
day
yeah.
long.
Hell yeah. And you do
Amen.
it better than anybody. We fucking love you, pal.
Thank guys.
Love you,
Appreciate it.
Lombo.
Always good to
Lombo.
see you. Thank you much.
We love you, Lombo.
Thanks.
Thank you, man. Hell yeah.
Thanks, man. You too, buddy.
Hey, you're fit.
For sure.
Lombo.
Looks good, Lombo.
Hey,
Looks
you're
great.
fit.
Does your wife do that for you? Because You look good. Is it keto?
You got a book coming out when?
Football
in
done right.
August.
All right. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's big.
Hell yeah, Lombo.
See you, man.
Baby Lombo.
Love you, Lombo.
Looks good. Got good base.
Looks good. That haircut is fucking electric.
Yeah.
Yeah, in his jacket.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Zippers on the sides.
Levi's.
That's high fashion.
I'm not going on the website. That was a Levi's
That's
jacket.
European fashion.
All right,
looks
let's take a
amazing.
break. Last break of the day.
Can't get.
And we got our last guest of the day.
Here we go.
No?
And we got to set some things up for this.
Yep.
We got to get ready for this.
Amen.
But when we come back on the other side of this break,
Hell yeah.
there it is, the music. That a baby Nick. Electricity and picks. That's all we got left.
That's right.
Come on.
The whole season has led to what we're about to do on the other side of this break. We are completely tied, AJ Hawk and I, on picks against the spread. How will the season end? Will AJ Hawk make the same pick as me and be a low-life guy
I know
who's
where I'm
okay
going.
with tie?
I know where I'm going already. So.
Oh, you know where you're going. That's where I'm going. Nonetheless, we got a massive part. Sandy Reed thing's walking by again.
It's crazy.
He walks like him.
He does. He's really got it down.
He really does.
A little too
All right.
many
Is that
cheeseburgers.
Caliendo in disguise?
Big giveaway, big picks, big moment on the other side of this break. Be a friend, tell a friend, take 5. How'd you choose college coaching?
I was coaching on the backside of the desert for a long time. I started off with youth football. We had one of the biggest programs in the country with ages 5 all the way through 14 and several teams of each age group. Name was Truth. Trust in God, respect myself and others, understand I have unlimited possibilities, try my best, never give up, and honor the truth in His creed at all times.
Oh, that's a good one.
And we took the whole state of Texas and we went and played all around the country. That's what I was doing for a decade. Then I got into high school football. Then after high school, I'm just sitting there, all the kids about to go, Shiloh. Bucky had graduated from SMU. Shiloh was at South Carolina, and Shador was getting ready to go play for Coach Taggart. I started getting the call. Phone started ringing. Let me really consider that. So I interviewed on a couple of interviews and knocked them out of the park, but it wasn't the time. And I accepted the Jackson State challenge, a tremendous challenge, because I'd never been to Jackson. I'm like, HBCU, I don't really know a lot about it. Let me do my homework. And I accepted the challenge. Then Shador said, you know what, Daddy, I'm riding with you. And Shiloh like, Daddy, I'm riding with you. So now I got both my sons there and the other son doing all of social media. And it just became a wonderful thing. And being able to grab those guys, what the Bible says, you ride in that staff, they comfort me. Without the guys around you, you're not going to be comforted. So I learned to put some pretty good guys around me, just like when I returned punt. If I didn't have 10 dogs in front of me blocking their butts off, I wasn't going to be proud. So I've learned to always keep some dogs around me to make sure I could go do what I'm blessed to do. And that's the formula of coaching, man. Just having some good coaches around you and we're not friends of the kids. Everybody talking about these kids are different. The kids ain't no different. Their coaches have changed. Kids ain't no different. They the same old kids. Coaches have changed. Quit pacifying these kids that they want discipline, man. They want structure. They want to be told what to do and where to go and how to do it.
Colorado was the biggest job, biggest offer. Why?
No. Colorado was the best job and the perfect job for me because of Rick George, because of the AD, because of his spirit and what he spoke to me. He touched me, man. I was offered more money, of course, but money don't move me. Connectivity and the spirit and being in the right place and doing the right thing, that's what moves me and motivates me. If money was it, shoot, I'd have lost this a long time. You don't come to work because of the money. You come to work because you love doing what you're doing and the money seems to follow you. That's been my formula. I've sat in all 3 seats. I've been the kid on the couch. I've been the parent right next to the kid on the couch. Now I'm on the other side and the coach that you're talking to. So it's not nothing that I don't understand about this process. You want it prime, that's what you're going to get. I don't know how to dress it up and flip it no other way. I got to be me. I got to be me unapologetically. I'm going to be me.
Hey, we have issues with that with some companies because of that. I assume you've run into that case as well. Yeah.
I'm right back out of the door. They should have Googled me, did your homework, and asked a few questions because I'm going to be me.
It's nice to see that there's still Ken Dorsey's out there, though.
Yeah.
We're talking full fucking fit. Whenever this game ended without them being able to spike it and take a long field goal or whatever the fuck they were going to do. Ken Dorsey here closest. He's a married man, got a medal. Oh, you fucking it, we did it! Damn it! We talked about this all week. We talked about it all week. Get the fuck down! Son of a bitch. Break this fucking thing.
Yeah. I love how the other coach, too, is looking over like, oh, shit. I
Tall
didn't know
guy?
Ken had, maybe he didn't know Ken had this in him.
And the bearded guy should feel good about how he looks right now.
Yeah.
Bearded guy's ponytail, fucking great.
Great. Top notch.
Beard, unbelievable.
Gumpy.
Looks to be a bit of a thick, stout gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
But Ken Dorsey losing his fucking bananas.
Hat.
Taking this. Get this. Why is this in front of me right now? Get out of my way, dude. Why are you still on the desk, bro? Fuck you.
Fucking thing.
Hey, fuck. Oh, he's
Bang.
going to get fined for that.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to get fined for that. Tom
lot.
Brady 1 week ago broke a Microsoft Surface. Now there's a rule. Hey, no players or coaches are allowed to break anything. Did he break? He's getting fined for that.
100%.
Oh, no.
I thought that's why he was trying to cover the camera at the end.
Oh, so he was saying, hey, fuck. No, I don't think he was trying to cover it. I think he was saying, find me, mother.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck
think,
you, too.
Boom.
Hey, somebody else came and covered the camera, though. Whatever other coach put his hand over that camera.
No, I think that was Dorsey. I think it was.
No,
yes.
watch his hand come in.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit,
It's a right hand.
Oh, my God. I didn't even notice that, AJ.
Yeah, you think he's going to cover the camera in the middle of that rant?
No, I
He's
think
going to kill somebody.
I thought that was the shit he
Yeah,
threw.
Something at it.
No, I watched it a few times. That's a hand.
Wow.
Hey, that's good teamwork.
AJ.
Yeah.
That's good teamwork up there. Now, I do believe he's going to get fined for the Microsoft Surface bash after the Tom Brady one became a rule. And maybe that's what the coworker said. Oh, come Welcome back to our humble abode for the week, the FanDuel stage here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. Super Bowl 57 is just 2 days away. We'll be making our official picks in mere moments. But joining us now is an absolute electric factory.
Hell yeah.
Man has been doing his live show for 21 years, and every single day has the same amount of juice, the same amount of enthusiasm, the same amount of intelligence.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, host of Sports Rage on Sports Grid. It is a Radio Row staple.
That's right.
Gabe Morency.
Let's go! Come on, Gabe!
My man.
Never gets old.
Good to see you,
Gabe.
Gabe.
Man.
Hell yeah.
So good to see you, Gabe.
Jacket's
Come on now.
incredible.
Here we go.
Oh!
Man, so much
Hell
juice.
yeah.
I love it. Wow.
Hell yeah, Gabe. Gabe, you've been a sports gambling aficionado for 20-some years, not only in Canada but worldwide. We are lucky that you join us every Super Bowl week. We save you for our last spot
Have to.
because we need you going into the Super Bowl. Last year, you gave us Odell Beckham Jr. first touchdown plus 950.
What?
No big deal.
No big deal. That's a big-time hit. This year, we can't wait to hear what your brain is like. How have you enjoyed Radio Row this week, and what do you think about the Super Bowl game?
Well, I got to tell you what. First off, thank you so
we
much
go.
for having me. Like last year, I was super fired up. This is like my Super Bowl, Pat.
No.
And AJ, you know what I mean? The night before the game, I'm getting ready. I got to get some winning picks
on.
ready.
Yes.
We're ready to pull the trigger and do
Target.
this thing. So last year, we gave you Odell Beckham.
Massive hit.
Plus 950. Looked real good. I bought a nice Odell jersey after. I figured, why not? I was figuring Odell would send me a tweet or something. I know he's been on the show. So
Has he?
thank you.
I don't know if Odell's been on the show. He's quote tweeted a tweet, though. He knows
Yeah.
he exists.
Okay. So
Hasn't
I figured
sued me yet.
Say thank you for showing some love and picking me
Yeah.
to get the first touchdown. So you want to cut it right to it?
Yes.
First touchdown in the game?
Yep.
Juju Smith-Schuster! 20-1!
What?
20-1!
What?
Oh, Travis Kelce's going to get the first touchdown.
What?
Jalen Hurts going to get the first touchdown.
No.
Smith-Schuster. It's going to surprise everybody, have an impact on this football game.
I thought that was going to happen last game, but then he wasn't getting the ball as much. You think they're saving up for the big moment? All eyes are going to be on Patrick Mahomes. All eyes are going to be on Travis Kelce. All eyes are going to be on everything else they got going on. Juju, who's a dog, is going to find the end zone. You think he's a big part of the whole game or just the first drive?
Let's be real. Picking the Kansas City Chief wide receivers is like playing roulette.
Yeah.
The ball's going to bounce around. We really don't know who. Maybe Sky Moore is going to step up with a play.
Maybe.
Look at Valdez Scantling stepped up with some big plays, right, guys?
Yep.
I think this is Smith-Schuster's time to just sort of shine. This is sort of that gut. I have visions, Pat. You know what I mean? I have visions.
you
I had the
do.
vision of Odell, and I had the vision of sitting here with you kick-ass dudes.
Yeah.
And then picking the winner again, back-to-back, Smith-Schuster, 20-1.
Let's go.
Come on, get it.
Love it.
Tone has a question for you, Gabe.
You are the best. You are absolutely
Love
the best. I love that you buy a Super Bowl jacket every single year. That's your thing.
For the show. I figured I got
Oh, really?
here, you know what I mean?
It's because the jacket was such a big hit last year?
Last year the jacket was too nice. AJ knows. It was
give me
Evil
that jacket.
Knievel. The Hollywood.
Off the charts. You look like Evil
Yeah.
Knievel. It was amazing. Yeah.
It's like Don King and Evil Knievel combined.
Not a
But
bad
see,
jacket.
This, I love the colors of this, and it coordinates
Pretty sweet.
with this. Which, what do you get to guys that already have everything and Super Bowl rings and everything?
What?
But we've been doing the show for 21 years. We made hoodies as sort of a celebratory gesture. Look, these are all the cities that we've lived in through the journey of sports rage.
Milwaukee, L.A.,
So you got
Toronto.
Montreal.
Oh.
In order. No we'll
Looked like
I
MI.
do like beer and cheese, though.
It does look like Milwaukee.
Sorry about
MTL.
Montreal. Oui.
Canadien de Montréal.
Oui.
Montreal, L.A., Toronto, LV, Las Vegas, New York City, Vancouver, baby. Sports rage.
That's so awesome.
I got one for AJ.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Gabe. Are you kidding me?
And I got one for my man over here, Pat. I'm
one.
going to get some for the crew.
Perfect.
No, I'm not Beyonce. I don't have like 10 fucking bags in the airport.
Don't worry.
Entourage.
Thank you.
Hey, what do you think, Pat?
That's amazing.
AJ, put it on.
I'm definitely going to
Put it on, AJ.
No, I'm not going to put it on right now.
Come on, AJ.
I'll put it on right
Gabe,
now.
Gabe, I got
You can cut the sleeves off. I won't take offense.
I'm going to wear it.
I will.
Gabe, I got a
Put it
feeling
on.
Juju's not your favorite bet of the night.
No, if we're going to get into the real props, you want to get right, let's get right to the game.
What do you have?
30-27, Kansas City.
Boom! That's what I'm talking about.
30-27, Kansas City.
Let's go.
All this talk, Philadelphia is so deeper. Both teams have 6 All-Pros. Both teams score the same amount of points.
What?
Both teams have a Kelsey brother. Both teams are ranked number 1 in their conference.
It's a good script.
Difference is, one team has Patrick Mahomes, the other doesn't.
Okay.
He's the best player on the field. I think Travis Kelce's the second best player on the field. You got Andy Reid that knows the pain of losing a Super Bowl, winning the joy of winning a Super Bowl. I think the motivation matters. I spoke to Marcus Kemp of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
I said, I'm a gambler. I said, my take was I like the fact you lost the last time. The motivation.
Yeah, sure.
You've been in these championship games.
Get back there.
You don't want
Sucks.
the pain.
It's the worst. Losing a Super Bowl is the worst place on earth. That locker room. I mean, obviously there's like war zones and stuff that are much worse. But whenever you're talking about just an emotionally drained room, a losing Super Bowl locker room is the worst place I've ever been.
You know what he said to me? He goes, all I remember about the last one was walking off the field and looking up and seeing the families of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the families celebrating.
Hope you're happy, AQ.
And he goes, it stuck with me it still sticks with me.
Yeah.
No, but
Sherry is a part of the motivation for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And how much does Andy Reid want this? I think with all due respect to Sirianni, I like Andy Reid with 2 weeks to prepare for this football game. Nobody gets his players ready. Guys got 3 DBs back there.
Yeah.
One kid's out of like Fayetteville High School or something. They play college like these rookies, Toad. You know what I'm saying?
How about 76% of the money there on Monday, 70% of the money now on the Eagles? What does that tell you?
76% of the public are wrong. That's what it tells me.
Yeah, but you're in this game a long time. Does that mean we're guaranteed the Chiefs are going to win, or is
it's almost. I don't like the fact that Mahomes won the MVP. Right? No regular season MVPs since Kurt Warner in 1999. The last 11 Super Bowls, the team that had the most yards in the regular season is 0-11.
And that's the Chiefs or the Eagles?
Chiefs.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
Last 6 quarterbacks to lead the National Football League in passing yards all lost in the Super Bowl.
What the hell is going on?
There's a million trends against Kansas City. That's why they win.
That makes sense. That would make sense for this particular NFL season as well. Connor has one for you.
Gabriel, aside from the actual game, do you like any of the other weird props? National anthem, Gatorade color.
I've got some stuff here. Let's start off with shortest touchdown of the game, over under 1.5. You figure, the ball's got to get to the goal line. How's this going to happen? 6 out of the last 7 years, there's been a touchdown from the 1-yard line. All right, so that's not a big sample size, guys. It's only 7 years.
Yeah, Gabe, do a little bit more research.
How about this? Well, Pat, it's funny you ask. It's like an infomercial. It's funny you ask. This product. It's funny you ask. 23 of the last 33 Super Bowls.
Oh.
It's 23-10. 23-10. And now the ball, guys, if there's pass interference, the ball's on the 1-yard line.
Bingo.
The ball is going to end up on the 1-yard line.
What are the odds on that?
Good odds?
Sneak.
It's
Quarterback sneak from Philly.
It's
good odds on the under?
It's like minus 180, minus 160.
No, I got it minus 155. We started with tones on it. You know the drill.
It's at minus 188 now.
Oh, we're moving it.
Gabe,
moving it.
We're moving it.
Gabe, I'm with you. I took it. the
Yeah, great call, Tone. I'll tell you
thanks,
what.
Tom.
Listen, the Eagles have 10 touchdowns from the 1-yard line this year. Jalen Hurts has 7 of
It's
them.
at minus 155 a couple days ago.
Well, I didn't get at that.
Okay. We're talking about Tone bamboozling us, not letting us know about this particular bet that he has. It seems like a lock. 23 out of the last 33.
No one ever asked.
Jerick McKinnon, under 9.5 longest rush attempt. He's going to catch a couple of passes out of the backfield. And he's not going to be a big part of the run game. He's gone over. He's on a long rush of 9.5 4 times this year. In the last 14 games, it's only happened twice. So it's 12-2. Pacheco's going to be the one carrying the football. McKinnon will catch the passes out of the backfield. I love him under 9.5 long rush.
You think Chiefs are going to be running the ball?
And I love Pacheco over 16.5 receiving yards. Way too low for Pacheco.
Receiving, yeah.
Agreed.
That's
16.5
interesting. The screen game, too, to slow down that Philly rush, so they're going to have to get him some screens.
Yeah, Pacheco's a dog. Love betting on people that I like watching
Are
play.
you Rutgers in the house? Eh?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Piano
What are your
man.
thoughts on this Philadelphia Eagles team as a whole, though? You think they got staying power next few years?
You know what? I don't want to be that guy that wonders if they've really been tested yet.
Hold on, though. They play against the Coach of the Year.
Yep.
They're 3-1 against him.
I get it.
Play against the Offense Player of the Year. He was held to 50 yards.
Yep.
They play against the Defense Player of the Year.
Nothing.
0 sacks or something like that. So, they've played against all the best
They
players.
also played, I think, the actor from The Fugitive, the one-armed guy that killed the dude's wife, who had played quarterback in the last game. Right? Like now, it's a little bit different. Not that they're not good. Listen, we're going to find out.
They're in the Super Bowl.
Are they the Carolina Panthers, guys? I'm starting to wonder about this. Remember that
Like
year?
Jake Delhomme Panthers, you mean?
No, Cam Newton's Carolina Panthers, where they kicked the crap out of. Remember they
beat the shit out of the Seahawks. Too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, smashed everybody, right?
Yeah.
Got to the Super Bowl and sort of. I like Jalen. I think Jalen's a great football player, but this is the Super Bowl, man. You got Patrick Mahomes has been in 2 Super Bowls already.
Yeah.
Right? Jalen Hurts didn't win the national championship.
What?
He was pulled. Right? This is next level stuff. I'm not getting in front of Mahomes here.
What do you got for the coin toss?
You know what? I'm a big tails guy, but this thing is very, very streaky. And we're on a heads run right now. 4 of the last 5 is heads. Let's go heads again.
Okay.
What are the odds on that?
Are you?
Hey,
Am I doing it
Pat,
again?
Pat, I want to give a shout out to my boy over here, Mitch Berger,
Shout out.
who knows all
I saw him
about
standing over there, super handsome.
messing up. Yeah, look at this guy.
Mitch
He's
Berger
messing up
used to
footballs.
bomb balls.
So, Pat, this year, the kickoff is being returned. No touchback. I'm
Yeah,
betting it.
absolutely.
I'm betting it.
That's been a bet that we've been hitting hard because
plus
the kickoff, the Super Bowl ball is a brand new
Just like
football
that,
you're
probably.
kicking off. That one
This thing's hard.
goes right to Canton.
I love Devontae Smith over 4.5 receptions. 7 of the last 8 games, he's had 5 catches or more. The only one he did was against San Francisco, and the game script didn't really need him.
Whoa.
He's
Whoa.
really
How do you feel about the
What do you mean?
scripted?
No, I don't mean.
No, that's what you just
said. Gabe.
That's what you just said.
Sounded like you did.
Gabe, you telling people that the NFL is rigged?
No. I am, but I do have a conspiracy. If you want to hear mine?
Yes.
But this goes back. This is about the Buffalo Bills.
Bills?
You got to be a little older. Anyone remember the movie Kiss Meets the Phantom?
Sure.
Of course.
Everybody.
Sure.
Yeah, Kiss Meets the Phantom, right? So Kiss is playing at the amusement park.
Oh.
They get taken hostage by evil forces.
Yep.
And a bunch of jackass clown robots or whatever are sent out to perform to ruin their reputation, Boston. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Fuck their lives out.
Yeah, it's messed up.
They're terrible. I think that's what happened. DeMar Hamlin's alive, all right? Forget about that. He's walking around. He's still here, all right? He's here. But
Good to know.
yes,
Thank you for settling that.
Yeah, he's good.
Okay.
He's good.
To know.
Calm down. Everybody.
But I do believe that the Buffalo Bills, like Kiss Meets the Phantom, were taken hostage. Because that wasn't the Buffalo Bills.
Bills guy,
I got former Buffalo Bill players out here asking me what the hell was wrong with them.
Out here, they're asking you?
Yeah.
What are they saying? That ain't the Buffalo Bills.
They always wanted a pass, Pat, actually. I don't know. They don't have a right to say anything.
I'll tell you what, the Buffalo Bills, though, did not look like the Buffalo Bills.
They did not.
Last quarter of the year.
You lose Von Miller, that's a big change.
No, just no passion. It's disappointing. Nothing. You know what I said? Nothing is better than this, and it really isn't. Nothing to be better sitting here with you guys before a Buffalo Bills Super Bowl, man.
You love the Bills?
Oh, with a passion.
So how upset were you?
I'm used to it. Yeah, I'm used to it. So
You already handicap it and say,
yeah, it's
I'm
like
not
going
going to
out
get
with
too
a girl
high.
that cheats on you every weekend. You stay with her because she's hot. You just got to get used to it and deal with it. That's sort of like that's the Bills.
Never
You
works.
stay with a girl that'll like.
I'm a cuck.
Oh no, it's different this year. It's
That's a
different
whole
this
genre.
year. They're right around Christmas time. Bam! Breaks your heart again.
Oh no!
And then you're just like, yeah, I just deal with it now. This is what I do.
Yeah.
That's what the Bills have been?
Well, it's like Josh Allen, right? How do you leave him though?
You can't.
Right?
Can't.
You
Arm's too strong.
No.
Yeah.
You just got to deal
And he
with
runs
it.
people over.
Next year's the year. I just hope they win before I die.
Said that last year.
Gabe, you're never going to die.
Tons of time.
How's the year? How was the year this year?
What's that?
The season. How was the season this year
Oh,
for you?
I enjoyed it. I actually, no, it was a nice zone. I've been seeing things well. I've been
Really?
seeing things well. That's why I feel this one. I really do. I was saying 31-28 before, guys. I don't know. It sounds too sort of square. I'm going 30-27.
Okay.
I can't come back. I'm telling you right now, I don't think overtime is out of question in this game either.
Ooh.
So good, you're getting double-digit odds. They're that close, evenly matched teams. 28-28 going to overtime. I love the first half over. I always bet will there be more points in the second half than the first half because Super Bowl.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's like a prize fight, a little slow, start off.
Yeah, nervous.
I don't know, man. These teams going to come out flying, I think, guys.
Plus
Philadelphia,
8,000. 30-27 is plus 8,000.
Plus, Gabe, there's a prop out there because you said 31-28 and 30-27. There's a prop out there. It's for the game to be decided by exactly 3 points.
Love it.
I don't know
What's
what the
that?
exact
I like
odds
that.
are, but it's out there.
Yeah, it's like in the 4-1 range, plus 4. All these lines are bouncing around. I saw it like plus 425. I think the 3 points, and I think Butker's going to be the man.
I love Butker.
Butker's going to
He's
kick
a
the
dog.
game-winning field goal. That's how I see this. 27-27.
He's not great
Mahomes
from
leads them
distance,
down.
is he?
A lot of field goals. A lot of field goals.
Over 3.5 field goals at plus money, yes, sir.
How about punts?
No, I don't think there's going to be a million punts.
You like first drive punt?
I think Patrick Mahomes' first pass under 9.5 is a nice.
Oh.
Yeah, because he doesn't
that.
throw deep to begin with. Drop back, quick hit. You know what I mean?
How many bets do you look over to know all of these? I mean, there's
Oh, I get
17,000
ahead
bets
of-
going on in your brain.
Oh, I get angry about it. Scrolling, I can never find what I'm looking for. And what's the over/under Gainwell rushing attempts? And I got to scroll again. Tone, you know, I got to hit.
Come on,
refresh.
I know his yardage is
Have a
gone
down
from
relate.
16 to 19.
Good gamblers.
First play of the game over 3.5 yards. I like.
Oh.
What about both teams for their first pass to be completed? What are the odds?
You
on
know what?
that
I don't
one,
like.
gentlemen?
I heard about this. But this is my reason. Is I think Philadelphia are going to go deep on the
Take a
first
shot.
play of the game.
Yeah, let's take a shot.
Yeah,
Open it up.
Jalen Hurts, boom.
Yeah,
Your
drop
big
his balls.
60
Let him
yarder,
know. Here
bam.
you go. Have fun with this.
Yeah.
Very
And I think
Sirianni.
KC little chip shot start the game. you
Hey,
know?
let's get warm. Let's get into a groove. Let's do our offense. Let's run our motion.
I do like long field goal prop though. Over under 47.5.
You like over?
Yeah, at some point I think there's going to be a big kick on the line here. Indoors, they're not going to be worried about the. You know what I mean?
That's not even far. 47.5 isn't even far in the NFL anymore. We take kickers for granted.
Yeah, somebody makes a 50-yarder. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
of course. Yeah, of
They
course. It's his
should.
gig.
Yeah,
Well,
yes,
remember
they should.
50s. Well, look at Norwood. I hate to do it as a Bills fan.
Yeah.
Norwood, it was 47. If you missed a 47-yarder now,
It's like
man,
an extra point
it-
now.
Yeah.
Hey, 46.5 over 46.5 yards
Oh,
is
so
minus
it-
126.
It's a nice number. At some point between these two teams, late in a half.
Steal one.
Yeah. And I think, guys, that both teams are going to have success in between the 20s.
Yeah.
I know that they're both good in the red zone. And in fact, Kansas City are the second best red zone offense in the National Football League. They score touchdowns 70% of the time. Philadelphia scored touchdowns 68% of the time when they get to the red zone. But this is the Super Bowl. I think they get there and there'll be some settling.
Tight.
And I think KC will be happy to just sort of rack up the threes too. All right, another 3, 7-3. You know what I mean? But I like the first half to go over. I like the game to go over, and I like 30-27, baby.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. And like Juju Smith-Schuster, 21,
Juju
first
Smith-Schuster,
time.
first touchdown, and I own that. But if you want one for the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts, it's like plus 850, 900 right now. It's moving around, but I'll say Hurts for the Eagles, Smith-Schuster, Chiefs.
And you're seeing the game well right now.
I'm feeling it, baby.
Yeah, hell yeah, you
Go.
always
I'm
are.
feeling it.
And we feel every time you stop by. We can't thank you enough. Ladies and gentlemen,
man,
check him
it's
out.
always a pleasure,
At
man.
Sports Rage. Check him out on Twitter. He tweets his whole life.
Yes.
Legend.
It is awesome to follow
That's
along
part
with.
of my day.
You are committed to the game, and we appreciate the hell out of you.
I appreciate the hell out of you, pal. You've been so great to me, man. Keep on kicking ass. Love seeing you doing what you're doing, guys.
Yeah, you got ladies and gentlemen, Gabe Morency.
Thank you. You're the man.
Thank you, Gabe.
Thanks,
we
guys.
appreciate the hell out of you, man. You're the best.
Man.
Hell yeah.
Sweet jacket always.
Absolute
come on.
fucking
Thank you for the
legend.
sweatshirt. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll be wearing it.
Thank you for the hoodie. It's
Appreciate
right
it,
here.
buddy. Appreciate it.
It's right here behind me. Hey, baby, Gabe. Gabe Morency.
Fucking legends. That'll never get old.
Ever.
How could it?
I think Darius is still back there. Let's bring Darius out here for the official
The
picks.
butts.
Did they have the speakers on 100 when?
Yeah, that was
Yeah, what
interesting. I don't know how that.
Hasn't been like that all week.
Yeah, how did that even start? It's kind of like the parking, I
He brought
guess,
it.
though. They switch it
He
on
brought it, though.
Fridays.
Gabe brought it.
Yeah.
It was interesting. We couldn't park at the same place that we parked at all week. Today, new security.
What the
saving
fuck
the
is
world.
that?
We appreciate them doing that.
Yeah,
Gabe's
sure,
energy just
absolutely.
raised.
We do need to give a thank you to the FanDuel folks for setting this up for us here at this FanDuel stage. It's
Yep.
been an honor.
Jill.
Jill and
Jill.
her team
Jill.
have been amazing. Little pit crew. Great work, Jill.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to your
Thank you.
entire
Legends.
team. Big shout out to everybody here that has made this whole thing work. Is Darius not in the back anymore?
Butch.
Is D-Butch back there?
Butchie. Can he hear us?
Is D-Butch back there? Can anybody hear us back?
No eyes on Butts.
No eyes on D-Butch.
No eyes.
All right, so we'll do this without him.
All right, Butch.
Ladies and gentlemen, all roads have led to this day. AJ and I started this segment a year ago, and we stuck with it every single week. Segments on this show die quickly. Some because of a lawsuit, some because we lack our interest in it all. And now we have a moment that will be remembered forever in this segment's history.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've picked against the spread every single week of this season, and we are in a dead tie.
Unbelievable.
AJ Hawk went on a run to start the season. I got hot in the middle of the season, then I cooled off. Then AJ got hot. And as of the playoffs, AJ has been the man that has been seeing the board.
Oh, yeah.
Exact records on either side. The script has been written in a way that we both have the same amount of wins and losses when it comes to picking against the spread every single game of the season. So now it's the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 57. Patrick Mahomes, maybe in the middle of a dynastic run with Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs, looking to win their second Super Bowl as a unit, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, who have a dog mentality from top to bottom. 1.5-point favorites in a game they've never been. AJ Hawk will save you and I for last. We'll bounce through the boys here. AQ Shipley, you like?
I think this is a matchup of the best player versus the best team. And what do we play? A team sport.
Oh.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
-1.5 says AQ Shipley, who is obviously rooting for them because also offensive line,
Right.
defensive line play. The trenches need, for the good of the trenches rep, the Philadelphia Eagles to win. And AQ believes that they will. Tone Diggs, host of Hammer Dahn, a gambling podcast that has the respect of Gabe Morency, who is also an incredible gambler himself.
Yeah.
Tone Diggs, who do you like?
I've always been a fan. If you could get to the quarterback, you win football games, especially if you could run the ball too. I mean, that's where I come from. That's who I am, okay? Philadelphia Eagles.
Tone Diggs.
Who he is.
Riding with the 70% of
Defense
the
and
people
run the
that are
ball.
betting on the Philadelphia Eagles. It is built through the trenches. Their defense is sound. Their run game, quiet. It is so incredible how the Eagles have been built in a dominating fashion of old school football, and now they're one of the final teams remaining. Ty Schmidt, who do you like?
I was on the Eagles early in the week, then I flipped to the Chiefs. I cannot go against Nick Sirianni. Can't do it, won't do it. I like the Eagles.
Wow.
3 straight for the Philadelphia Eagles, -1.5, currently sitting in -110. Moneyline, -122 to +104. Pretty close odds here across the board. Boston Connor, a man who fancies himself a good gambler.
Wow.
A man who loves the league of the NFL. His team not in the Super Bowl yet again.
No.
Probably going to become a trend for him.
Maybe.
Who do you like? How do you like it?
I think no matter what, you should bet the over because this game will go over 50.5. So if you want, money, bet the over. I'm going with the best player in the league, and I'm going with the team that will be the next dynasty, and I'm going with Patrick Mahomes, and I'm going with Andy Reid. I love them. I also love Patrick Mahomes to score a touchdown because all this time this guy can't move. Maybe they forget that, hey, Mahomes can, he's got some wiggle. He will go over his rush yards. I love the Chiefs.
Joining us now, Darius J. Butler in
Oh,
perfect
Butchie.
timing. AQ's on the Philadelphia Eagles. Tone Diggs is on the Philadelphia Eagles. Ty Schmidt is on the Philadelphia Eagles. Boston Connor's on the Kansas City Chiefs
Hell yeah.
+1.5. Your official pick, Darius J. Butler, live from Radio Row, Super Bowl 57.
Picked them at the beginning of the year to lose in the Super Bowl, but now I'm switching it over. I like the Eagles to win.
Wow.
31-24.
Whoa.
7 points.
Whole touchdown. I like it. Love it, actually.
That's an over as well,
Love it,
50.5, -115. We have 4 Philadelphia Eagles, 1 Kansas City Chiefs.
Goddamn right.
At least we got one.
Yeah.
That'd be 80% as opposed to the current 70% money at FanDuel on the game.
Yep.
AJ Hawk, your big brain has been calculating and cooking not only litigation response, but also who's going to win the game. You've been seeing the field well as of late. We can't forget that because the Pro Bowl took up a weekend. Who do you like? How do you like it, AJ Hawk?
I mean, I when I came into the week, I was heavy on the Chiefs, and I understand all the Philly talk, and I see it, and I'm staying with the Chiefs. And
Come on, AJ.
Kansas City Chiefs 33, Eagles 27.
Come on.
I was going to go 30-27 like Gabe, but I think they're going to get one extra field goal. 33-27 Chiefs. I don't know where you're leaning. I have no clue. I didn't know we were tied, but that's where I'm at.
You knew.
The over, too.
That's where I'm at. Oh, yeah, over.
Yeah, I think everyone's pretty much thinking that.
MBS. I think MBS makes some big plays.
Had 120 in that.
Coming into the week, I like the Eagles.
Yeah.
Just strictly because of what Tone said.
Sure.
And what we learned from in the trenches. It's like the O-line and D-line is literally where, when it matters, it matters.
Yep.
And when it doesn't, it don't. And when it doesn't is in like a regular season game. When you got a guy scrambling for his life and throwing the ball 60 times and somehow they win. Whenever it gets a little bit tighter and the game matters, feels like the big fucks always are able to show up. The run game travels, they say. A good offensive line travels. The Philadelphia Eagles have the greatest offensive line maybe in the history of the sport. Right?
Quite possibly.
That's what people are talking about.
That's what they're saying.
Sirianni's definitely taking a shot first play of the game.
Yeah.
He's Sirianni.
Chris Jones.
Yeah. They think.
Have fun.
A lot of young DBs back there for the Chiefs.
I'm going to drop my nuts on your forehead on the first play of the game.
He said they think we're going to be scared, didn't he?
Not a chance. I'm not fucking scared of anybody.
Didn't Henry fire you?
I said earlier in the week, I will not forget that. I'm going to look. We had him right here. He's talking about eating cheeseburgers. He's being funny and all this stuff. I'm going to shove my fist so far down his fat fucking throat on Sunday. He's going to rue the day he let me go.
We have to remember that's not actually Nick Sirianni.
No.
And that's not an actual quote from Nick Sirianni.
No.
But there is a chance.
Yeah, there's a chance. He's probably thinking it.
We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So if we catch any lawsuits from that one, we did clear it up immediately after it happening. Give me... What's the percentage he's at right now?
Let me pull it up.
How does that have any impact on this game?
Fucking Leo Corso had on there?
Something to also
Yeah,
think
what if he
about.
did? It'd be sweet if he pulled out. He's Lee Corso Jr.
It is...
After he played sax for Posner.
68% of the money is on Philadelphia. 67% of the bets are on Philadelphia.
It was like 78, 75.
I'm taking the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
Come on. What's that, 3 now?
Me and AJ are going to tie.
All right.
4-3. Let's go.
And that's how it's going to go. I like the Chiefs just strictly because it's Patty Mahomes.
Yeah, and the last time they played the Super Bowl, what happened? He was running for his life. They lost in the trenches, and that's why they didn't beat the Bucs.
But
you think Andy Reid's going to go back there without a game plan?
And they still almost won that game. They had no offensive line.
Yes.
Tyreek Hill catches that ball where Patrick Mahomes is sideways throwing it. We don't have a Super Bowl champion.
No.
We have one's last Super Bowl ring on this particular
They
field.
didn't almost win that game.
Yeah,
There are
absolutely.
There are 2 or 3 plays where they would have been in the game.
There's 2 or 3 plays in every game.
Thanks.
This is tough, bro, isn't it?
Yeah, very tough.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's going to be a good game.
You like the Eagles a lot, huh, D-Bud?
I like them by a touchdown.
I love the Eagles too, but I just like the Chiefs a
I
little
like
bit
him by
more.
more than a touchdown.
Whoa.
Yeah, AQ thinks it's going to be
Well,
a
he's-
blowout.
What do you think the score is again?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you why AQ thinks it's gonna be a blowout. 5 down. Those tackles got to be 1-on-1 with Reddick, Sweat, Graham,
Balls
whoever
out.
else.
Balls
like,
out, D-Bud.
Quinn's gonna be.
That's the second person saying this. You heard Lombo say the same thing.
Andy
They're
Reid
covering
knows
it
this.
out.
So D-Bud, big
You can't-
football
you-
brain.
you
Lombo,
can't
big football
defend
brain.
against it.
Andy Reid, big football.
Yeah, if Lombo doesn't say that, his dog is dead, okay? So give him a break. That's Philadelphia.
He lives there.
That's his fault. That's why I had to say
So
that.
the Eagles secondary is sitting on short
All right,
routes.
let's just do this. Let's do a giveaway right now. And I think the ball will tell us who's in a good spot and who's not in a good spot. We'll start with you, D-Bud. Darius, if you can make this basketball shot, okay, 20 people, $500.
Okay.
Who retweet this tweet, say something nice to somebody, and put their cash tag in the same reply so we can pay them officially on Cash App. And also, maybe it's good juju going into a weekend for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh,
Nope, that's
that was
a
a
miss.
good shot, though.
That was good form.
Good board,
That was
Bruce.
great form. Thank you, Bruce. Now
Pass.
we shall go with AQ. Also likes the Eagles by more than one touchdown. If he can make this shot, 20 people, $500 who retweet this video, say something nice to somebody, and put the cash tag in the same reply so we can pay you officially on Cash App. AQ Shipley, Super Bowl champion himself.
Drain it.
Here you go, Al.
Heavy on the Eagles.
Wow. Don't be short.
Jeez.
What a shot
Never a doubt.
from the Michelin Man. Thank you, Jill. That's incredible work. AQ, winning 20 people, $500 on the
Great
way
ball.
out here.
You changing your pick?
Nope, still like the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I love the fact that that ball went through for you.
Ball doesn't lie.
And I appreciate you all
Yeah.
week. You guys were fantastic. Boys, you crushed it. Great Super Bowl week. AJ, incredible year, Super Bowl week. D-Bud, incredible year and Super Bowl week.
You too,
and to
man.
all the people that watched, oh, thanks, man. I got
crushed it.
sued in the middle of it.
Hey, game day halfway through the middle, or not halfway, really, in September.
Hell of a
this
year.
was a diesel football season.
was a lot.
Hell of a
College
year, man.
football,
Well
too.
Hell of a year. Call a lawsuit, too.
How about it?
End it by getting sued by the gunslinger.
It's amazing.
Hell yeah.
Made it.
It's a hell of a run. We can't wait to celebrate the game on Sunday. We'll be watching live. I believe we'll be streaming live from the Thunderdome for a little bit of a watch-along. It will not be that exciting. I believe I'm hammering the coin toss again.
Yes.
Because I've been defeated twice to the
Yeah.
tune of like 50 grand the last 2 years.
Need to get right.
Need to. He said this thing's been streaky.
No.
He
Yes.
said heads.
Heads for the last 5.
You know which side?
ETC.
ETC. ETC. Do you know which-
ETC.
Do you know which side you're leaning?
I'm going tails.
Boom.
Yeah, might as well. Because if you flip now,
Hey, what was that?
Have you gone?
We
tails
can't
the last
have
2
this
years?
dissension
I'm
again,
staying out of
AJ.
it. I'm
You
staying out of it.
son of a bitch. You do
Done
this
this
every
2
time.
years in a row.
if you switch to heads now,
I hope
it
I'm
lands
wrong.
tails.
I hope I'm wrong.
You can't.
No, now you already did it. I'm going to heads.
Yep.
I didn't say I like
What?
heads.
No,
What? Oh, what'd you say then?
I just didn't feel great about tails.
Stick with tails.
What, do you
Stick
think
with
it's
tails.
laying on its fucking
Yeah,
side?
Jesus.
What's the
Hey,
Is HW coming back
I
to
don't know.
flip it again?
What's
I don't know
worse?
what I'm
What's
doing.
worse? Going with tails and it landing heads, or switching to heads and it going tails? What you
I'm
always
sticking
say.
with tails.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
Boom.
good choice.
There we go.
Exactly.
I like that pick. I
What you
do.
got?
Exactly.
Who was it last year? The tennis player.
No, it
Billie
was-
Jean King.
Yeah, that's
Agassi.
stupid son of a
No,
bitch.
it wasn't Andre.
She was very nice. I
was.
assume she's a great person. The flip was just
Flip was terrible.
You can't flip a coin. Okay, if you can't flip a coin, yeah, you're a stupid.
Well,
son
2
of a
years
bitch.
ago.
allegedly.
2 years
obviously.
ago was even worse. Who's flipping the coin this year?
I think it's Miss Kelsey.
Dahn and Kelsey.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
it is?
No, they won't let her
No
do
chance.
that. I saw them pushing that. They're like,
What?
No
I don't
way.
think
this is,
so.
this is like when RG3 was going to crowdsource to
Should
buy
let
the
fucking
Commanders.
Morency should flip the coin.
Yeah.
Honestly, we need him to do more.
He should
Speaking
just do
of,
a
we should
flip.
say thank you to everybody. Gabe Morency, Jordan Poyer, Bret Michaels,
Oh my God.
Fucking Michaels.
CJ Stroud, Shaq Leonard, Sean Payton, GaryVee,
Shams.
Yep.
Darius J. Butler,
Gary- I missed
Sham
Yeah,
Sharania.
you missed him. Pooh.
Fuck.
Tua was supposed to be on. Tua canceled on
It was
us.
awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Guess who?
Bucks.
Guess who got subbed in?
Who's that?
Gary B.
Boom.
The patient panda.
Yep.
The
He didn't
initiative.
bring any of his.
Intuitive iguana.
Forever.
Convicted
He came by
coyote.
himself.
Convicted coyote.
Oh, he didn't bring any of his.
He put him up in the.
We
We had him on
followed
the
him.
screen.
Yeah,
there.
the fun food.
They're always here.
I'm sure to his video he'll put him in the screen, right?
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
be flying around.
Not sure exactly who, but someone from the Pat Tillman Foundation will be flipping the
Oh,
coin.
sweet.
Okay,
Nice.
sweet.
Okay, here we go.
So we're winning tails.
Yeah.
I like tails now.
All
I
right,
like tails
sweet.
now.
All right, we're all in it. We can't thank everybody at FanDuel enough for setting this up. This stage has been fantastic. The shows have been immaculate. We've really enjoyed this week a lot at the house. Remember, we're live on Monday.
Hell yeah.
I believe we're going to be live on Aaron Rodgers Tuesday as well. I believe.
Let's go.
Wasn't planned, but I think it's a few days before the darkness begins. So I think we're going to do that. I think it'll be a nice, like, hey, what's your favorite song? You know, before you go into your hard time.
Yeah, see if it changes.
Let's see, you know, that type of stuff. And then we'll be off for the next week and a half or so. I think we're all kind of looking forward to that, but we're going to miss the hell out of this NFL season.
Oh, yeah.
Big thanks to all the NFL players and coaches and staff and officials and everybody that put in the work for the season to happen. We've been very lucky to follow along. Shout out to NFL Films for getting us rights this year. Even though we had to have the PAFL for about a week and a half, we felt like this was our greatest season yet. We had the most fun we've ever had, and obviously we've had the biggest reach we've ever had. So to everybody that allows us to do this for a living, thank you so much. You're the greatest humans on earth. We have no idea why you follow along. We're thankful that you do. We'll continue to do this program, hopefully for as long as you'll have us. Probably more lawsuits, hopefully a lot more laughs. We'll see you on Overreaction Monday and also for our live stream during the Super Bowl. Have a good one. Take care. Say something nice to somebody. Goodbye.